Good evening, everyone.
Evening.
I'm very excited to welcome you back to tonight's 30th episode of Dice and Paper.
Woo! Yeah,
Woo.
that's right.
Can't
Whoa.
believe we've made it this far.
That's right.
Whoa.
Now, I'm sure you're as excited as me. Can't you see it on my face? But before we jump back into the show, I have a couple quick announcements for you. First of all, I would love it if you'd consider checking out our friend Missing Role Player Found. With Missing Role Player Found, adventure is just a dice roll away. Join Snow, Wilson, Clyde, and the rest of AOD Guild as they struggle to survive in the Sword Art Online world. In Sword Art Online AOD, the rules of the game are the same. Dying in games means dying in real life. But this time there's magic in Pathfinder. So, if you would please listen to Missing Role Player Found through your favorite podcasting app or find them on the web at missingroleplayerfound.com. New episodes Sundays at 9 a.m. EST. They're wonderful. Now,
Arthur, stop
I
moving your
do
mouth
have
screen.
one other little announcement, which is Isabel is back.
Disgusting.
Yeah.
What did you expect?
Finally. It's been a while. We've missed you.
Sorry. I just poured the rest of my not
Generic
branded
tea
iced
brand.
generic tea brand into my water so it looks like a beer.
No,
Which is not good, and it tastes terrible. It just tastes like watered down tea.
It's not beer.
I'd also like
So
to
refreshing.
point out Aiden's stuff was still open on my
Oh,
What's his
little
dirty,
tablet,
darkest secret?
I'm sorry.
And no, it's funny because he had his character sheet open, and then right next to it there is a tab that says "Funny insults to call people."
Yep.
So I just like
Attaboy.
to
Gotta
let
get that
you
vicious
guys
mockery.
know.
Oh, man. Dave Shannon.
Dave Shannon.
Dave
The
Shannon.
one and the only.
Dave
motherfucking
motherfucking Shannon.
The
Dave
Shannon.
motherfucking Shannon.
Okay. Announcements.
Announcements.
Oh yeah,
Do you
buy
remember- do you
our
remember?
clothes. They're
That's it. No, go to Adrian.
Good
All right, everyone. D&D Beyond. No, we can't.
I mean, that's it. We just have really cool clothes with our stuff on them and cool quotes and drawings by all. Thanks, that's my other D4.
I'm sorry.
I lost both my D4s
I know. I
here.
stole them.
Thanks so much. Anyway, we have just great, cool clothes. It's by all our cool, talented boys here on the show.
She's out of
Not all of
practice,
them.
guys.
Yeah, she's been gone for a while. Wait, welcome back, Isabel. Did we not say that?
We just,
Yeah,
We
you did.
just
You
went
just
through it.
right
Oh.
over your head.
You said the same thing.
I was pouring iced tea in the
No,
water.
you were talking about that.
Just too busy being an idiot.
Thank you. D&D Beyond, everybody. D&D Beyond
I
is
miss
the
her.
official D&D 5e tool set. You can get it on your tablet, smartphone, or device.
That's a good point.
Buy the merch.
I miss Isabel.
We all have.
Do it.
Basically, yeah, there's links. I know YouTube wasn't working for one of. Do you have?
It works
do
now.
We have YouTube now.
We're good.
Yeah,
YouTube's
so,
on.
Yay! If you're watching us on YouTube, there's a link in the description on YouTube, and if you're watching us on Twitch, there's a link for merch in the panels on Twitch. So yeah, buy our stuff. It's really cool, and you'll be cooler if you get it. So get it.
D&D Beyond, everybody. D&D Beyond is the official D&D 5e tool set. You can get it on electronics, not on stones. Over to you, Nate.
No, that was
We're not
really
sponsored. We just really like the product.
good. Okay, guys, so I've been talking about tabletop audio for a long time. You've heard it.
job.
We all love it. They got Fishing Village, they got Quiet Cove, they
Oh
got
my
Dark
God.
Angel, they got Medieval Fair, they got everything.
Stop that
But
curve and
they
drink,
don't
you-
only shut up. They don't only have stuff for your D&D game. They also have stuff like Neon Drive, which is like Tokyo Drive. They got Star Freighter. They got
Stop.
that's not Metropolis Farfair.
Stop.
They got a bunch of stuff that's just
They
for
got
whatever
wind
you
sounds.
want.
They
They
got-
got everything. That's not just
If you
medieval
wanna
stuff.
hear chickens,
so you know what?
you can
you
do
go
it.
to https tabletopaudio.com.
Hey Nate, I just have one big objection, and it's that you look like a douchebag with those sunglasses on.
I was going for the douchebag. Look.
Okay.
Turn your hat around. Turn your hat around. Turn your hat around, please. Oh, no.
Oh,
no.
oh, God. Nailed,
Okay.
nailed. Nail's looking like an asshole. Love
Damn.
it.
Arthur.
If you're checking us out live,
And Mummy's too. Sorry, I wasn't done.
We're not sponsored. Again, we like the product.
if you're checking us out live, make sure to check us out on YouTube to check out the previous 29 episodes. If you're on YouTube, make sure to check us out on Dice and Paper on Twitch. Stream every Friday, 7 to 11.
Wonderful.
Yeah.
Usually before.
So, It is a special episode, so for everyone, we have a special recap.
It's for me. I want to clarify that.
It's for
me.
you, in case anyone doesn't remember.
What?
And
Oh, I thought the special recap was for you. I was like, I'm not special. What?
Well, that's just a given.
and
Shut.
I hope we have done a decent job of cramming 30. What? Okay, so we have 30 episodes. They're all 3 to 4 hours. God, that's a lot. 90 hours.
It's like go for
Don't
100.
go into
I
it.
think
Don't
about
go into it.
Seven,
Don't do it.
7 hours worth, right?
Just of
I'm kidding.
Just
It was a
of
joke. It was a
streaming.
joke.
We've done our best to cram 90 to 100 hours of
In
content
about-
into a paragraph,
1,000.
which
A lot
begins
harder.
as follows. 4 adventurers met in a city called Oakstead, began working with the Temple of the First King, and accidentally released the darkness long imprisoned. Their names were Cal Wayloon, Nick Notch, Busto, and Orion Gimbal.
Spoiler: he dies.
Rest in peace. They were directed to try and dismantle a device known as the Soul Snare, which was supposedly located a couple hundred miles down the coast. After a few weeks of travel, they arrived in Telechek Harbor, managing to chart a ship the rest of the way down the coastline. Upon arriving at the Soul Snare, they faced off against a Muse of the Dead, one of the horrifying priests of the Church of the Dead God, the opposing force to the Temple of the First King. They were successful in this fight, despite a betrayal by one they thought was a friend. As they set back for home, Orion felt it was time to settle a conflict in his past, and in the ensuing battle, chose to sacrifice his life to bring back the soul of another. Following the loss of a teammate, the group went north to Dioram, spending nearly 2 years within its walls. Unbeknownst to the rest of the team, Cal used this time to prepare for a siege on the capital, looking to avenge his mother's death. Their raid successful, the Emperor dead, the called kept their heads down, avoiding repentance in the quiet town of Seliset before being called upon once again to fight back against the darkness. And that is where we left our heroes. Oh boy.
That was the shortest one.
That was great.
Good one. I have a question, because I wasn't here. How long chronologically has it been in game since I was not here?
A few weeks.
It's been a couple weeks. And
No, it hasn't.
no, it was.
It's like
Spent
You
3
were
or 4
in
days in
Seliset for
Seliset.
about a week, right?
Yeah.
No, I thought it
We
was
were
a
in there
couple
for
days.
3 or 4 days.
yeah.
I thought it was like two.
I think it's
2
been about
days.
2 weeks in universe.
And then it's been
Really?
we've
Are
been
you sure?
traveling for a while.
No,
Traveling.
Okay, the travel to Seliset was how long?
It's like 4 days.
Okay,
And then
that
we were in
makes
there
more
for,
sense.
like, a
We were
few
in there
days.
for like 2 days.
We
Right?
were there for like
We
3 or
weren't there
4.
for long at all.
Well, I think we were there for like about 3, but
You were there for a couple days,
yeah.
and you traveled for another 1.5.
Well,
It
Close
maybe
we'll figure it
not
out.
very long.
It's
It
about a
has
week and
not
a half.
been-
2
Week-
weeks.
week
You
and a
didn't
half?
miss
Okay.
much. You missed Dave
I
Shin.
miss, yeah.
I had to leave him
You
behind.
can keep it on the full view for just a minute, because
Leave him behind.
I do have a quick thing I'd like to address in tonight's prelude.
Everyone's
Actually,
gonna TPK.
no.
We're just all
Just
gonna
Arthur.
die.
About, we said it was about a week and a half since you've been gone, so I'd say about 4 days prior to tonight. Nick, you have been, I'm not exactly sure what, mostly just keeping your head down. I think we said you were with Zekra for some of this.
Yeah, just
But
hanging out.
your sort of encampment has kept you around Dioram, and what you have seen in the brief moments you've glanced to go past the Citadel to just sort of check up on the battle scene and make sure everything's going all right, is that the Citadel has remained locked down. It's been shut down for days afterwards, and we already heard about this. People have not been able to go in, not been able to go out. They're not sure why. Willin Natesh has been pinned up on the Citadel for about 6 days now at this point, and you and everyone else who has been watching has been able to see that the rot of death has begun to overtake him, as nobody has been willing or able to take him down. Now, this wouldn't be so bad in and of itself, but about 4 hours ago, his corpse started screaming.
Yep. Okay.
What?
Yeah.
He's not alive, and it's pretty clear to everyone who's watching that all that's really left is a husk of his body. As the day went on, the wound in his neck has slowly gaped to the side and left his head tilted down onto one shoulder. But in the hours since he started yelling, people have begun to be able to make out what he's screaming, and he's basically just asking for people to let him stay dead.
Easy.
And with that image in your mind, as you head up to Celiset, you realize that in this adventure, hope can only take you so far. No, never, not even once throughout this long journey until now, it has never been enough. Welcome back, everyone, to tonight's episode of Dice and Paper.
Yes!
Nice.
Love that song.
Yeah,
Every
love,
single
love that
time.
song.
Great song.
Every single time.
Definitely were able to hear it.
Yep.
Uh,
Our speakers totally didn't break.
Yep. Anyway,
I forget the implication they did.
Nick,
Thanks, Nate, the person that's in the room.
we continue to follow you as it's been a couple days. You've basically been traveling on your own through the wilderness up towards the Southern Arborholm Mountains, where you were told to look for the rest of your team.
Wait, may I ask?
Yes.
May I ask the nature of the message? Was she like, oh shit, you gotta get there right now? Or was she like, you could stop by,
I'd say you were relayed a message. It was from Miss Delana in the normal sort of the way she messages your group, that albeit mentally, not sort of like a letter. And she told you that your teammates were heading off. They'd be traveling for a while, so they aren't in any present danger. And she filled you in on what's going on, they already know, but essentially the plan is the church is obviously still working. They're doing something. And because they have led all of the sort of moves in this game so far, they have been at an advantage the whole time. So what they decided to do was, you are seeking out one of the spires, one of the holy places of the church, and you are going to try and steal one of, or you're going to attack them and try and get one of those compasses that they made at the soul snare.
Okay.
Just a pointy finger.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because the belief is that they are trying to find the tomb of the dead god, and that's what the fingers are looking for. And so your team isn't presently in any danger, but if they get there without you with them, they certainly will be.
Right, yeah, exactly. Cool.
Anyway, sorry, that was a bit of a long explanation.
Yeah, it was.
No, it's good.
So I'm going to Celiset and then to the mountain.
Yep.
Awesome. Love it.
So, the path you take to get to where they are right now, you're kind of just updating with Miss Delana and them, just sort of like a two-point communication to figure out where the hell to go. And it takes you right out towards the mountains to this place called the Well, which is just a big hole in the ground that leads down into the Sabatis caverns, which lead underneath the mountains to the other side where the stronghold, the abandoned stronghold that has supposedly been taken over by the Church of the Dead God, is located. And descending into this well brings you into a massive cave system, which you really don't have to go through for very long. Your teammates basically agreed to kind of meet up with you towards the entrance. So after walking through this sort of dark cavern for, I don't know, maybe 3 or 4 hours, you spot a little lantern light bobbing in the distance.
Okay, can I sneak up and try to scare them?
Absolutely.
Okay.
You can go ahead and roll stealth for me. I think Bustos has the highest passive, right? What is your DC?
No, I think mine's
24.
Oh, I'm
I
gonna
think
have to.
She might be able to beat that. She's a level 9 rogue.
Yeah. Fuck.
So
Nope.
yeah, wait, let me check.
She rolled an 8.
No, it's 21.
Jesus Christ.
I
John.
told you it was a lot.
Oh
Yeah.
my god.
So nobody is gonna notice you except maybe Busto.
He notices
Definitely
something.
Busto.
Yeah.
I'd say Busto.
Would I
maybe-
notice it's her?
Probably not. You probably just hear like a slight rustle in the gravel as a figure creeps through the dark towards your little improvised campsite.
Oh, we're not on the carriage.
You're just sort of sitting around on the carriage waiting for Nick to show up. Maybe playing cards or something.
I have a
You said you were
playing
playing
card set.
cards last
I
time.
could totally be cheating.
Me too.
Um,
I'm trying with my might. I'm terrible.
I would actually do
I'm really good.
2 things, and I'd like to
Where's
make an
my
acro check
dex?
to do it.
Sure.
I make the acro check, I assume. 18 plus, so 20 total.
Mhm.
To cast mold earth in that direction, and then jump off of the caravan itself onto the mold earth and thunderclap.
Jesus, that scared me.
Okay. At
Yes.
Nick.
Yeah, at Nick.
Okay. How does thunderclap play out?
It's just a very loud clap. Is she within 5 feet?
Of where you cast it, that depends on you, dude.
I would assume no, because I'm just pushing it
Yeah.
towards. Yeah,
So it's just a very loud noise.
yeah. That's only reason.
Dude, you fucking scared my salamander.
Okay, we notice now.
Yeah.
Oh. Here you are.
Nick's back.
Hi guys.
It's been a little
Hello.
Yeah, how's it going?
I'm doing good. You?
I'm doing weird but good, you know?
I put a cow on a
No.
sled and sent it down here at 80 miles an hour.
Cool, don't know what I expected.
What's happening to your voice?
I don't know.
Actually guys,
Goes through the
there's
motions.
two pretty
You've
important
hit puberty.
yeah, there's two pretty important things that I have to tell you. And one, my salamander is getting really big. And like, okay, so like, I obviously love him and stuff, but like, he's gonna be really big, and I'm sort of like, maybe I need to find someone bigger than me to take care of him, you know?
Hello.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, Earthman over here won't.
My
He
name
should be
is
down to do it.
Busto,
Busto.
not
So-
Earthman.
I'm
That's-
pretty sure he'll take
That's
care
what
of
I
it.
thought.
Fine.
That really warms my heart. Second
Good
thing, when I was hanging out back around Diorum,
Ooh.
the king, his body, you know how it's like gruesome across that wall?
Yeah.
Which was really cool, by the way.
Thanks.
He was like talking.
Wait,
Yeah, like he was talking.
he was just talking?
Yeah, his body was like, ooh,
So
I'm
he
dead.
was screaming.
Don't bring me back to life. You know, classic. I thought it was weird. I just thought I should let you guys know.
Okay.
I don't think we had that in mind anyway.
Okay.
To
All
bring
right.
him back to life.
Oh, I know. I was just letting you know that it was a little weird because he was like super dead and his head was like almost off and he was like talking.
That is strange.
Yeah,
Out of
right?
curiosity, would I know of something of that because I've read all of Orion's necromancy books?
Can make a
I would be the only one, right?
to know about.
In the group because it happened to Forge, and here you only talk to me.
That's a good point. I'd say if you made that connection, Cal can have made that connection.
Oh wait, did
Yeah.
you know what happened to him to make him do that?
No.
That's their thing. Their mark was taken, right? Because that allows them to pass on, right? And they can't pass on and he just wants to die. So that means his mark must have been taken, or something like that. I'm not saying this to the group though.
Yeah, nothing really, like, no one did anything to him or anything.
No
like,
Arcana check then.
as far as I know, but.
Alright.
Yeah, it was just a little nasty, and I was like, you guys should know.
Yeah, well that's
Pretty
unfortunate,
gross,
but he's
right?
dead, so it doesn't matter.
I guess. So what's going on with you guys?
I'd say right around then, from the sort of back of the caravan, a little head peeks out, and you can see this younger girl
Shit!
with this lime green hair, wearing the robes
Did we say
of
anything about how we killed him?
the temple of the first king. Sort of looks out at you, Nick, and just gives you a little wave.
I'm gonna sit here and be like, but yeah, I'm so happy that the hopeless ones, whoever they are, took care of him.
Ugh, the bastards.
Everyone knows it's you.
Get your voice together, buddy.
She's going in and out, man.
The bastards!
The bastards.
She
That's
was
what you were
disgusted. Ugh.
Hi, who are you?
Find that name.
doing. Cameron.
Cameron.
I've been brought along just sort of to keep things in order. Watch over you
Cameron
guys.
Diaz.
Who's that?
Good point.
I thought she was Kim
She goes, it's really
Who's
nice
that?
to meet you. I've heard good things about
Oh
you.
my god, I bet. You better have.
Yep.
She sort of gives a little laugh and sort of like leans back. She looks very nervous. She doesn't look necessarily like afraid of you, but she does seem intimidated.
Oh, do you want to pet my salamander?
Yes.
He's
Very
outside.
much.
He's.
Just like that. Yeah, I do.
You know, we've been sitting here for a little bit waiting for you, Nick.
Yeah,
I think
so
we
she should.
we should probably
pet my salamander.
we should probably get going. You know, I'm having
I'm gonna cast
issue
see
with-
invisibility.
Go ahead and roll perception.
9.
9.
I want to see if anything followed her in.
Give me a sec.
Nothing's around my neck, so my necklace does nothing.
You. Nothing is following Nick.
Do I see anything?
You don't see anything.
shit.
No invisible things within your eye line.
Okay.
Well, yeah, I think we should get going because I've sat in this spot in a big cave with bugs for long enough.
Oh, that's
So we should probably just keep moving so we're not sitting in the water right now, right? We don't know what's gonna come up on us in any second. I mean, you snuck up on us pretty well.
Can us three
Not
take a
well
rest
enough.
from last
Oh yeah, you guys
Okay.
can take a rest from last time. Everybody can be fresh off right now.
By the way, guys, Secret says hi, and that she totally would want to hang
Cow
out
pukes.
if you guys are down to hang out at any time.
Oh, that's nice. Who is she?
She's like this really cute girl. I bet you would like her.
I bet you wouldn't.
I bet you would.
Yeah,
Probably
me
would.
too.
Yeah.
Okay, so she's like basically this super cool.
All right, let's get going. I'm gonna hop in the front and start.
Are we still going downhill?
Yeah, vaguely.
All right, then I'm gonna get my sled with my cow.
Okay.
and we're
It's gonna be like
You're
Wait,
just dragging.
Why
We'll
do you
get
have
there.
a cow?
Milkshake.
milkshake.
Oh damn.
I put milkshake in the sled and we went down.
That's
And they
scary.
bring all the boys to the yard.
It's very
Oh my
frightening.
More better than yours.
all right. Do you need me to make a survival check?
Yes, please. Real quick for me.
That's 21.
21. All right. So you certainly make pretty good time as you head off with your team now
Thank you.
reunited. You can hear a couple people making small talk behind you
Oh, I was like in the cave.
in your caravan.
We're
but-
just goofing around.
Really, I'd say the strangest thing you notice about the tunnel is its breath. The illusion of breath, anyways. The air down here isn't as still as you'd imagine. Rather, the airflow seems to change very frequently, giving the illusion that the cave around you is breathing alive, having swallowed your entire group whole, and that you're now winding down towards its belly.
That's not terrifying.
I knew it.
We just went inside a big turtle.
Yep. You figured it out.
Strange question, Nick. Are your clothes a little tight?
Why?
Just weird question.
She has no idea.
I would say no. I'm
'Kay.
a pretty small person, so usually my clothes are a little bit.
Well, yeah, but I mean, everybody can have small clothes.
Usually your clothes are a little big on her.
My clothes, but the store she buys at could be too small.
She said her clothes are a little big on
I
her.
okay. Oh, you said they're too big?
we tried to tell you that.
I thought he said
understand
my
that.
clothes were too big for her.
Oh,
I'm like,
no.
well, duh.
They're not like too big. I just think they're not very like tight. Like they're just comfy.
Oh, okay.
Is there
Move
like
on.
a reason?
No. If you'd notice, my backpack got a little bigger.
Make a deception check for me.
Oh.
No, he's not talking a game.
Yeah, I was. I said
He's
no.
talking
you
to
were?
Nick.
Oh, that's a 19.
May I
19.
make an insight check?
Sure.
Oh.
My insight's like
Yeah.
pretty
Yeah,
good.
my deception's pretty good.
No.
Oh no, yeah, no, damn, 12. Yeah.
Nah, there's no reason. I
Yeah, there's no reason.
My insight's
just
pretty
interested
fucking
in your
good.
fashion sense.
She has expertise on insight. I was like, why is it better than mine?
No, yeah, I'm really good at looking.
Anyways, as you travel deeper beneath the mountains, the tunnels you follow begin to gradually branch, forcing you to start choosing the route you take through this underground passageway. Now, Cal, since you are piloting the cart right now, I'd like your decision on the matter. It's not. You're not deciding the fate of the world right now. I promise.
Just the region.
Just the region.
Gotta get hydrated.
There are
Just the region. Yeah, fuck you.
two
Oh, you're
directions to choose from for you. As the tunnel in front of you goes forward and then branches off, with one tunnel winding a bit higher and one going lower and then splitting in two.
I'm gonna.
Do you have a preference?
I'm gonna step off the caravan.
Yep.
Go at the mouth of the left tunnel, pick up some dust and kind of splay it out and see if there's any wind coming from the tunnel.
Okay.
Whatever.
Yeah. From the first tunnel, I'd say you take it. Again, there is airflow in here. There is not excessive wind coming from that tunnel.
Can I do the other one?
I would say it's a little bit less since it goes deeper underground.
Odds up, evens down.
Odd. Yes.
Sure.
Wait,
Alright.
did you say odds up?
I'll go down.
No.
All go down actually.
Yeah.
I want to go down.
I'm gonna go the opposite.
All right,
Because
so
I think that
More
I think we have to go
speed.
down to get back up. You know?
so going down splits
Or maybe we'll
the
just go
tunnel
to the
into,
other
Or maybe we're
into
just
a
gonna do
Y.
Yeah.
So if you go down, I'm gonna need you to pick left or right, and then
It
that's
splits again.
Yeah, the top one just goes up in one tunnel. The bottom one goes down into a split.
Left.
Can I do the same thing with the wind?
Sure. I would say the left. I don't know the physics of airflow that well.
The airflow carries, especially in caves, really far.
Really
yeah, I know
far.
it does.
Like
because,
really fucking far.
because the only opposing force
So
is
I'm
the
trying to
air.
find the opening to
The
from
left
to
one?
the other side.
What would be the interaction for a very large space? Do you think?
It would still be.
No, it wouldn't. Because all
If
the
I-
air is gonna swing up,
Yeah,
and then
that's
it's all
true.
all of its force is gonna get lost up top.
That's true.
So I'd say
Because of convection.
there is a there
Let's
seems
throw
to
the
be
dust up.
there seems to be greater airflow down the right passage.
That means we should go left
Alright.
because there's a cavern.
I'm
Yeah.
going to the right passage.
Oh, fuck.
You just lost millions in gold.
We're trying to get to the other side fast.
And to bridge.
I want to fight a bad guy.
All right.
So-
good decision making. Fucking stupid, I guess.
Um,
So yeah,
I
left,
can
right.
tie the sled to the back of the caravan.
so
Then
heading.
I don't have to drive.
Shut up.
I really would love the idea that all of your thinking from here on out is motivated around what would
sled.
best suit the sled and milkshake. Like you have lost interest in everything else except for that milkshake is comfortable.
I don't care. I just want to go fast and just zoom.
Anyway, the rightward passage down here, it seems to go. It continues down for a while before taking a sharp right turn and then sort of curving gently around again. It seems like kind of it's just this. It's almost like a crack, like that sort of like branching, like jagged sort of path. And after a little while of travel, I'd say probably a couple hours, you see a slight light from above, just like a section of the tunnel that seems to very slightly open up and have some sort of a bioluminescence. And coming up to the top of that, you find your caravan parked atop this sort of cliff face that slopes down on one side into a slightly lower cavern, where you can see these little glowing mushrooms not exactly similar to the ones you saw in the moon toad place. I'd say it's probably a similar species.
Is there a frog?
There's not a frog. There is, I would say. Actually, can I have people make a perception check real quick?
Okay.
21.
I was gonna ask if my see invisibility is still on, but I got a natural 1, so it doesn't
11.
matter.
11,
21.
21. Are there?
24.
24. There is, looking down, it just sort of looks like an open cavern for a minute, but kind of glancing around, you realize there is significant evidence that there have been other people here.
How recently?
Very recently. It actually looks like someone was harvesting these mushrooms, and they sort of left mid-job, because there's like almost like
at the bottom of the like there's a drop, and we
it's
see
like
it at the bottom.
you're atop a cliff, and then there's a little part that slopes down into the actual cavern itself.
Right.
And you can see some places where the mushrooms have been very geometrically uprooted, even like a spade or something that is planted in the ground next to the wall.
I'm gonna go.
Are they?
Ooh.
Sorry. Are they similar to the glowing mushrooms from the moon toad?
Similar, probably not the exact same.
What happened with those ones again?
Wait, okay.
I'm gonna go to the back of the caravan, and Busto,
Yeah.
would you mind? We should leave the cart up here because I don't know if there's anything waiting for us. Maybe those people or I saw some evidence of people here recently. I don't know if they're good though, so we should leave the caravan up here. Val, Nick, would you guys mind staying with the caravan when me and Busto head down?
Yeah,
I rolled
do
a-
mind, actually.
Yeah, me
I wanna
too.
go taste
17.
those mushrooms.
Yeah, I want to go talk to the
I
people.
rolled a 17 on nature
There's
to try
no
to
people,
see.
you dumbass.
Well, if there are
This is
people,
gonna sound
then we need
weird,
to talk to
but
them.
the benefits of these mushrooms in the context of capitalism.
Walk me
He's
through
getting
Busto's.
Okay,
model.
how economic do these
He's getting
mushrooms seem? Like how
Yeah.
what would
Yeah.
the
How
price
economic
be?
do these
Well,
mushrooms seem?
what are the
They
what
all
are the
have little
tendencies?
seeds
Are they
on-
are they
Mushroom-
communists or capitalists?
Mushroom-
No,
Wall
what are the
Street.
tendencies?
I think mushrooms would be communist. I'm just saying.
Definitely,
Yeah,
definitely.
They grow together.
They're all connected from
They
high
do grow
fae.
together.
Yeah.
They're
But more
mean-
importantly, basically, what
They're
would
not
the
plants.
what would the estimated economic value of these be?
They are valuable enough for someone to want to harvest them.
Wait, I'm
Yes,
gonna roll a
but-
nature
well,
check.
My nature check is more so trying to determine what
Oh, that's
exactly
cocked.
do the
what's
mushrooms
the
do.
value?
That's also
Yeah.
cocked. Okay,
If they're
that was
anything like
good.
your moon toad ones, they seem
14.
to have. You don't recognize these particularly unless Busto has spent a significant amount of time in caves that I didn't know about.
No, actually,
Um,
that's where all of my life
Yeah.
has been, Trevor. Fun fact.
no,
we made a
but
game.
Okay, here you go. Because you are so unfamiliar with these mushrooms, you would assume they are fairly rare, and so would have, even if they don't have particularly beneficial
He's
properties.
Busto. He does have 6 intelligence. Assumptions aren't really a strong
They're
suit.
rare. Someone wanted them enough to harvest them.
I have a question.
Oh, that's fair.
So, I
Sorry.
got a
I
14
was
on
just
my
like-
nature check, but I kind of have spent some time in caves or cave-like areas.
You haven't seen them either.
Are they
Definitely.
psychedelics?
You
Well,
can eat
there's
one.
only one
I'm
way
gonna
to
eat
find
one.
out,
Yeah, I was gonna eat one anyway if they're picking them.
All right. Well, I'm gonna take the caravan down there then, because everyone's fucking freaking out about.
I'm
staying
untying the
protected.
bobsled.
While Cal's doing that, I whistle to Hawkwolf
Aw.
and I send him down the cave.
Okay. In the passage in front of you. Sure. Are you sending him with any particular directions or just sending him?
that way.
I'm sending him to just if he sees someone, come back.
Okay.
That's a good thought.
Okay, I pick a mushroom and eat it.
I'm
Once-
also
Does
sorry.
the
one last
caravan
thing.
make it to the bottom?
Oh yeah. No, it's a very gradual path.
I'm keeping track of how long he's gone.
Okay.
Continue.
Yeah. So you guys, you roll your caravan down, and sort of through this little field of mushrooms, and I guess you come to a stop for a minute, and Valia very excitedly leaps out of the caravan and goes to pick up a mushroom.
I wouldn't do
and
that.
Cameron
we don't know.
Cameron comes out like right behind her, kind of like, just like, almost incredulously watching, not sure if Valia is the type of person to even do this.
How old is
Yeah.
Cameron?
Yeah,
20s, like
Okay.
early, like 20, 21, 20, a little bit older than Valia,
All right.
younger than most everyone else. How old
She
is
ate
Nick
the
again?
mushroom. 20s.
I would say I'm around 21.
So she's probably around your age.
Yeah, awesome.
All right, make a Constitution saving throw for me.
Man, you're
What
dead.
were you expecting?
Saving throw?
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, you're fine.
20 in all. No, wait. 19 in all.
And you're dead. Trevor's like, oh, 20. Oh, 19, you're dead.
This isn't to.
It is
Everything's
psychedelic,
all
isn't it?
different colors.
Oh no, this is just this. I was saying that rule isn't to determine if something happens, just to determine how long it lasts.
Oh, so
Um,
hide is bad in this case.
No, high is
Oh,
great.
oh, okay.
Yeah, you pop the mushroom in your mouth. It's very chewy.
Is it good tasting?
And actually, it looks really weird when Valia's eating it because it continues to glow like out of her
Oh,
teeth.
that's
Oh,
awesome.
Until finally she kind of forces down a swallow, and then like looks around like, and nothing really happens.
feel
You don't
anything?
notice any discernible
What?
effect.
Well done.
Maybe a die.
I kind of want to do another
Ma-
one.
It might be a giant.
Can I go grab their little shovel?
Sure.
Because I want that. I'm going to begin to dig in the dirt.
I'm gonna collect some mushrooms in my bag.
I'm taking after you.
I'm gonna take like 4 or 5.
Okay.
We all have mushrooms. We all have shrooms now.
You're drug dealers now.
We're
Yeah.
not,
Yeah.
we're not dealers.
Okay.
Yeah.
Can I see what kind of footprints these are?
It's a good question. Go ahead and roll investigation.
Can I also do that?
Fuck, that was terrible.
Well, mine probably isn't any better.
Can I roll investigation?
7.
To see what kind of creepy crawlies I find in this sick dirt.
Sure.
Creepy crawlies in the
Oh
dirt.
fuck! No, not this shit again.
Jeepers.
You don't need to eat
Uh-oh.
goddamn worms. God
Trevor,
damn it.
it's a 23.
Dude, yeah, you're digging for a bit, and you pull up these really weird little like roly-poly looking things, but they're just
Yes.
pale. They don't have eyes, and they're
They
just
don't glow?
white.
I love it.
Yeah.
How did you wait? Investigation?
Yeah.
That's a
rolled a
maggot. That's a
14.
maggot.
Oh, well. Oh, damn. Yeah, well, never mind. It's a 14. I was looking at insight.
Oh, I was like, what?
Did she find maggots?
I was like,
No, they're
yeah,
like
some-
they're
they're
pill
little
bugs.
they're little cave pill
Can I
bugs.
put them in
Sorry,
a little
sorry,
jar?
burst your bubble.
Sure. What's your salamander's name?
Benjamin?
Benjamin's probably gonna want to eat them.
I love
You
that.
might want to keep them in a
about-
different jar.
No, maybe they're for him.
Benjamin's just
It's
a joke.
okay,
Let
but
him
can
eat
I
it. Let him eat it.
Can I bring an idea to the table?
Yeah.
You know, you know how Shaggy and Scooby eat Scooby snacks.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm aware. I mean, they're not gonna resist too
Like,
much.
what are they crunchy? What's the texture?
Do you want to eat one?
What's the
Okay.
flavor
Wait, I
profile
wanna
on
watch
this
this,
bad
by the way.
boy?
I'd say you guys sort of notice Cal is going around looking at these tracks, and you guys notice like Nick kind of picking up the bug and like looks over at Cal for a second and then just pops it in her mouth and chews for a second. It's satisfying. It's crunchy. It's
Did I
kind
notice
of
it?
big, so it's got a really nice like. Go
Did I
ahead.
notice her digging through the dirt?
You can roll
It's
perception.
like a little
Can I have
Tic
just
Tac.
noticed it? Because I don't
Oh,
want to
you
stop.
know.
20.
Yeah, you notice.
Can I go up to her and be like, was it good?
Yes.
Put some on this mushroom.
The mushroom didn't taste good, Dave.
He said it was just chewy.
It didn't really taste like
It's
anything.
like rubber.
Tasted like a mushroom.
Texture is
Oh,
a
that's
really
fantastic.
texture is a really big thing for me, and I don't know if I'm into. I like.
Yeah.
Are there any more just like in
dude.
where she was digging?
What?
Was there any more that where she was
Of the
digging?
bugs?
Yeah.
She got a couple.
Can I get a couple more?
You can go ahead and go down in the dirt.
Yeah, I want to get a couple. Put it on my mushroom and eat the mushroom
You need another one?
with the bugs on it.
Okay.
For texture.
Yeah, that's what I was trying
It's
to
like when
say.
they put
Yeah,
little
no, it
crispy
actually
stuff on chopped
it
on
does
top
kind of
the food.
improve it. It's kind of like you remember that
Oh.
cheese we had the other day?
Which
Remember
one?
that cheese,
Oh,
the
mozzarella?
Ratatouille.
Ratatouille.
The mozzarella?
It's like take
No,
some mashed
the
potatoes.
Prairie Breeze.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's kind of like that.
Oh, that was good. I'm gonna take some more of these
He
bugs.
puts it in. He
He
sees,
hears some
he sees
jazz
flavors
music,
and
right?
jazz.
Make
Here's
another
some-
con save.
Oh yeah.
And then far
Uh,
deep down in the cave, we hear anyone can cook.
22.
22. All right. You got a good con, don't
Cavern
you?
is
I have
haunted
plus
by
7 to con. I have
Gusto.
advantage in saving throws on
Everything's
con.
haunted by Gusto.
That's-
Oh.
that's-
Even Ratatouille's haunted
Okay.
by Gusto. All right.
Well, not advantage. I get just proficiency. I mean.
Can I see how many what were collected when these people came through?
Oh, it seems like a lot.
A lot?
There's a
Okay.
lot in here, and they've sort of made a little swath through it that they've been picking them up.
Is that the only place that they've picked, or is the rest of the room completely?
Rest of the room is
also picked?
untouched.
How long has it been since I did see invisibility? A while?
It's been a while. It's been a couple
I
hours.
only have 1 hour.
Was it just the mushrooms that were picked, or it's like the dirt under it is turned up?
It actually looks like it's been like turned, like tilled. It looks like they tilled the dirt.
Oh
So they're
crap!
farming it.
Yeah, we're in somebody's
Yeah, we're in
farming
someone's
field.
farm.
Yeah, I
Oh,
rolled a
that's
23 on perception,
It's kobolds.
specifically to look up
It's
and
kobolds.
around to try to
We
see
can
any
handle them.
markings, any
Oh yeah, they're gonna die.
animals.
No,
Is
I
it
didn't
clan
wanna just-
clawback?
That would be funny. I don't know if their reach
Now you're eating
extends
their
quite this
fucking
far.
mushrooms.
We don't need to kill everything we see.
I know.
These guys
Says
are
you.
obviously civilized.
I really want to fight
Yeah,
people
right.
though right now though. Like,
Okay, well,
I was an asshole.
Everyone, I don't
with
think
Orion, so I
there's
only
much
just
here.
did that.
besides glowing mushrooms that look funny when you eat them.
That is
Cal,
something.
I beg to differ.
Yeah, I know.
There's
I
a
see-
much
I see,
richer.
I see your snacks, all right?
It's fantastic.
I'm
Try
not-
it on the mushroom.
It's actually really good though. It's like a really nice crunch.
Do you want some mushrooms with it?
Do you need a crunch right now?
I don't need a crunch, thank
Need a
you.
crunch
I'm
bar.
gonna get in the caravan and start galloping away, even though they're not even in
Right
there yet.
around this point of argument, you hear a little keening cry, and then Hawkwolf swoops
no.
into the chamber. Of course, taking
The
his
worst
customary
Avenger,
thing and
Hawkwolf.
just like swooping right past your
He's a
head,
furry.
Cal. You basically, as you guys have hung out,
You guys
Wolfie has
hung out?
really taken a liking to freaking you out while he's a
Me?
bird.
I love that.
And then he sort of lands on your arm and looks at you for a second, and then nods his head. Busto.
Oh,
Can I-
can I roll animal handling to try to better understand what a nod means?
It means there's people. 'Cause
I
you,
figured, but is there any way he could project how many people?
you could talk to him.
That's literally the druid thing, you know,
Yeah.
the thing that you do.
Forgot about that.
I mean, he could try
Is
and
there
hold up
any
some
way
talons.
I can see?
He just wants to gamble with his dice today. Like he's like, let's put it up to fate.
I'm just imagining the math from The Hangover going around your head.
Yeah.
But yeah. We'll see. People.
A couple people, Busto.
many?
I saw 6. There are probably more. There's a little camp that way.
Busto,
Funny people, Busto.
can you ask him what they look like?
You didn't. I don't.
What
Did you know
do
that he
they
sent
look
it?
like?
Weird
I
legs,
don't think
twisty
he told
legs.
you, he sent them down to find people.
Well, it's obvious.
People?
Wait, hold on.
They,
Wait, he's talking.
I
they
know,
have they have a nose and eyes and stuff.
I was talking. I was trying to tell him.
But me skin, or cow skin,
Busto, just ask him what they look like.
Ow!
or Nick skin?
Busto, just ask him what they look like.
They've got the horns like that one, but it's more like Nick's skin.
Bunch of rams.
It's a bunch of rams. Ask him exactly, just the description.
What were they?
Thank.
Does Wolfie know that sort of thing?
I would assume.
He's a scholarly animal.
Yeah,
He
being
has
in
spent a
being in
lot
the
of time.
college a lot, he would have encountered a lot of different people.
I'd say he knows it enough to say he knows enough to tell you that they're fae.
What do you say?
They are they.
Oh, that's not good. Do I know of
Isabel's
any
Isabel's
fae
happy.
down here? Down here?
Anywhere this far out into nature is bound to overlap with a fae a bit, especially weird, extreme places like this cave.
Yeah.
So it's not that weird of a thing to happen.
Okay.
It's uncommon, sure,
I
but
love
But
that.
if
I'm gonna
this,
sniff out all the lights on the caravan.
okay.
if this is their farm, then they're probably civilized people.
But we don't know that for sure.
Well, don't just
They
go in.
have a camp.
Yeah, don't just
Yeah.
go in guns
We're
ablazing.
not
Let's
going
talk-
in guns
Hey,
This
blazing.
can
happens a
I,
lot
like,
with us.
Can I have my moment to speak?
Yes, please do.
I could sneak over there and check it out and come back.
That would make us look very bad if you got caught.
That's true.
I can
I'm
see.
a really good liar if I get caught.
How about this?
I have
What
an
if
idea. How about this? How about we stroll up, us 3, in the caravan.
that
You
was my
follow him
idea?
behind. It was. I'm so sorry.
No, I was gonna have her go first, and then we meet up.
Well, if you get caught, which you want if we're first, then you know what I'm
But
saying.
there's also
We could cause a
if we
division.
want to be.
See,
It's coming in and out. It's the third time I've said it. Shut up. Drop the subject.
If we want to like just
What?
Huh?
check it out without engaging
What?
with them, I'm just offering. Like I
That's not
could
what he
totally
meant.
go over
That's what he
there.
was
I
talking
can. I can
I
be.
thought you meant my voice.
I
No.
can be invisible. I can go over there,
Got it.
check it out, come back.
Okay,
and
well,
just
if
tell
you,
you
if you
what
want
to
to scout ahead.
expect. I will.
All right, go do that. We'll start moving right now with the caravan.
Okay, awesome.
I'm
I will go
off in
do
my
that.
sleigh.
I was saying
Wow.
you're like, we always turn it into violence, and then you're like, let's create a diversion. I was like, what?
Talking to them is a diversion.
Diversion for what? Why do
Well,
we need a
If
diversion?
she's
For
gonna
on
sneak in,
perception,
you
I
want us
rolled
you want us to go
nat
first.
20
don't
and then
wanna
a
sneak
2. So
One saw you.
because you're invisible.
Yeah.
So
So my
yes.
stealth
That's fine.
roll is
It's coming in and out.
17.
17. Okay, yeah, so you walk away from the caravan, kind of turn around and wave at them, and then just turn invisible, and then slink off into the darkness. And you go forward probably good 3 or 4 dozen meters until the little tunnel, this smaller tunnel out of the mushroom room, takes a little turn and opens back up into... I don't know if you've ever seen those clay villages where it's like all the little houses built into the walls. You ever seen that with the little arches?
Yes.
Kind of looks like that. And there's these little homes along the side of this cave wall, and then like a communal area in the front where there seems to have been like dried grass or hay laid out across the ground, with a little well in the middle. And milling around this little town are definitely more than 6 people. You get the sense Wolfie might not have such a good handle on the whole numbers thing. But
That's fair.
it is a little town, and looking at it for a moment, you're kind of caught off guard. They're people, but they all have these like weird tunics that go down pretty far, and pretty quickly you realize it is because they have goat legs,
They're satyrs.
and little
I have goat legs.
little goat horns. You do have these are like straight up goat legs,
Satyrs,
like
yeah.
They're
grafted
like the
off
guy
of a
from
goat.
Narnia.
Satyr.
They don't look hostile. You actually see one of them carrying around this little bundle of mushrooms, but they just seem to be going like to a market, going through. There's one with some farming equipment talking to another off in the corner, but it just seems like a little village,
I love
basically.
them so much. How many of them are they? How many?
How many?
there?
There's
Yeah.
probably... You'd reckon that the amount of homes would lend itself to about 3 dozen individuals.
All right.
It's close to 6.
As far as
Cool.
Busta's concerned, yeah.
I mean, it's decent.
I'm gonna go back and catch and find them again and be like, fellas, these guys are the cutest things you will ever see.
What do you
Can
mean,
you-
cute?
Describe that.
Okay,
Suspicious.
so they are like fawns. They're like satyrs.
They have legs like mine. Heel kick.
Yeah, but way cuter.
Um,
And also, there's not like 6 of them. There's like mid 30s of them, maybe 40.
Oh, well,
Wolfie
Okay.
said at least.
so there's no way we're fighting our way past this one. Did they look hostile?
Oh,
so?
absolutely not. They look like little farmers.
how
Oh,
how tall
alright.
are they?
We should be able to walk right through.
Oh, they're like little fellas. I don't know. Everyone looks tall to me.
How tall are they?
Satyrs a bit shorter than average.
Okay.
They're not small, but they're probably like...
Are their horns like mine at all?
Their horns are cuter than yours. They're more like ram, goat horns or ram horns or something.
So they're more
I
like
have a
mine.
really bad idea.
Are you gonna disguise self?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That might not. I don't think we need to trick them.
Yeah, we don't need
is
to.
the
We just
thing.
walk
They're
straight
really cool looking.
Looking.
Yeah, so why don't we be cool to them? Because they just.
I
seem
mean,
like
if they're
cool
just a civilization
farmers.
under, they just seem like they're not doing anything. Did you
Down
see any
here, they need to be able to protect themselves somehow.
from what? A
No,
band
there
of
was-
6 adventurers with 30 of them?
There was nothing.
For example,
There was nothing to suggest that like they would have anything to hurt anyone. They literally looked so chill.
Here, how about this? You sit in the back, disguised as a satyr, and if one comes up to us, just pop your head out and say that you're letting us through.
All right.
In a community that small, they probably know everybody.
Probably, but there's a good chance she could get a natural 20 or like a high roll. She has good
I
charisma.
am a satyr for somewhere else.
Yes. This is my. I'm visiting my grandmother.
Can I just say though, Fae are hard to trick.
I know. I'll just cast fog cloud. They won't be able to see me.
I just feel like it might be better to go into it honestly.
I'll give you a signal to come out. I'll knock on the the back here twice. Alright?
They'd have to beat my spells.
All right.
Save DC too.
So you guys load back into the cart
Which is fine.
Which
and
is fine.
head off down this passageway right along the route Nick took until you round the corner and see the little village of satyrs laid out right in front of you. As you sort of come into their view, you see a couple of figures sort of perk up and look over your caravan, sort of stopping whatever they're doing and gesturing for others to
I'm
look
just gonna
too.
Wave, not like nonchalantly, just like a nice friendly wave.
Tiny peeking out. I can see what they look like, and then I'm going to disguise myself to look as most like them as I can.
All right.
My limbs and my horns and my skin color can't change, but I can shorten a little bit, and all my clothes can change.
No, your skin color can change.
No, can't. It says your body cannot change. Besides,
No, it's
growing
your body
fur.
type. So like you have to stay a humanoid.
Oh, then my
Everything
skin
else
changes to their color, which is
You
Skin
can't become
color.
a spider, basically.
which is what?
Tan.
Oh, okay.
Maybe probably
I'm
like an
tan.
umber, kind of like a very heavily
This shit's on
tan.
Tan City.
Which is a bit weird for being in a cave. No, they're pretty pale, I'd imagine, since they live in a cave. I thought about it for like more than 3
So
seconds.
They're around of like a
I'm
bunch of
literally what I
irradiated
am.
mushrooms.
So basically, what I am.
They're tan.
Yeah, something like that.
I look like I've lived in a cave all my life. Cool.
Okay.
And you sort of start passing through. No one seems worried, but around halfway through their little village, somebody kind of jogs up and vaults onto one of your horses so that he's facing you, Cal, and he sort of
Oh, lovely.
settles himself and places his hands and goes,
Oh, hi. Hold on a second. I'm gonna peek my head in the back and like talk to Busto. And you. Don't say anything about the mushrooms. Oh, I'm gonna close it and look back at him.
yes,
Oh shit.
It's their farm.
so, what are you doing?
Just passing
What
through.
you do?
Well, this isn't a very common place to pass through.
I know we need to get to the other side of the Southern Arborholm Mountains.
Are you going over there?
Yeah,
You know where you're going? Do you want a map? I could sell you a map.
that would be fantastic. How much for the map?
Oh, I'm certainly a fan of denarii. Do you have any denarii?
No.
Hmm. Do you know any good jokes?
I think I have a friend that might be very good at some jokes. Busto.
You hear papers in the background.
He's quite funny. Just give him a second. He'll think of something.
What's the cheapest kind of deer meat? Deer balls are under $1. They're
Are you telling me that?
Yeah.
Val whispered that.
yeah.
Here's a good one. What is the lowest
The cheapest.
priced, the cheapest type?
of satyr meat.
Oh my god.
What is the cheapest type? Say to me.
They're deer.
No, they're not. They're goats.
Well, they're close.
What is? Wait, you want me to say? You want me to say Satan?
I don't care.
No,
No, say deer. Say
he's a
deer.
What is the
satyr.
cheapest
Oh,
type
of
of
deer meat?
What's the cheapest type of deer meat?
Deer balls.
That's just.
Deer
Just-
balls.
they're on-
Deer
Because
balls.
they
They're
are
on-
under the buck.
Wait a second. That doesn't make any sense. That currency doesn't exist in this universe.
What? Sorry?
Bucks.
'Cause they're
like
under a
dollars,
stag.
don't exist.
They're not even called bucks, they're called stags. Ha! It was funny for us.
So was that funny enough for
we
you?
enjoyed it.
Roll performance
Oh.
at
Right.
disadvantage.
Oh.
Okay,
Okay.
with his help at
I
regular.
was role playing because I have terrible charisma. Would that just be
I
straight?
have more.
Just roll.
I have more.
So
I'm gonna get
helped.
negatives.
Nice.
Oh, just roll normal?
Yeah.
It's
That's
16.
so helpful.
Yeah, that's decent.
I have another one that's even funnier. And
Oh, my friend
actually
has
goes to the...
another one. What are you saying?
Why does a crane stand on one leg?
Why does the what?
Why does a crane stand
Why are
on
you
one
dumb?
leg? Just say it.
Why does the crane stand on one leg?
I don't know. Why does the crane stand on one leg?
Because
Because
if he lifted it,
if you lifted
he'd
it,
fall over.
he'd fall over.
Okay, that one was.
I have one last joke.
What is it then?
You know, tell him this. You know how geese
Geese? You know?
You-
Wait, you know how geese
fly in a V?
fly in a V?
Why is one side
Why is one side
of the V
of the V
shorter
I love this joke. Sorry.
Shorter.
than the other.
than the other.
Shorter than the other.
Why?
Because there's more geese, less geese on that side.
I'm not looking these up. I've known these for a long
Yeah, no,
time.
those are just Nate jokes. That's why I've heard them before. It makes me laugh.
You're a funny sort.
Thank you very much.
What do a duck and a bicycle have in common?
I'm
They
not
both
sure.
have handlebars, except for the duck. No.
No. All
I
right.
do have a tail.
Well, was that enough? Was that enough jokes for you?
Some would call it too many.
Knock, 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 knock.
Well, that's great. Too many jokes. Do you have a map?
I guess maybe not on me. He pulls out a little like ink quill, and he leans over and he starts drawing a map on your horse's butt,
Nice.
basically just like straight onto the horse's hide. And he's going, well, where are you trying to get to? I mean, that would certainly help. You got a lot of paths. to
There
take.
is an abandoned fortress out somewhere on the other side of the mountains here, and
Okay,
Try to
trying to
get-
cross the mountains. Got it. Well, you're gonna bring up. You got a little bit of ways to go. It's a pretty quiet cave, but you know you're gonna have to pass through the big door out there, Giant's Gate or whatever it is.
oh, we did hear about that, right? Last time we did hear about that. Last time, yeah.
You hear chattering from
yeah,
the back.
Yeah, we understand. Actually, can you draw that in my notebook? It might wash off if we go under some water.
He goes, I think you can sketch it, and he keeps
think I
drawing on the
can.
horse's butt. And you see sort of sketch out this like winding path that leads back to a little X, like where you supposedly are, and then you put big fucking door on one side, and he made a couple little notes. He's got a little part circled that says mushrooms. He's got another part circled that says assholes. He's got another little part circled that says don't go here. And after he's done, he's kind of sits back and he's got the little pen like partially in his mouth. And he goes, "All right, that's a pretty damn good map if I've ever seen
I
one."
think it's
I know where we're
fantastic.
going
Thank you very
first.
much. Where they grow assholes.
Where they
Where they said don't go.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
the
We're not going there.
We're going there first.
What is it?
Don't go.
You're
It's
still in the caravan, aren't you?
He's
I probably would have been
Yeah,
poking
he
my
would
head
have.
out.
I'm just-
You're in
still
the
in
back,
there.
though.
Yeah, I would be poking my head out though.
it's a big hole where we throw things we don't want to keep, and they don't come back out
Why's that?
because they don't come back out.
Why's that?
I mean, it's a hole.
because it's
If
probably really
if
deep.
And then Busto pulls out his staff.
if I drop my staff,
You know what they say about holes and staffs.
That was smooth as fuck. I gotta give you that.
Wow.
But not what I was going for.
An hour back.
Welcome back.
Because well, mushrooms have runoff, and runoff breeds slime molds, and there's a lot of slime molds down that pit.
Let's go get them.
Adrian
Let's go get them.
wants to fight a gelatinous
I
cube.
know.
Cal wants to get to the other side of this mountain, so we gotta get to the other side of this
What
mountain.
would the gelatinous cube have?
What would a gelatinous cube
A lot of
taste like?
gelatin.
It's acid.
Wow.
Gelatin?
Yeah.
Alright, well, thank you very much for your help. I'll sketch that down and,
Ask them why they don't throw the assholes in that pit.
Actually, Valia, you lean up to whisper that in Cal's ear, and he sort of nods, and he turns back to you, and he says, "Hade betyget det för att
They're kicking in. Yeah, go ahead. I'm just gonna lay down.
And Cal, while you're watching,
Should've got
you
more
see
of these
Valia's
mushrooms.
kind of peeking in, and you turn and say, I don't know, something completely mundane, and her eyes just go like saucers, and she just sort of like slowly drifts away from you. She doesn't say, "I'm gonna go lay down." She just floats backwards until she's lying on the floor of the caravan.
you see, Busto.
No, I'm not gonna make that joke.
So we can just follow the map. Do we have to do anything at the big door?
Yeah, that's actually a good question. Is there anything that we need to do to get past that gate?
Well, none of you are secretly fire giants, right?
No.
Or frost giants.
No.
Well, you should be fine. It'll probably ask you a few questions if it thinks you're not supposed to pass through there, but
Busto is part giant. Will that be a problem?
depends on
Am I part giant?
Yeah.
Furbolgs
Furbolgs
are
are giantkin.
Oh, I could do something, but I'm kind of out of it right
Oh
now.
fuck. Ah, that's magic. It's fine.
Yeah.
I
He can
says
be a spider if he wants.
if there is giant descendants, then they probably will stop you for questions. But the questions aren't usually bad, and as long as you're not on a dark path, you should be fine.
Cool.
Alright, well, thank you very much.
He's not on a dark path. He's a sweetie.
I'm gonna look at him like, I'm gonna get off my horse.
He just sort of like looks back at you, grinning.
Guys, we have a
Do you
travel
have
friend.
anything to trade?
I've got some jokes.
Please tell us a
Joke
joke.
for joke?
Please tell us a joke.
Why-
That's
We
4
can-
jokes, Joseph.
We can go with him on the horse.
He's gonna.
What? Okay, I've got a good one. Why do seagulls fly over the sea?
Why?
Because if they flew over the bay, they'd be bagels.
That's such a classic! This guy is so funny.
Cal
Yes.
pukes again.
I cast.
If
Busto
they-
casts disintegrate.
He goes, okay, wait. I'm sorry, it's not my
He
best
just goes,
material.
I had to Google her.
they'd be bagels.
She says
They
fuck,
just like
she
hears
does
it in the
that.
background and is like, the
That's a-
greatest revelation known to man.
Yeah.
He goes, okay, wait.
That's how
He's
they
like,
get bagels.
you can turn seagulls into bagels by making them fly over the bay?
He waits back and he kind of looks back and he points at Cameron and he goes, how do you make holy water?
Oh. You boil the hell out of it.
You boil the hell out of it.
Well, that's just fantastic. I've heard that one
That's a
before.
good one too.
There's a,
After about 5 or 6 seconds from the caravan, you hear.
and something falls out of the back of the caravan.
Guys.
Alright, well, that was so many jokes.
I'm
I
sorry,
don't
I'm
think my
just
sternum
reading.
can
I'm just
take it
reading these
anymore.
terrible jokes.
Yeah, I love it.
I think I'm just going to be laughing too hard.
He goes, oh, you know why I drew the map on your horse?
Why?
Well, I can't use paper, right?
Yeah.
It's terrible.
Oh.
Disintegrate.
Before you
Situational
disintegrated
jokes
yourself.
are the
Die.
best jokes. Hey, here's a good one.
Oh my! I can't write this, man.
Do you want to check out the salamander we have in the back of the cart? It's not a joke. I just really want to amuse you.
Wait, you have a salamander? Wink, wink.
I'm over here feeding him some of the mushrooms.
Yeah, I know, right? That's what I was thinking. Aren't the mushrooms with the fucking salamander?
Yeah, I mean, I didn't take any, so if
I'm with the salamander.
I think we lost that salamander.
Oh,
Yes.
fuck.
I'm sorry to bring it up again.
Shit.
A hand comes out from the caravan
really
holding
sorry.
the
Sometimes
salamander.
it's like, I still feel it.
Did anybody just hear that?
What?
A hand comes out
No.
of the caravan holding the salamander, presenting it to you guys.
It's holding
Oh.
literally a clump of cloth that he ripped off of his scarf. She ripped off of her scarf.
Well, that's. Oh, I can't believe he's back.
It's
Wow,
a
that's just
lump
great.
of scarf.
Oh, it's. Oh, I thought you meant the salamander. was.
Valia is stoned.
She's so fucking hot.
Valley's fucked up, man.
All right. Well, I know. Okay. Well, we best be going. We need to travel and get pretty far pretty soon.
How long is this gonna last?
He goes, all right. And he
entire
hops off the
session.
side of his horse.
Thank you for helping us.
And you guys sort of start heading out of the town when you hear a voice from behind you yell, kind of in Buster's direction, goes, how many apples grow on a tree?
All of them.
All of them!
I totally guessed that.
And
I
Cal-
like you.
He just sees
I love that fella.
Val just got it.
Wait, what's your name?
Oh, it's
Fucker.
Zip Goff. I have satyr names right here. in case I
Zip
had
Goff. Sure.
Love it.
I was gonna go with like Reggie, but that was someone else's name.
Oh.
That's a good name.
R.I.P. Reggie.
They trade with jokes.
No, I thought it. Okay, what?
Zip Goff. Look me up. Probably won't come up. That's okay.
Look at me.
I
Do
like
they have
you.
yellow
Do
pages?
they have
in-
the internet?
They have satyr pages.
Satyr page.
So they have satyr list.
Shut the
Oh my
fuck
God.
up.
Satyr's list.
Satyr
So,
book.
where are you guys going?
Instasate.
I sort of want to go fight.
Saturn.
Snape chat.
Snape.
I tried to exit my mouth and it just.
I tried to say satyr Tinder, but I came Cinder.
Cinder.
That's a good one. That's marketable.
All right. Well, do we see anything up ahead that's new, or are we just continuing?
Let's go.
I'm gonna copy down the map.
Those
in a
mushrooms
notebook.
have stayed with you.
Okay.
Oh yeah, they have.
And yeah, Valia's just
Ah!
Valia's currently
It looks
falling
like
in the
fucking
backseat.
light speed, like.
Yeah. Yeah, no, Valia's like, guys, slow down a little bit. Yeah, that.
Oh, look at his face.
Wait, so guys, are we gonna go check out the do not enter section of the cave?
No, I think it would be best if we just hurry up and get to the other side of the mountains. Not everything has to be about fighting things and killing things. Right now, we have a job to do, and we need to do it because if we don't do it soon, then
But
it's going to be our fault when we lose.
it's like I really miss killing stuff that can't kill me back. I haven't had an easy fight in like a year.
Well, yeah. Well, yeah, I know. We've had some. We've definitely been crawling our way up the ranks. So we might as well stick to it. We shouldn't be wasting our time fighting things that we don't need to.
Yeah, but is it really a waste of time if we have fun? Is fun a waste of time in your town?
Wasting time in the grand scheme of things means that the people we're going up against are inching closer and closer to their goal.
Ugh, you are such a wet blanket. But I mean, I guess. All right.
Or wet blanket, because it's full of wetness.
Alright.
It's full of wetness.
I'm gonna keep
Cal's
going.
wet blanket.
I'm sad.
Are we going right to the door?
Cal is actually sad that she said that.
Are we going right to the door? Are we not making any cool stops?
Oh god.
You've got a little while before you.
Yeah, we have a couple days, right? Yeah.
Probably.
I love caves.
Okay, so we're continuing on.
Blankie.
What?
I just wrote down Cal's a wet blankie.
Oh, that's really nice.
I'm straight face now, we're good.
Yeah. So, you head further into, or your group, Valia, are you okay? Valia. How's
No.
Valia doing?
She's freaking out.
Am I hearing voices in my head? That was just a voice.
I don't know, probably. Valia can hear the narrator.
Oh my god.
She has pierced the veil.
She slowly figures out we're all in a story.
She's looking around at this room
Yeah.
right now.
Proceed.
Don't. That scared me. Don't.
Proceed.
I feel like.
She's
ugh.
enlightened now.
Don't look at me.
So,
Valia's
following
seen
the
some
Satyr
shit.
Village, your group
That
continues
probably-
onward through the tunnel, actually for several more days at this point.
Yeah.
Didn't wear off yet.
Oh yeah, no.
Thank
like,
God.
it took,
Holy
like,
shit.
It took you ate 2 whole mushrooms, so it took you like 2 days.
So a few days, that means I could take a long rest?
That's totally
I mean,
rough.
dude, you didn't
I
have
took
a choice.
few long rests.
Even within an hour, you took like 3 long rests.
Cameron kind of seemed to coax Valia back into sentience after a little while.
I still
Um,
have
Do we
3
need to?
more.
Do we need to make like? Do we need to stay up at night and like do checks, or we going through it in the cave?
We're going in. I'm assuming you guys are taking watch
Yep.
at night. But if you've kept to like the map, it's probably gonna keep you away.
Awesome.
I'd say you've had some scenarios where at night you heard things moving, but a lot of things in this cave seem to just want to stick to themselves.
That's cool.
And like I'd say you had an encounter where like some rats, maybe even like unrotted cranium rats came up and sort of approached you, but after kind of eyeing each other down, they sort of scattered away again.
We take some fucking rats.
So
Orion energy.
the exact number of days you've been traveling it's becoming harder and harder to track as it becomes easier to lose the sort of thread of the passage of time. With no sun or moon to guide your cycle of sleep, you find yourselves growing increasingly detached from the normal rhythm of day and night. With only Busto's ability to check what time it is to keep you going, despite that intellectual knowledge, your natural circadian rhythm still sort of gets sent out of whack.
Are you checking out that wind element?
Yeah, I would have been communing with nature at night at least.
It's just sort of drifting along behind you now.
Is it up or is it down? Like,
We're
or
in
is
a
it on the
cave,
same
so it
plane?
can't go too.
It's as high as it can go, I suppose.
So it's up on the ceiling?
Yeah. So basically, you guys have just been choosing to rest whenever your group feels tired at this point.
That's
Yeah.
life. In a weird.
Oh, wait
I'm down.
Can I do something weird?
What?
After him.
always. He always wants to do
does.
something weird.
What, Busto?
On the wall right next to me,
Mm-hmm.
I'd like to write in Druidic.
Hello, windy friend.
I'll say you have the benefit of time on your side, so you can see that it goes completely ignored.
Have you told us about this thing yet?
Mm.
So a few days after your diverting tunnel, you find that the natural fungi and small mushrooms begin to grow larger and larger and develop thicker and thicker hides. So they're starting to dim too. They're glowing less and less. And
Val's like so many fucking mushrooms.
from when you start noticing this, it only takes a few hours of travel through these conditions before the mushrooms have become as large or larger than most trees,
That's so.
creating a sort of forest analog down in the caves, which your cart is now winding
I'm
through.
How
losing my
big?
mind.
How much
I
do you
love
think you
it.
could get from one of those?
But it's
You
really
just take
dark,
a bite and you're
right?
like, "Ah!"
Eat the whole thing.
There's
bro.
the light
Go
has
here.
basically been cut off from everywhere except for under the cap of the mushroom.
That is
Where
so
it's
cool. But
actually
they're so
organized.
tall. They're like lamps.
sort
I
of.
love that.
Busto, whenever he just sees something new, would be using his herbalist kit to just categorize
I'm gonna-
mushrooms, etc.
I'm gonna,
We're gonna like tell them things, put numbers on them.
I'm gonna go down in my barrel every night, by the way.
Okay.
I'm gonna sleep on my sled.
What's Milkshake doing?
He's my bed. He's my warmth. She gives milk.
I don't want that in the wagon if that's what you're.
It's on my
insinuating.
sled.
Disgusting.
Fucking milking the cow while everyone's sleeping.
Yeah,
Like,
true.
I was imagining Valley was just like lying under the couch.
oh, Jesus.
That's a good image. That's a good
Yeah,
image.
good
I
job.
love
That's
That's all
hearing
you
that.
have to do, man.
All right. So we're
Nobody
going
else
to
is
the
using this
mushroom
milk.
forest,
And it's
Yep.
so cool.
This
Have
is
you guys
fucking
ever
cool.
seen Treasure Planet?
or a journey to the
You
center
need
of
to
the
stop
earth.
sitting next
Yeah,
to Busto.
I love Treasure Planet.
But you know they light on the planet.
Travis?
Yeah.
This
Cool.
is a good time.
There might be one coming up.
Never mind. You give me the heads up, man.
Okay. So are we just continuing, or can I make a perception check? Do I see any animals?
Sure, go ahead.
14.
I'll make one as well.
Okay.
Nat 1. 2.
He's
Nat 20.
probably like.
Oh.
Oh my
So
God.
what is there? Nat
What do I
20.
see? Yeah. What do I see?
What is there?
You're ridiculous.
With a nat 20,
You see everything, not even just animals.
And it's still like a total of like 4,000.
as what you would guess,
So 29 total, just like me.
I'll say with a 29. Jesus. I'll say this is a little
Close
past
to
the
the
exact
30s.
moment we started talking about it. You've been going through the mushroom forest for a while. And as what may have been, you'd guess, your 8th day or so down here comes to a close. You spot, Busto, you spot this in the distance, this little flickering light. And its flame is sort of this like flashing orange, these thin rays as they've kind of broken through the mushrooms. The small forest of mushrooms scattering and redirecting the light, making it difficult to accurately pinpoint. And that is what you notice.
Is it so? It's moving quite a bit, or
It seems to be in place. It's just a flickering light, and it's sort of like getting reflected through the
No, it's a
mushrooms.
will-o-wisp.
What?
It's floating. It's a floating flicker of light.
No,
Sorry,
it looks like a campfire.
Oh, okay. Okay, I was spacing. I was thinking about something else.
And in terms of animals, there are these like the pill bugs that Nick ate. There are some of those, and they're kind of big, like the mushrooms. Not to the same. They're like the size of a house cat,
Guys,
maybe.
this is like a meal.
They're the size of a house.
Cat.
Oh.
That'd be so creepy.
Oh, he was like, they're kind of big. They're not that big. They're just like the size of a house.
Yeah, those are the small ones.
Yeah.
Actually,
Buster
that's cute.
send
That's
You
like
could
a whole
take
meal,
those.
though. That's like dinner.
What?
Hawkwolf.
Hawkwolf.
Wolf.
All right, to scout, to
Yes.
investigate from what vantage point? In the mushrooms, above the mushrooms.
Kind of scraping the mushroom tops.
Okay.
Scraping the mushroom tops.
Yeah, you put out your arm and Hawkwolf leaps off and then just off into the distance for
cow.
for a couple minutes as you've brought the caravan to a stop before you hear this little like the sound of wings again, and he back down under your arm and reports that there is a small campfire ahead where somebody is cooking right now.
What are they cooking? Didn't see.
Meat, some kind.
That's not good.
Well,
As
okay.
long as it's not people meat.
Can we get out of the caravan and go check, like, go walk up slowly?
Yeah.
Does everyone want to go scout it out a little bit?
Yeah.
Be invisible?
I think.
Or are we just going as like friendly travelers?
As friendly travelers.
Okay, awesome. I love that.
But be ready.
Actually no.
excellent.
Can I? Who's the highest dex bonuses? You two?
I don't know. I have.
Oh, my dex bonus
Well,
is
I know you. I know
super
I have
high.
+2.
What's yours, Arthur?
Plus
2. We have the same exact dex.
But
I have a 15.
one
he
one
is
of you
higher.
two. You have a higher charisma. You're coming with me. One of you two, or actually no, you two. If you can stay back and hide around,
Oh, this is
just
so
in case,
boring.
just in case there's more than just one person, you know, and they're hostile, and me and Val can go up and talk to
What's
them.
that?
I get
Because-
to go on the mission.
Can one of these mushrooms support me? Sure.
I got plenty.
Not on the edge, but in the middle, probably.
Want a little one to eat?
What? Cal.
Yes.
I am going to. I am going to go into the top of the mushroom.
Are you sure that's a good idea, Busta?
I think it can hold me,
Well, I hope. Don't stand on the edges because those could break.
and I'm going to use beast sense with
What does that do?
so I can see through Wolfie's eyes.
Oh. How about you just stay back then and use it, and then see it?
Yeah,
Okay.
that's what I mean. But I will stay at top of
Why?
trees.
You just want to be on top of a mushroom.
Hmm.
Okay. Sounds good.
Just in case.
All right.
Oh no, just in case you just want to be up there.
You don't know.
I know.
Demons.
Get the
There could be demons. You don't know.
Jesus Christ! His eyes are really big and scary.
Demons.
There could be demons.
All right. Well, Val, you want to come with me, and Nick, you want to go off to the edge there and wait it out?
Yeah, sure.
Thank you.
All right.
I'll give it.
I would actually be telling Nick to go kind of midway up, but I'm staying in the caravan.
I thought you were gonna go what?
I'm staying like near the
Near
caravan,
the caravan, so we can watch it.
on a mushroom.
Oh, on a mush. Oh, I see. I think.
And you're watching through
Yeah.
Hawkwolf's eyes as Nick sneaks up.
Yeah,
Is that how I
Or as
understand?
we walk up.
yeah. As they walk up more.
And you're
specifically.
standing with the caravan.
Yep.
I'm not allowed to go.
It's because you're too goddamn good at stealth. All right. We need somebody to be able to watch us.
So
And
sorry,
go
can
with
I run through the plan?
Okay, so she is going to be watching from the shadows, right, to make sure that that person, right, isn't the only one there, just in case they're hostile, right? In case anyone tries to come up behind us. Busto's going to be watching through Hawkwolf, and we're going to go up to talk to them.
And I rolled a 24 in perception. That's horrible.
Cool.
Open
So
Cool.
Busto, what you see
Fuck you.
as you're sort of doing circles with Hawkwolf is there's just this figure. He's sort of a brusque looking guy. He's just got simple like short cut hair, And he's and I'd say because you have Hawkeyes, you can see really easily. Hawkeye, best Avenger. And
Hashtag don't spoil the end game.
I'm not spoiling it. I'm just saying
You
Hawkeye's the
spoiled
best
it.
Avenger. Hawkeye is in Avengers. Oh, I'm sorry. Hulk dabs and Thor's plays Fortnite.
Oh.
But
Fuck you, Trevor.
He just really couldn't
What?
know that Hulk was gonna dab.
What? Those aren't spoilers.
I said Hulk dabs.
I don't care. I wanted to see
He
it,
wanted
man.
to experience the
I wanted to
magic
experience
of
the
Hulk
magic.
dabbing
Does it
for
even
the
happen?
You
first
won't. You
time.
won't notice if I don't point it out.
Oh.
You gotta look for it.
You noticed.
All right.
I noticed because I
He's
looked it up.
attuned to dabs.
Trevor's
am.
like,
Sorry.
fucking
that.
sorry.
Sorry if that is a spoiler for it.
It's the. If
Okay, moving on.
Anyway, from your vantage point,
Safest.
Yeah.
you can see he's just sort of working this like pan of something over a fire, and he's got a couple little bags of equipment next to him, and like he has tipped over the stem of a mushroom to sit on, and then he's got the top
That's
kind of
cool as
turned
hell.
over to glow against the other mushrooms.
That's cool.
This guy's been here for a bit.
And he's sort of just going like this, and you can see your group approaching from ahead. Nick, are you going invisible or anything?
Oh, absolutely. The second they took off, I became invisible.
Yeah. So
and
so you
followed
see the group just split apart as Nick turns invisible, and Valia and Cal approach the figure. And Cal and Valia, you sort of are walking through. There's no sticks to break, so it's pretty easy to be quiet.
It's like moss.
Yeah, it's exactly like moss. And as you approach, you can see him sort of sitting there. He doesn't seem I mean, it's pretty easy to be quiet, so he doesn't really react. He clearly doesn't know you're there. What do you do? There's just this little clearing ahead of you where he's got his back turned. He's just cooking, sort of one-handed moving the.
Hey, you!
Oh.
And
Okay.
you sort of startle, and he turns, and he looks at you. And I guess in terms of description, it's just sort of not like not too angular, just sort of a round face, like slight scruff, and then just like these sort of yellow amber. Oh, yellow's maybe not the like caramel sort of eyes. They sort of stand out from the rest of his face, and he turns to you like fully, takes his hand off of the pan, and when he turns to look, you can see that he is missing his left arm.
Oh.
It seems it's not Reggie. I'm sorry. It seems to have been removed just above the elbow, and upon seeing you, he goes, hello.
Oh, hi. We're just coming through here, and we saw your campfire. We just wanted to stop by.
Well, take a seat. You do want some brisket? I've got a lot cooking here in the pot.
What remember when, kind of away from this, but remember when we went to Copper Tongue a long time
Yeah.
ago? What happened to that witch's arm or whatever it was? That's slowly turning into
leg.
wood.
Oh,
The
the
gnome
You
leg.
could put it on his stump.
I don't know what
forgot.
happened to that
I
thing.
forgot
Don't we
we
have
did
it?
I don't know. It was Orion's. I
I
don't
think
know
you
where it
guys
went.
sold it, to be honest.
It was like
Yeah. Did
Yeah.
you sell it to Tom?
I don't
or someone?
remember.
Yeah, no,
Yeah,
yeah,
we
yeah.
did.
That is what happened.
What a weird trade, I gotta say.
We just like it's the world's first prosthetic.
I don't think I'm too hungry at the moment. Thank you though.
I'm starving.
Well, if you,
No, Valia, we must not steal someone's food.
We're not. He's giving it away.
I have
Not steal, but
because I have enough for me.
He's only got one arm. Needs less nutrients.
He goes, if you want to take a seat, that's fine. I wouldn't hate the company if you even want to.
Thank
are
you.
you here alone?
Yeah, it's just me out here. Not a lot of
What do you
people
do?
down here. Well, I mean, right now I'm just checking in a few projects of mine, seeing how things turn out. It's a quiet life, and, you know. You've got to keep
Experiments
it.
like
No, just things I've pushed into motion. Parts forest here, out in the
if-
forest. You know, it's just sort of milling around.
If you don't mind me addressing the elephant in the room, what happened to your arm?
It's an old injury, lost at sea, unfortunately.
Never been to
Oh.
sea.
what happened?
Shipwreck. bad wreck and lost the arm in the process.
Do you know where exactly?
In the sea.
Thanks, Arthur.
I mean,
It's in an ocean.
it was off the east coast, but I don't know where in the sea. If I could have found the arm, I certainly would have
Well,
kept
no,
it.
that's not what I'm saying. Do you know where did you wash up?
Oh, it would be down. I don't know if you've ever been to the East-Western Alliance. It's down there. I think that's around where it is, near the equator.
So pretty far down.
Oh, a ways. It was a long time ago.
Alright.
He sort of he gestures his one arm towards the brisket and sort of raises his eyebrows at you.
We have more friends back in the caravan, so
I did notice the bird. You know, there's not a lot of birds in caves.
yeah, that's a good point. We're just scouting it out, making sure you're not hostile or anything.
Smart choice.
Is it hard to operate with just one arm?
Oh, you get used to it.
Can I see if I can take some meat from the pan without any?
I would be over there already
I'm
chowing down on some of that
invisible,
stuff.
I'm
Yeah, but I'd see
fine.
the meat float from the thing and probably suspect you.
Yeah, but
You
not
just-
if I do it so.
I probably
You
wouldn't tell
curate
on
the
you though, to be
forest.
honest.
You just take care of it?
Here and there. Not particularly.
Why?
Why not?
Have you ever had anything to use for that arm?
Okay, I've rolled, and I rolled a nat 1, so he's not completely telling you the truth.
Can I roll insight?
Sure.
Ooh, I love that.
I want to roll inside. I'm listening.
What'd you get?
It's like a 2 + 8 is 10.
I got 20 in all.
He's not lying that he's checking up on some things in the woods,
But he has more to do.
he has more to do.
I got 20 in all.
That's not his only project.
Yeah,
He's
okay.
clearly concealing. He clearly doesn't want to talk about something.
Did I get any more?
What? What'd you get?
I got a 20 in all.
There's something he's not telling you, for his own reasons.
I got a 31 to take meat without being.
Whoa.
All right, I'll
I'm
roll
sitting right in
perception.
front of it. Can I
It
get
does.
advantage since I'm sitting right in front of
I
it?
rolled a 30.
I'm sitting. I'm
Even
eating
with, even
some
when
of the meat.
Like, even with advantage, there's no way you can do it unless you get a natural.
So
20. Go for
okay, no.
Well, realistically, it would make sense if you look over
I got
to
pretty
him.
high. I got pretty high, but nowhere near a 30.
Can I roll advantage since I'm sitting right there?
To steal.
It's
See.
literally sitting
Well,
next
like
to
the
meat.
thing is, like
To
You
see.
can
I think
also
there's-
roll perception. If he
That's
doesn't
what I
get
was rolling.
If he doesn't
With
get
advantage.
advantage, you don't get advantage either.
But I'm sitting next.
But
I
he
thought
is-
he was
he's
standing
He's
talking to
literally
him.
holding
I'm
the-
sitting there
He's
eating.
like he was
He's
holding the
holding
pot.
the
Oh.
pan for you.
Oh, I thought they were over
You
there.
can
and
roll
standing.
perception if you'd like.
I did. It wasn't good. I
It wasn't a
was
nat
waiting
20?
for no.
Okay, no.
Question: have you ever had anything to use for that arm? You know, just prosthetic or anything?
You could call me old-fashioned, but I'm not particularly fond of prosthetic.
I've got an idea.
I'd rather have it back on my own terms if I ever got it back.
I have an idea. I have some rope. And I have a torch. If you combine
Continue.
those. Yeah, okay. If you put the torch here and I tap his stump.
And then wrap
And
the
Tap
rope
hit
around
you
it?
on his body.
Yeah.
Oh.
Not the end of it. Not the end of it. Just the
he-
side. Just like
You sort of reach out and tap his arm. He kind of recoils away
Oh.
from you a little. He just looks kind of uncomfortable.
it's okay.
um,
It's an idea. And then we
No,
wrap
there's no- it
the
should be
rope.
just the-
We wrap the rope around it, and then you'll have a flammable arm.
But if you hold a flame upside down, it'll set you on fire, and I turn visible.
He sort of where do you appear?
Right.
Eating his food?
Right next to him, yes, snacking on his meat.
What?
Come
on! That was 30 minutes later.
I came
yeah.
back for a reason. Like
Oh,
I didn't come back to
God
play
damn it.
D&D with you
Snacking on
fuckers.
his
I came
meat.
back to make
Thanks.
inappropriate jokes and make you laugh.
Needless to say, he is
Thanks.
surprised.
They're snacking on
Um,
his meat.
No,
That's my
he
new
sort of
one.
just he kind of you
I'm
can
so
see it's
happy.
sort
That
of
was
like a
perfect.
sort of just like a intrigued like eyebrow raise.
Damn.
And he
Why
just
you be
goes
snacking on my meat?
he goes well thought out.
Snacking, like smacking on my meat.
And thank you. But frankly, it's good to have reminders of things from time to
With
time.
one arm, your clothes must be pretty loose.
Shut up.
I like my coat.
Would you like it smaller?
No, thank you.
Question:
How about bigger? Because it
How
could go
much-
either way.
how much farther until we get to the giant gate?
couple days travel. You're gonna go.
Days travel?
You got a bit of a. I mean, you're gonna go past some things on your way. It might
Past
slow you
what?
down a bit.
Keep
What?
forgetting.
What do you mean? What passed?
Well, Children's Spire is up above from here.
There's another spire.
Well, you would know there are many spires.
Well, I know, but like, there's another spire here.
Above you? Yeah.
Did I know that?
No.
Do now.
Which spire's the children's spire? I didn't know there was one here.
No, it's up in the mountains. Not a lot of people run into it. I've seen it a few times, but it's just a part of it underground. It's nothing interesting. Do you want some brisket or not?
It is really good, guys. Just saying, it's really good.
You could sit down.
I'm gonna take it,
No.
freeze it a little bit, and then eat it.
Oh,
Ew.
can I insight check his intention is on the brisket?
Yeah, sure.
That's like an 18.
He was hungry.
He doesn't want to
He
poison
was-
us and capture us.
I'm gonna kind of. Oh.
I don't know if
Does he have any malintent?
he doesn't have any malintent. I guess I misspoke when I said he was hungry. He wanted brisket.
So I'm gonna kind of lean over to him, and I'm just gonna be like, "Here's something for your trouble." And give him a mushroom.
To the guy cooking the brisket?
Yeah.
Oh. You took his food and offered it to him?
No,
No,
no.
Oh, the
I'm
mushroom.
giving him a mushroom.
Oh. He takes it and he looks
Shroom.
and he goes, oh, I'm gonna save this. Alright, here.
It's fantastic.
Oh. I'm sorry. We haven't properly introduced ourselves.
I'm,
Who are you? To
I'm
break
Cal.
a social norm. Cal?
I'm Cal. That's
Ladies first. I'm a lady.
Are you?
I'm Cal. That's Val, and that's Nick because they don't know how to introduce themselves apparently.
I was trying to make up a fake name.
Well, too late now.
Yeah.
He seems like a nice guy.
Yeah, he's a sweetie. Ish.
Alright.
Doesn't mean I can't have some fun.
What brings you out to these caverns? Do you want anything to drink?
Yeah.
No, I'm good, thank you.
I
We
mean,
just
I-
need to get to
What
the
do
other
you
side.
have?
I'm
to
parched.
drink.
Got some quite well-aged mead. if you
Yeah,
want
I'll
to
Yeah,
sip
have
that.
I'll
Yep.
have about a bottle.
He takes out a bottle and he pours you each a
Perfect.
glass.
Thanks.
Where are you from?
You're the best.
There's out to the ocean, sort of sorry, you might have been to Scodenhaven.
Yes.
It's that sort of place. Out in the white. It's a little island. Doesn't really show up on most maps.
Never heard of it.
Does on this one.
It doesn't. Not Scoden. He's not from Scodenhaven.
Oh.
He's trying to draw an analogy.
Oh, okay.
It's one of those little islands off the coast.
Okay.
It's basically just not on the mainland. maps.
You're not from around here. Do you live here now?
Here and there.
All right.
I don't
Have you
really-
heard anything about a fortress on the other side of the Arborholm Mountains here?
I knew there was a
An
stronghold.
abandoned one.
Knew there was a stronghold out there once.
Any disruptions in the area? Actually, here's a different
I've
question.
heard of activity.
Have you seen a influx of birds?
I suppose so. I guess he points up at the hawk
Well, that's our
above
friends.
you.
That's not exactly what I mean.
Any blackbirds?
I've seen a few. Ravens, you mean?
Yeah.
Maybe.
Yes.
Ravens or crows? One of the two. They're very hard to tell the difference.
Ravens.
He goes, I certainly have seen that there have been more than usual.
Ooh.
It's not that uncommon. Sort of like cicadas, it happens from time to time.
Well,
There might be a reason behind this one.
I recommend you get back to Scodenhaven.
He's not from Scodenhaven.
Why's that?
Because the
You wouldn't believe us if we told you.
yeah, you would.
About 1,000 million death priests are coming out, and they're dressed as ravens, and that's why you've been seeing more of them. And by the time, if we don't
Love
succeed in our mission that we're trying to get to right now, that fortress, then the whole world was gonna implode.
Wait, did you just say that out loud?
Yeah.
You fucking idiot. That was.
He sort of looks at you for a
It's-
second. He goes,
No, it's a joke. We
You
just
know that
we're
mushroom.
looking. We've been
she
looking
gave
for
you,
birds.
she's high as fuck.
he takes out a little gold coin and he tosses it your way and goes, you give me a story I don't believe and you can keep that.
Well, about 120 years ago, I was part of a group, a gang actually, died. Now I'm back, and I have a dragon as a grandfather.
Doesn't everyone?
No, actually, that's actually a very false statement. Not everyone has a dragon as a grandfather.
That's an interesting story. So you're here because you what?
I had to take care
I'm
of a
the son
cow.
of the emperor.
Son of the emperor.
That's
The
barely a story.
I was a slave
fucking
as a
story, though.
child.
so. They're all interesting stories, but they're certainly not unbelievable.
I flew up about 300 feet, shot a ray of frost, and then the emperor fell off and died of the tower.
Well, that's just incorrect. That's not what happened at all.
Oh, that's my story.
I once saw someone burn down a village single-handedly because they didn't prepare their food correctly.
That's nothing.
That
Whoa.
reminds
That's
me.
in my
I'm not here,
dreams.
I'm not here.
Did you know, here's a crazy story. It's about a badger in the woods, and that's literally the entire story. My friend told me it. It doesn't make any sense. It's stupid, so it's obviously.
Why are we still talking to him? He gave us the golden advance.
Well, he said if you can tell me a story, I'll give it back, right?
I'll give you more.
I'll
if
take.
you can.
Okay, how about this? I got in a bar fight and killed a bunch of people and was teleporting all around, fell in love and fucked some guy.
It's definitely believable.
You have certainly some.
You're just confessing your crimes.
None
Like,
of
what if
these
this
are
guy was
crimes.
like a
These
narc?
guys were deadly criminals that I killed. It's my story.
Also, was the guy cute?
He was fucking hot.
Okay, I'll trust you.
His voice is so
That's-
fucked.
See, you have. These are certainly good stories, and I could tell you. I could share. I could add to your stories. I could talk about being driven from my home by my father. All sorts of interesting things, but they're not unbelievable. And I do believe I asked you for something that I wouldn't believe.
We rose a skeleton from the ground and it ate our friend's finger, and now we need to get a wish spell from it by killing people.
Oh, we all take out knives.
Believe us or not, bitch.
I'd say he
Kill
reaches
innocents.
into his bag and he flicks you another coin. He says,
How do we just mug
"Fine.
this guy?
How? How did that happen?
That was a joke.
I haven't heard of that." That's
Basically,
certainly
we took
interesting.
these bones, put it in a circle. The thing rose up, bit off the guy's finger, and then we need to kill 3 more people, and we'll get a wish spell.
He's just giving up all our secret. Because some guy asked,
Hit him one
"What's your
dollar.
deepest, darkest secrets?"
That is
Here's a
inter-
gold.
That is interesting.
Is it another gold interesting?
It's not true. So
Yeah, you want it unbelievable.
Roll a deception check.
Okay.
That is a nat 20. Don't roll a deception check.
Big.
Ah, I
If
could have
I
gotten
got
it.
a nat
I could have
20.
gotten that 22 to combat that.
So what do you want to risk it? Seriously, it's gonna get cold.
no, I think we best be heading
And-
off. Thank you though.
I'm gonna touch it and I'm gonna cast frostbite to make it really cold.
Come on, I was gonna.
He goes, "You can stay for a time if you'd like."
All right, we'll
We
wait
just-
for that
we
to
need to get
thaw out.
moving. Like we said about our completely unbelievable story.
You can come with
Bad
us if
things
you'd
come.
like.
We don't need somebody else.
Dude,
I'd
this
rather not.
guy's totally like has a real job.
And he has one arm. How
I
useful
just
is
realized I didn't need to stay at the caravan.
Yeah.
We have a cleric.
Yeah, I know. Nobody thought of her. But
What?
we have an NPC at the caravan.
Well, I thought she was going to stay at the caravan. You weren't at the caravan. You were on a mushroom.
Next to the caravan.
That's
He meant he could have come with us.
Well, now we could have, but not when we thought that this guy was hostile.
But
Maybe. Alright, yeah, well, we must be going. Thank you for your time and your food. My friends enjoyed it. So.
You guys really good.
Thank you for your stories.
Wait, what's your name?
Oh, Reggie. His name's Reggie. His name's
No, it's
Reggie.
not.
I thought it was. That's what he's. Not Reggie.
He
What
said
was
it's
his name?
not Reggie.
He said it was
literally-
something
the
else.
first thing he said
specifically
when he
said that it
described
was
his
not
characters,
Reggie.
it's not Reggie.
He goes,
No, we introduced each other. We said our names because he said his name. Remember?
No,
Because-
he said
"Frankly, I don't think I know you quite well enough."
Bitch.
you are such a hypocrite.
would I be coming at this point, considering they've been talking for a while?
Yeah, I mean,
If you
like-
wanna come approach the campfire, you can.
Yeah, at this point, I think I would have.
So you stride out of the woods.
Why is that
Right
one
when
such a
Arthur
good
comes, we're leaving.
Stop.
She didn't.
Hello.
So.
Oh, hello.
Yeah, she didn't come.
What are you doing here?
Cooking brisket.
Can I help?
Now you're thawing.
Busto, we need to get moving. We talked to him and it's time to get back on the road.
But what if I want to talk to him?
Oh, too bad, so sad.
Hey, don't be mean.
I prefer
Anyway, time
not.
to go.
You
It's a
can
bit
talk
rude
to
to
him.
talk about somebody in the third person. Don't you think?
Well, we don't know
Talk
your
about who?
name, so what are we gonna call
Well,
you?
What is
Weird woods
rude?
man? Caveman?
Oh God.
Stumpy?
Oh, that's too far.
Maybe
We can
rude.
cut off the other three and call him Matt.
What do you call somebody
I think
who
he's
no
gonna
legs?
Oh, it's
kill you.
Matt.
He goes,
Doorman.
I feel I wouldn't like to leave you with a bad impression. I just would prefer to keep my name to myself.
That's understandable.
Okay, what's your last name?
Would you give me back a gold if I told you I didn't have one?
Is it
No,
believable?
because you just told us you didn't have one.
A ton of people
Ah,
don't have last
stupid.
names. I made my last name up.
Mine's literally Truth.
Last names are overrated. Buster just has like.
Yeah.
Busto, Crusto, Lusto, Musto,
Yeah.
Busto.
I wouldn't
I
say.
don't like
Tusto.
Lusto.
I wouldn't say.
I don't like that.
You don't like
I didn't like that you just
Lusto?
threw that in there. with
Yeah,
the
that was
implication.
I was just
So
started doing
bad.
letters. Touchdo.
We were always
Alright,
gonna
well,
get there.
Busto, you can
I
talk
don't
to him
need
for a
that.
little bit, but we're gonna be
I don't
heading
need
back.
touch though.
Touchdo.
Alright? You can talk to him for a little bit, but we're gonna be
Big toe, small
in
toe,
a
little
caravan.
toe.
Alright?
Oh, okay.
I'm gonna
Thank you
stay
for
here
your
with
time.
them.
Fine.
Okay. Nick, you and Cal sort of start walking back to the caravan. And as you're going, they sort of start looking for a place to sit, and he kind of goes back to the brisket and starts just like humming some sort of a tune. Just like it just sounds like a little, some little like childhood song of some sort.
Who?
The guy who was just
Oh,
humming.
okay.
And you sort of leave the two of them behind.
What race is this guy?
Looks human. And after they leave, he sort of looks at them and just sort of shrugs, sort of in your direction, just goes, brisket?
I do not eat meat.
Oh, okay. He sort of looks around in his bags for a minute and
Glowing mushrooms?
and sort of just turns back to you and goes, oh, I'm sorry.
It's okay.
Oh, you guys want to just sit around in a circle, do some psychedelics with me?
And I pull Goodberry. Cast Goodberry.
Yeah, he takes
No, you don't. If you want brisket, you don't want to eat that.
I'm open to new things. And he pops one in his mouth.
Well, more for me. I just take the whole brisket.
This is a never-ending fucking brisket. How many times do people eat
Brisket.
Big brisket.
Is there anything you wanted to talk to him about before we kind of head on our way?
I wanted to know his spiel. 'Cause I'm-
Spiel?
Yeah,
You
I
could only
wasn't
watch.
there.
You can't hear anything.
Yeah. So
But 24 passive perception.
What do you mean by what is Buster?
Exactly what you said
Um,
last night.
What are you doing here?
Okay. Then I'd say he recounts the same thing they said.
Oh.
And he sort of just he kind of just shrugs and he says, I was out of commission for a little while. Just sort of got back into the things. Met up with a few people. Friends helped me. You know, it's good to see groups like this out and about. He goes, and he goes and kind of like pulls out, and you see he pulls the good berry back out of his mouth and kind of flicks it onto the ground. And he goes, sorry. Well, I think your friends are going to be wanting you soon, and I should be on my way anyway. And he takes the brisket off of the fire and just sort of tosses it like onto the ground, and then starts packing up his things and sort of looping them around his one arm and over his shoulder.
Are you sure you don't want to do the torch idea? I can light it before you go.
I'll certainly keep it in mind.
Busto takes a gold coin out, tosses it to him.
He sort of catches it out. He kind of drops his bags to get it, but he catches it in his pockets and goes, you know, I'm not usually tipped for my time.
Well, maybe you should be. My name is Busto. Nice to meet the unnamed man. hopefully we see each other again.
Hopefully. And he grabs his bag off the ground and turns to walk off into the mushrooms.
As he walks off, you just hear, he's dead.
Lost up an arm.
Yeah.
I'd say you guys head back to the caravan and sort of regroup yourselves to continue on your path.
Sorry for leaving you, Cameron. I was just.
She just sort of.
Just saying that now.
She just sort of like she just shakes her head and she goes, "It's all right."
Used to it.
It's strangers can be frightening. I'm okay. Don't worry about me.
I think she's like an introvert. Like just picking up on that.
And what would you roll for, Busto?
Insight.
On Cameron?
Mm-hmm.
You know the gut feeling you get, like when you don't want to do something? Seems like she was that.
Okay. But no other ways.
She didn't seem concerned enough to act on it. She was just like that. She got the heebie-jeebies. She doesn't like people, maybe. It's hard to tell. I accidentally pressed command space. Sorry. And yeah, you guys regroup you regroup back in this this little caravan procession you have, and
Stop.
continue on your way into the darkness of the cavern. Only one of your members seems to be a little bit off put after this. Nick, you have the highest passive insight, so can I have you make an insight check for me?
Yeah, sure. I don't really like the implications
After
of that. I
what?
hate it.
That unnamed man guy.
So what's your passive insight?
It is. My insight is +9.
Yeah, so she has the highest passive insight.
This isn't a big thing. This is just one little detail I'd like to see.
22.
22. You aren't sure why, but something about the tune he was humming just strikes you as absolutely wrong.
Okay. Okay.
But we will pick up on that in 10 minutes after a quick break. We
After
got a new highlights
Highlights
video for you, so
Made
look
by
forward
me.
to that.
No,
It
it
was
didn't
not-
make it.
it was
Trevor
not made by
it.
you.
Good job, Trevor.
Trevor made it. Good job.
I would never tell you that you didn't make something.
See you in 5 minutes.
See you
We'll
guys.
or 10 minutes. We'll be
10.
right here.
10 minutes. And we're back.
Yeah, kind of.
Wonderful break, wonderful break, wonderful break. Okay, we've said it enough. Now,
We-
What was wonderful?
We haven't.
The break.
damn it. So,
Beginning to look a lot like Brexit.
Stop.
I'm sorry.
What?
Everywhere.
Okay, you know what?
No one else got that shit. I'm depressed now.
What was that you just said?
Brexit.
Never mind.
Political jokes. All right.
okay. So, perhaps a week or so after your initial departure from Seliset, now trudging through the winding passages, you finally spot the gate off in the distance. It's probably a good 5 or so miles away
Shit.
right now.
A huge fucking mountain.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or maybe not 5. I don't know. Far enough away that it's like barely off in the distance to the point where you figure you've probably got another, I don't know, 3 or so hours before you're in the next section of
we're not
this
really
cave.
doing anything
Guys,
for
we're
that?
so close.
This doesn't lead out of the mountain. You're in the next.
So we have like
Yeah.
3
You're
hours.
it means you're pretty close. to
We have
being
like
out.
3 hours of downtime.
About.
I would like to go into communion.
Okay. So, how do you? I'm curious what your procedure
Well, what we're
for
gonna do
communing is.
is okay. So here's what this is my vision. The caravan's going along, right? Then they got like 10 feet behind that, tied to it, is a sled, and then there's a cow like curled up in a ball, and then I'm just like in
Cows
that ball.
don't lay they lay down like this.
Milkshake's a special cow. Milkshake lays down in a ball.
Because
I made
fuck you.
milkshake. I'm gonna make her how I want.
Alright.
I'm in that ball going into communion.
Okay.
Surrounded by a warm cow-shaped ball.
Aww.
Disgusting.
I'm surrounded by the briskets.
That's gross.
That's sad.
That is sad.
Also, we
We're
know
gonna
that
eat
milkshake
milkshake.
can kill all of us.
Yes.
Yeah, there's.
So don't even.
So
Yeah,
don't even say that in real life because she'll kill us in the game. She'll hear it.
Won't kill me. I'm her
if you
creator.
die in the game, you die.
No, well, okay. Haven't we established that milkshake can see into the fourth dimension, also known as
Real life.
I'm in communion.
Yeah, so you head back there and close your eyes and then reopen them atop that mountain's peak.
Ooh.
You can see the snow is actually fairly still today, giving you a sort of slight glance of the sort of purple light emanating from the stars beyond it. And you see Sildren is in human form right now, sitting cross-legged in the center of this little clearing. But upon your appearance, he kind of turns around to look at you, and you see him smile just slightly upon your arrival.
Sildy.
Oh, it's great to see you, Valia.
Yeah.
What brings you here right now?
All
It's
right,
very
couple
late,
things.
dear.
One. How is it going with that Tom Grocery character? It's been about, what, a week or so?
He goes, oh yeah, well, I've looked around a bit, but he's a bit hard to find.
I'm just nervous. If he is a foe, then he's calling you there. It's obviously a trap. You know what I'm saying?
Well,
So,
again, he can't exactly die twice.
Well, right, but I mean, he can trap you. Well, your essence, at least.
You know, to some degree, I am in your head, right? I'm not like,
he could
Alright.
trap me.
has he shown intent to trap you?
He's kind of a weird guy.
You're kind of a weird girl, Valia.
Yeah, but I trust me.
No, I'm sorry. I should be taking this more seriously. I have had a suspicion, an idea, anyways. I had a friend a long time ago.
Friend's good.
I don't want to risk letting other people find out, or letting
It's
someone
me,
who
you
isn't.
can- you can
No.
trust me.
I just, if you ask him, what would he know? Ask him if he'd ever go for elephant again. Next time you see him.
This is starting to become a weird conversation, grandfather.
Well, I'd love to talk to him myself.
Well,
But-
aren't there other dragons? Like,
Yes.
isn't there a gold dragon who's even more powerful than you?
Would imagine.
Couldn't you ask him to help you? And then, with the both of you,
You still see. Again, I'm not alive, Valia.
but you can still fight.
No, not really.
You fought me when I came in after being dead for 120 years.
Well, I can find someone in communion with me, sure, but again, this mountaintop and everything, and he kind of gestures out his hands, and as he does, you can see the snow trying to just like. He says, "It's not real. It's part of our communion here."
This guy with the elephant, if he's who you're thinking he is that good or bad?
That would be excellent because I thought he was dead.
Oh, okay. So he's helpful.
He would be very helpful.
What if he's a bad guy who still knows elephant?
If he tells you, not another bite, then he's who I think he is.
Okay, I'm just saying, man. You've been dead a long time. There's been some mind control magics that are around that you can read minds now.
Well, I think in this case, this is a risk I'd be willing to take.
All right,
Frankly.
I'm gonna need that key back.
He goes, all right. And he reaches into his, I guess, coat pocket, and he just sort of flicks it out towards you.
Is
And
that coat a little tight on you?
Why do you keep asking?
He goes, keep the necklace away from me, dear, please.
Why? It's nothing.
I mean, your head. I know what it does.
No.
Yes.
No.
What is Valia thinking right this second?
Donuts.
He goes, I know you think about donuts, dear.
No. Donuts aren't even invented yet.
No, it's a really interesting thought.
Now I'm thinking of donuts on a stick.
Yeah, I'm sure they've invented.
Okay, honestly, I'm just gonna full send. I'm gonna throw my necklace at him and quickly cast a ray of frost into the air.
Okay. I'll make a dex save. What bonus does a silver dragon get to dex?
A lot.
A lot, and I rolled a
Isn't he in-
16.
But he's in human form, so it should be
he's in
less.
human form.
Fair enough. Still a 16, and again, the necklace, it's not gonna work if you're not
He
wearing
should
it.
have to beat my spell save DC.
No.
Yeah,
What's your spell save, DC?
17.
17? Again, though, this doesn't matter because the necklace doesn't work when you're not wearing it.
It doesn't.
No, it's not.
Oh, I
You
thought
gotta
it
be
was.
wearing it.
She just throws
It,
shit
it's
out of
you.
and
It
fires
affects
spell
you.
into
It's
the
when
air.
you are casting a spell. You're not wearing the necklace anymore. It doesn't do anything.
So I have to like go up to stuff and go like this to
If you're
it.
holding the necklace, it would work.
Oh, okay. What's he do?
I guess he gets hit in the head by a necklace. And he just looks, he just shakes his head, and the whole
Yeah.
area around you just starts fading away.
Before he does that, I'm gonna grab my necklace.
Yeah, and you
So
sort of
they
just
get lost.
fall through the snow and snap your eyes back open in the back of.
And there's like otter right in your face.
I have a question. This is
The
kind of a
caravan.
stretch, but I mean, she is technically wearing it. Can I put the necklace in my hand on the cow's fur?
No,
It's not clothes.
that's not clothing.
I thought it just had to be wearing it.
It's not.
It doesn't
It's
you
clothing.
don't wear hair
You don't wear clothes. You don't wear skin.
or
Yeah,
hair.
you do.
Okay,
Okay.
I will accept this. It's gonna affect your skin from here on out.
Oh God.
No, that doesn't make any sense. It's apparel. It affects apparel.
Can someone tell me what it is?
I'm also
Like-
looking up the definition of wear.
If you
It's
you're-
clothing.
and
It
you
doesn't
have
matter if the
something,
definition of wear, because the
it has a chance of either
the
making
spell
that
effect
piece
says
of
clothing.
Yeah, have on one's body or a part of one's body as clothing.
No,
Or protection. Skin's protection.
no,
No,
Nate.
that's like
But it's
armor.
on.
It is on.
Oh my
Or
God,
part.
no, it's
Or
not
part
your
of one.
skin.
Oh my God.
Okay.
Just like stabbing with bullets.
Stop.
Anyway,
We're not getting into that. Fuck
that is a
off.
good point. What were you guys up to in the time you spent in the caravan right now?
I've been trying to trick the scepter with all my might.
Okay. Are you? Who's piling? That so when you're resting.
When
Okay.
we're resting, yeah.
Play cards.
I'm trying to figure out that melody that guy was humming on my flute.
Okay.
You want to play
I'm
cards?
actually gonna
No.
Can I like go down in my barrel and like make a little makeshift fake crown and like just try to convince it, you know? Like,
Make a performance check.
I've been cheating at solitaire.
That's 11.
That's 11.
You've been cheating at solid.
With Cameron still?
No, just with me. Solitaire's a one-person
Oh, you've
game.
been cheating.
I'm cheating at solitaire.
You've been cheating at solitaire.
Just to make yourself feel better.
You just lay out the cards in a win condition, then come over and.
I
poke
really
Busto and
win,
go,
but I also really lose.
Look at it, Busto. I won.
No, I got a milkshake over here.
So I'm assuming nothing happens.
I've
No.
been
Not as of yet.
mostly just staring. Oh, go
No,
ahead.
you're good. You're good.
I've been staring behind us,
That's a good idea.
trying to fucking see that bastard.
Yeah.
The guy,
wind element.
brisket guy.
What?
Oh.
No.
The
Who?
wind
Wind
element.
element.
Oh, the wind element.
I'm the
I was
wind
like,
element.
why would? Okay.
Brisket
Not
guy.
brisket guy.
guy.
Go ahead and make a perception check.
That's his new name.
Again, I feel like we've been over this, but he is invisible.
Yeah. Natural 20.
Was it natural 20?
What?
You
All right, then
You
I'd
can
say.
see the air move
Yeah, no.
around
As
it.
you're watching, you've kind of come out of these
Fucking
mushrooms,
shoot it.
but there's still like loose gravel around. And as you're sort of sitting out the back of the caravan, you can just see this gravel just like unnaturally kind of rolling as something passes over it, about 50 or so feet behind the caravan.
Speak Aran. I know it understands common.
Some
Does it know
people
all
might.
Elm?
Nobody here speaks up.
There's a cleric that we know nothing about.
Yes, I am still here.
She can speak
Cameron's
anything.
just been like praying, pretty much,
Um,
resting and praying.
Yeah.
Probably talking to.
Little loser.
Who would talk to Cameron? Who would be
Me.
like willing to talk?
I would talk to her if she wanted to play cards.
I would
Well,
talk to anyone.
Actually, no.
who
I'm
will
mostly in my
listen to
barrel.
me.
I'm piloting and in my barrel, convincing this fucking stat.
I'd say she
Oh my
spent a
God.
while talking to like you two.
I'm a king.
Definitely.
Yeah, because we're the best to talk to.
What is it? What is it?
I'll tell you later.
Here's
She's
a
mostly
here's
just
a,
been curious about like your past adventures and that kind of thing.
I have adventures from 2 different centuries.
So then I'd say yeah, she definitely wants to talk to you a lot.
I'm gonna poke my head out of the barrel and be like, Nick, can I see the butter knife?
Sure.
Thank you. Take the butter knife and go back down and be like, I killed him, therefore I'm the king. Just keep trying to convince it.
Just you guys just hear this like muttering and then fuck, frickin', just like him swearing at the
It's been like
center.
what, like a week since that I've
Yeah.
been trying to do this.
I'm trying to convince Busto to throw that barrel like Donkey Kong.
Anyway,
That'd be
sorry,
so funny.
Busto. We should resolve your.
Elemental.
Buster's gonna do a weird thing.
Like
Classic.
always.
Yeah.
When he sees that
He's gonna pull his
elemental
pants down.
behind him, or kind of kicking out of air,
Stop it. That was a bad one shot.
Cameron,
Yes, Busto.
do you know tongues?
I'm afraid not. Sorry. I know dispel magic. Would that work?
Yes, it would.
no, are air elementals always intrinsically invisible?
Oh, it's a race ability or.
Oh. Buster hops off the caravan.
Okay. As you jump down and the caravan continues moving, you see that movement behind you just stops.
Busto grabs a hand into the dirt, starts forming it into a ball,
Play-Doh.
just like Play-Doh.
Play-Doh.
And he tosses it.
Oh boy.
Make a ranged attack. I want to know if you hit.
Well, that's not what it.
Oh, what were you trying to do then?
I cast Conjure Elemental.
To conjure a dirt elemental?
An Earth
Cool.
Elemental.
Okay. Yeah, so Buster takes and he lobs this like chunk of earth. And then it sort of like expands as it moves through the air until it boom, comes to a stop in kind of the shape of this like almost like it looks like kind of like a big porcupine made out of dirt
Oh,
and
that's so
stone. And it sort of like comes to a stop and sort of like just facing away from you. I don't really know how conjure elemental works. Do you control this?
It's friendly towards me.
Okay. Yeah, so then it sort of comes into being and then it turns back and sort of comes up and approaches you sort of curiously.
And it's friendly to you and your companions for the duration. And I roll initiative for the elemental, which has its own turns. It obeys a verbal command that you issue to it. If you don't issue any commands to the elemental, it defends itself from hostile creatures. So, just it hearing me.
Can you talk to that one?
And I point towards the elemental, the air elemental.
Now, the earth elemental can also not see the air elemental.
Fair.
You could say things and then you could ask it, translate what I say, and then
Yeah.
say things.
That's basically what I'm trying to do.
Okay.
Can you please yell, "Hello, my name is Busto"?
The elemental you've conjured turns, and then this voice kind of like cracking stone just comes through, and it mutters a few words. It literally just sounds like this like sliding rock, and then a few moments later, you don't hear a reply, but you do hear this like soft hiss noise from just down the path from you.
I can't understand what you're saying, air friend, but no need to hide.
You don't get a response.
I just want friend.
You don't get a response.
Oh no.
Worth it. Good try on the guild trip though. Buster pulls out his wand.
Yep.
And scries into the dirt a picture of an eye. Pulls back his sleeve.
You drip a couple drops onto the little drawing, and you see it sort of fills the crevice in the earth, and you're sort of just like staring down expectantly. Wolfie's staring down expectantly. Your rock porcupine is staring down expectantly. And then the little eye you've drawn onto the ground blinks. What do you
fucking creepy. I don't like
want
it.
to do?
Yeah, that makes me feel uncomfortable.
Hello. Very good friend.
Which one is this?
This is, and that's why I'm pulling that up. This is Zilvian.
How do you spell that?
Zivilyn.
All right. You hear a voice answer you after a few moments, and it says, "Hello, Busto. Oh, it's been a while."
Yes, it has. Zilvian, I have a question.
And I have an answer. Hopefully. If it's a good question.
Well, I think it is.
I'm sure you do.
So, I've been followed for some time now. And, well, I know that following isn't very nice, especially when the person wants to hide. But I can't talk to the person following me, and they can't talk to me. But they keep following, and I want to talk to them.
And you expect the conversation to be interesting?
Well, I mean, it really only goes, and I really only go, "Hello, I'm Busto," and then it doesn't say anything back.
Well, that does sound like an issue. Perhaps I can do you a favor?
What favor would that be?
There is a library. Little ways from here, outside of the town you were just at. It has fallen into disrepair, and I would appreciate if at some point you went and tried to rescue some of the works inside of it. It would be a shame to lose them. They're not of particular interest to you, I don't expect. Mostly just economy information, old records, but I would prefer to preserve them. Can you do that for me, Busto?
Yes, I can.
Then I might be able to help you talk to it. And as it's saying that, the shape, the earth doesn't, the rivulets do not disappear in the earth, but somehow just the shape that you have formed lifts up and presses itself into your forehead, and you realize you can now
Third eye.
see a shape in front of you, this sort of shifting, it literally just looks like kind of a shifting whirlwind shape. And the sounds you heard from your little porcupine boy a minute ago, now that you're thinking about them, don't sound like cracking rocks. They sound a lot more like speech, recounting what you told the earth elemental to say. And what do you want to do?
Looking straight at it, go,
Hello.
You see it kind of shift back and forth in place, but it does not respond to you.
Goodbye.
It moves a few feet closer, but that does not seem to be related to your attempts at conversation.
What are you?
There's a few moments of quiet before this sort of like soft voice just like whispers past your ear, and it says, "Follower."
Fenwar?
Follower.
Oh,
Sorry.
sorry.
Follower. Of who?
Of you. Of you.
Why?
Primary objective is to follow the Furbolg. Secondary objective is to watch the Furbolg.
What is third objective?
Not currently applicable. Not currently applicable.
It's so smart.
Oh, I know what it is, I think. Well, I don't know what it is, but I know what it's doing, I think.
It's following me.
Why me?
Primary objective is to follow the Furbolg.
Who, when, where?
Who gave you objective?
Penrose.
Oh my god.
Has it been following me for that long?
Oh my.
Holy shit.
What? Pen? He's not
The-
we
the guy
never
who's-
saw him.
I pull out the wand.
But we robbed his.
We did rob him.
It seems to start,
Dude.
the wind seems to flow a lot faster the second you do that.
Kind of in the back of my head.
Basilisk.
Yes, Basto?
I like the idea that the car's been continuing this entire time.
Yeah.
Just keep
Nobody's
going.
noticed Busto left yet.
I mean, they probably would have heard a giant earth elemental
Yeah.
Yeah.
amass.
He's just on his bullshit.
Basilisk.
Yes. Yes.
Why do I have a follower?
Let him be.
Oh, Busto, I'm sorry. Did I forget to tell you I was cursed?
It wants a dick.
You did forget to tell me
Oh
you
no.
were
We're
cursed.
so fucked.
Ooh, my bad.
Oh my god.
Oh,
Wants such a fucking dick.
what do you mean?
This sort of snake that has wound its way out of the wand sort of flicks its head over towards the elemental and said, "She's supposed to follow me."
Everywhere?
Well, she was supposed to kill you, but something has gone wrong.
What has gone wrong?
Well, if I knew that, I would have told you, but it seems her objectives have been shuffled around a bit. It's not supposed to happen, is it?
No. Can I fix?
Possibly, but I don't think that would be very valuable to you, right?
Well, it would be nice to have an air elemental.
Oh, Busto, if you fix her, she's just gonna want to kill you again.
This is why you get paid the big bucks, Basilisk.
I never should have given him that wand. That was my biggest mistake of the whole thing.
Stalkers are very relentless.
Can I use her to my advantage?
Well, if whoever has changed her mind comes round again, you could certainly get a lead. At the moment, if I were to suggest a course of activity, it would be to kill her.
I mean, she wouldn't fight back. But she causes no harm,
No.
and she lives. So, I suppose I would say, let her be.
Noble.
I guarantee you she's gonna kill me.
Yeah.
I guarantee you. That air elemental, we're gonna be in the big bad evil fight. Mind control spell, gonna affect no one. You're gonna make a hidden roll, it's gonna affect the air elemental. 3 turns later, I'm gonna instantly die. She's going to Krav Maga.
She's actually Aethu.
she is Aethu.
She's actually been tasked with following Milkshake.
That bitch is hitting on my girl. She's mine.
And as that happens, I would wipe. the
And
whip,
the second you break the shape, it just gone.
pointing up, just say thank you. And
I'd say Basilisk answers, goes, very welcome.
thank you too, Basilisk. And I would slip the wand in, and I'm running towards the library.
What?
We're on a moving caravan.
How far is the library?
All the way back,
The library?
like
Yeah.
a week and a half of running.
No, like that's of traveling.
No, that's of traveling on the cart. It's gonna be more
Yeah.
than that. Why?
I
you're
can
running
turn into a
towards the
camel for
library?
an hour.
What?
You're running towards the library.
No, I suppose not.
You're
Considering
running into the window.
You're gonna come. Are you gonna come back to the caravan?
Zivelin also just said, just do it at some point.
yeah.
So basically, Busto immediately comes back, starts running, thinks of all this in about 20 steps, and runs back.
Yes.
I love that.
You took one of my mushrooms.
So,
I suppose that's it for me at the moment.
Totally out of context of everything, but
Save library.
Cameron's become a friend of at least mine.
Yeah.
Right? Okay.
okay.
That's it.
You just
Um,
wanted to know.
For later.
Did the butter knife help, Trevor?
Nope.
It made you feel better.
Did he break the butter knife?
You better not.
I'm just gonna dispel the earth elemental.
Okay.
I mean, I have him for an hour. Are we getting
Make-
into combat in an hour?
Maybe. Make him your slave,
You
dude.
just
Yeah.
ask that.
I'm gonna have him walk behind us until an hour goes, and then he's gonna just disintegrate into dirt.
Am I making any progress on that song?
Go ahead and roll performance.
Is it Orion's song?
No.
What if it is?
22.
He said it wasn't.
Well, yes,
Well,
but actually no.
Yes and no. As you've practiced it, you've been able to recreate the tune somewhat. But it doesn't have that same whatever it is that makes it so recognizable.
Okay.
And so as you're just sort of repeating the same tune over and over and over again, eventually you play the part you know and it just sounds right. And then so you're like understandably surprised, so you try and play it again, it doesn't sound right again.
This is some Pirates of the Caribbean shit.
Okay.
And so as you're playing it, what you find is that the times when it sounds right do not seem to depend on anything you do.
Hate it, but okay.
As best you can guess, it seems to just be an interval.
Just like Pirates of the Caribbean.
all right.
Finds
I'm
the
gonna
treasures
come
we
out of
need
the
to get
barrel
lost.
with the butter knife and get back to her, and then sit in the front again before we get to the gate.
Okay.
So
That's interesting. That makes sense.
Anybody else hear that? I was very concerned.
as you approach,
I think it is made a connection.
as you approach, you finally come close enough to take in the full details of this gate,
Taking another rest.
a massive structure of steel and stone, an imposing testament to the architectural skill of the giants. Either side is guarded by a massive. Either side, it arches upwards to the ceiling above. The stonework covered end to end with these ornate depictions of the hierarchy of giants. Either side of the gate is guarded by a massive statue of a kneeling giant, their closed eyes glaring down in silent judgment.
I legit love that.
It's not like he'll come to life or anything.
And we're dead.
The door in front of you, which is easily 40 feet tall, is currently shut, though.
All right. Well,
We'll knock on it.
I'm just gonna go up and open it.
It's 40 feet tall.
Well, is there anyone at the top? Like, is there like a walkway?
Walk into the giant's eyes.
What?
Buddy, that's not just something you do.
It's like they're like 40 feet up. Buster.
It's look into where the giant looks on
yeah.
the ground.
Their eyes are closed, right?
But look where they would be looking.
They would be looking right in the center of the path approaching the gate.
Yeah.
Can we not?
Are we? Okay.
I
Yeah.
hop
I'm gonna take like a. Is there
I
like a
hop
rock
off
or
the
a
front.
stick? Wait, is there like a rock or a stick somewhere? Just like right around.
Probably.
I'm gonna take it. I'm gonna throw.
You
it
can
where
probably
he's
get it
looking.
like a pebble.
I'm gonna throw it where he's looking.
Nothing happens.
It's safe. I tested it.
Buster hops off the car.
I'm gonna come right behind him. Boop. Off my little sled.
Okay. So what are you guys doing?
I'm
Walking.
gonna go up and knock on the door.
I'm gonna walk up to where that giant's looking.
Like a
Like a good knock.
good slam.
Yeah.
You can do that too.
Yeah. As your
Buster's
group
staying
approaches, right around when you come into the gaze of these statues, the eyes you see begin to slide open, and this like
I was
red,
wrong. I was
these
wrong.
like almost
So
these red
cool.
beams of light, just like spotlight the four of you.
Not me.
Not him. He stayed back.
But still 4.
So, yeah.
Right, because Cam.
Cameron.
I don't know what she did.
And
I'm just standing.
there are a few moments of silence as you're just like in
I
this
would
like
definitely have like a panic, like fucking.
this
Like,
red
oh my
light
God.
before a voice just echoes around the chamber, and it says, "What is the fealty of your quest?"
Curiosity.
Business.
Saving the region.
Just the region.
You're not in it.
He didn't say that in Busto's voice.
Taking a vacation.
What's
said
Cameron's? What's
business.
Cameron's?
You said taking a vacation.
Why is everyone's different?
If Busto isn't approaching, I'd say Cameron's probably back with him.
Oh.
Who is lying right now, out of character?
All of them.
Probably me. I mean,
Yeah, fair.
we're going for a trip.
I'm going on business.
We're going
Okay,
for-
I'm not totally lying. We're going for a lot of reasons. I'm
Alright,
curious
then
of what's out
Nick,
there.
can I have you make a deception check?
Yeah.
So I'm like lying with the truth, if you know what I mean.
Yep, you're fine. 30.
28.
Oh,
No, yeah, 28.
I thought you got a 19.
I feel like Trevor has to Trevor makes like a reasonable DC. It's like, oh yeah, that'll be like a 15. That'll be a
Yeah.
That's okay. Fucking 28, 29.
Get good.
Upon the three of you answering, the rightmost eye, or the left giant, its eyes shift into a green hue,
Cool.
and another voice echoes around the chamber, and it said, "For whom do you walk?"
Valley of
Ourselves?
Truth.
Yeah, us.
The
Can I yell?
right side, yeah.
Gods.
The
Oh, we're
right
sure
side
that's the
eyes
first
go
question.
green, and a final voice echoes around the chamber, and it says, "Why must you cross this threshold?"
Fast.
Business.
To get through.
What?
It's the fastest way.
Because it's in the way.
You built it in the way.
It's all business.
That's what I'm gonna say. You built it in the way.
Maybe that's suppose.
And we're crushed.
They did.
Kills you.
I'd say there's a few seconds of quiet, and then the voice returns and it says, "What forces you to cross this threshold?"
Willpower.
What forces us? I mean, we have to get
Willpower.
a job done, right?
For the greater good, really.
Yeah.
Help others.
Nick, what do you say?
I have a job to do.
Is that what you believe?
Yeah, I mean, we're going to do this.
The eyes close, and there are a few moments of silence before you hear this creaking and the doors begin to slide
Told you I can get it open.
gently open. Yeah. They don't seem to be closing. I really love
so
the image
fast.
of Buster
Go
doing
back so
that.
fast.
I swear to God, if you try to do another flip like you did on the train.
I
Damn.
don't really
Yeah, I
care.
guess we're going through.
I feel
Alright.
really proud of myself.
They don't really care that I'm going through their gaze.
Not at all.
No, their eyes closed, didn't they?
I give them a wink.
They can't even see it.
Their eyes are closed, buddy.
And they know.
They're sleeping. Alright,
Okay.
I'll hop back in the caravan.
So,
I'm gonna get on my sled.
Where are we? Is it pretty?
You're pretty.
Thanks, Arthur.
You're
heading
That was a really good line.
into the last stretch
Nice.
of the Sabatis Caverns is difficult. Following your final answer, the giants still as statues, I guess. They don't really move at all.
Dumb vegetable.
And the gate, after swinging inward, it opens this threshold into a cavernous expanse of ice and snow.
Oh, okay. I'm
Oh.
digging it.
Yeah. The tunnel before you appears to be carved from the side of a glacier. These massive icicles taking the place
like
of
100
stalactites.
years, it's not gonna be there.
He's gonna be cold to me.
And the floor slick with the sheen of centuries compressed frost.
Good climate change joke.
And as you head in, you find that the ice it does impede forward movement somewhat, and it's far colder than the paths behind you. But this soft light that is emanating from the walls around makes it feel rather nicer than the caverns you just left from.
I'll give my trident to Nick and have it warm up.
Oh, thank you.
So despite the difficulty it is heading into this
I feel right
new area, it is undeniably beautiful. That soft blue light tinted by the pure ice, the gentle creaking and shifting of the glacier around you, and the sort of muffling effect that the cavern has on sound makes you feel almost comfortable in this new area. They all serve to create a sense of otherworldly beauty, of an area untouched, too far from the ambition of man to have ever changed from its natural state. It is somewhere beyond civilization. Is there anything you guys are looking to do out of curiosity?
Just continue on.
Snow angels.
I want to ice skate.
Do you have ice skates?
Make them with ice on your
I'm
shoes.
gonna make them with ice on my shoes.
That's so like the guy from X-Men. I dig it.
Yeah.
All right.
I'm looking for
I got
any
ice skates
signs
so
of
good.
animal
Yeah.
tracks,
Sam,
any movement whatsoever in the glacier.
just looking around for
Scratches, maybe.
Okay. Go
Roll.
ahead and roll perception.
22.
You two.
Already rolled.
15.
I would say as you head along, the sound of your footsteps echoing off of the ice, at least from the people paying attention, this sound is gradually joined by another noise. Very, very quiet at first, but growing louder as you strain to listen. Is this sort of strange keening scraping, like a hot knife carved through the ice, that is echoing faintly from the walls around you.
That's a good sound.
That's so scary.
Can I step off the caravan and put my ear covering the other one up against the ice?
Sure.
See if I can determine which way it's coming from.
Go ahead and roll investigation.
I'm over here doing like the hardest stuff to do on ice skates.
Investigation?
Yep.
17.
17. Nice.
Can I also roll investigation?
Sure.
Natural 1.
Natural 1.
Awesome.
You go to investigate, and for some reason, the action that strikes you is that you need to taste the ice, to which your tongue
No.
instantly is affixed.
And I roll over with my ice skates.
That's what?
No.
You roll over his tongue?
Yeah.
No.
We're not. It's not that gruesome.
I'm gonna
It's a
druid
natural
craft
one.
a little fire.
Natural
For-
1 doesn't affect your stuff.
Take my tongue
Yeah,
off.
it would hurt him.
I'll may take a point of fire damage.
Did I?
You take a point of cold damage
Wonderful.
from hurting your
Do I
tongue.
pinpoint the direction of the sound?
Actually, what you find from listening carefully is that it appears that the sound is moving through the ice, sort of just circling up and around towards where you are listening from.
So can I investigate that with
Alice
advantage?
gets fucked because everything we fight is like.
Can I investigate
cold
that with
resistant.
advantage because I know cold stuff
I wanna fight
or I'm more
that.
familiar with it?
Explain to me how your familiarity with cold helps in
Well-
this scenario. Just give me a walkthrough, and then I'll.
Okay.
I'm
My
gonna-
familiarity with cold stuff. How? Okay. Well, it would for one thing.
Okay, wait. Just let me hear my logic. I'm
Okay.
willing to listen to you, but
I'm
like,
willing to listen to you first.
I am quite I have a very good understanding of ice cubes. I don't think that would make me better at surviving in the
Right.
cold
Well, listen.
winter.
I come from a long line of the Silver Dragon, who's literally invented winter.
Okay. High bold claim.
So it's like what was the psychologist that said all of the
He's
people have the same unconscious thoughts universally?
Jung.
Okay,
Carl
he-
Jung. It's like Carl Jung, except
Yeah.
except with cold
Yeah,
creatures.
he's
We
trying to
all
argue-
have the same unconscious
He's
thoughts.
arguing unconscious mind.
Dude,
He's
no,
literally.
It's a universal
had no brain.
unconscious.
You're literally
Okay,
trying to
Trevor,
argue
I'm gonna take out
unconscious mind.
Joshua and be
Yeah,
like,
that's the move.
Joshua, do you know of any creatures that live in the glaciers?
You pull out the little rose orb that is Joshua, and following your
So
question,
cool.
it lights up with that little light and it sort of scatters across the ice around you. And then Joshua responds. He goes, "Oh, of course, Scal. There's lots of interesting things that live out in the ice."
Does one sound like it's swimming around in ice, if that makes any sense at all?
Oh, of course, that would be a Ramohaz.
What is that?
I knew that.
Ramohaz is sort of like a large ice centipede. It hunts by
Monster.
melting the ice around it
Monster.
and capturing
Wait,
any
is it-
sort of unwary
wait.
prey.
It's a bug.
It's more of a
You said centipede.
crustacean.
Professor, is
Or
it
arthropod. What's the name for shelled?
Anthropod.
Crustacean.
Anthropod.
Oh, anthropod. Oh,
is it
okay.
is it immune to cold damage?
Certainly acclimated to it.
Does that mean it's just resistant?
Does it have any? Yeah. Does it have any?
Yeah,
That's
weaknesses,
fine if it's
Such
resistant.
as fire.
It's actually immune to both cold and fire.
Oh! Ah!
So Trevor,
It's
I
almost
want
like
to clarify
you guys have
something.
actually-
You have just told us that
Damn.
half of the party is useless.
We're not
in this
useless. We just can really
No,
make.
Joshua has told you that half of the
Hey,
party is
we're not
useless.
useless.
fair.
We're gonna like. I'm gonna make like
They're gonna
dancing
try to hit
lights
it with,
and
like,
fog cloud. I'm gonna make like a party around you guys.
Joshua,
Like,
do you know
Gonna
if
be
they're
so
Are they
cool.
particularly aggressive?
Oh, very.
They wanna
Oh,
eat.
yay!
I'm
Especially if
so
they're
excited.
hungry.
I'm so
Oh,
Thank
and
you,
of-
Joshua. Thank you for
and
your
of
time.
course-
I'm gonna
Wait.
slip it into my bag. I have an idea.
If they're hungry. Okay.
Are there fucking are there like is there a loose chunk of ice on the ceiling?
You could break one off.
A big one?
Probably.
I have an idea.
Does one look loose?
Not exactly.
Could I Alright, this is totally your discretion. Could I form one with Ray of Frost?
You can certainly build upon one. Make a large icicle more unstable.
That's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna help you by making a
are you
large
helping?
piece of ice more unstable.
Oh, thank you. Just.
Yeah.
How close is this thing though? Did I determine how close it was?
Close.
Maybe I'd say it's about 20 or 30 meters away from.
I think it's hungry.
Should we roll initiative?
I'm gonna back.
Not yet.
I'm gonna back away back towards the caravan,
I'm so excited.
and like right under the giant piece of ice. Yeah. So Val, if you could loosen that up a little bit, I have a feeling we're gonna need to.
Fucking Spider-Man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I have a feeling we're gonna need to fight in this situation.
Actually, as soon as I loosen it up, is there like a place in the corner I can just hide?
Yeah, I bet there's a place you can go to hide.
I'm gonna go in the corner and hide.
Oh man. Okay, so we are fighting.
Battle!
Do you want me to make
do
a
you mean
stealth
in
check?
In case.
What do you fucking
It's
mean?
like 20 to 30 meters away from you.
Wait. Do you want me to make a stealth check?
Honestly, we'd better fight it.
That's cool as hell.
That is cool, so.
Oh, there's some that toppled. Boom.
Yeah,
Alright.
I'll like hide behind that thing or whatever. Can I make a stealth check or just?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay.
You can just hide. You can just say you're hidden.
Okay.
Where are you going?
I'll just go back where that toppled over thing. I'll just hide behind there. Yeah. Then the people won't know where I am either. Oh no, wait. The way that's angled, they might see me. Whatever. Anyway.
Alright.
So
Oh, and by the way, I filled up my chalice of strength. Filled her up.
So,
I'm gonna make his clothes so tight.
it's about 20 to 30 meters away inside the ice. We loosened up a piece above because we're not going to be able to do a lot of damage. So, if we do environmental damage, it's...
no.
So, what do you want to do?
I'm getting ready to fight.
Yeah, wait.
we had a
for it
long
to
rest.
Come and get us.
Yeah, just before this.
Perfect.
So,
Actually, I'm going to pull out Joshua one more time and be like, Joshua, one last thing. Any weaknesses?
Not cold of fire. Probably acid. If anything.
well, it doesn't have great color vision.
I blend right in.
Alright. Thank you.
So you stow Joshua back in your bag and sort of turn back towards the area of ice in front of you where you see this like patch of ice like right out here starts to positively shine, growing smoother and smoother before starting to melt outwardly from the center, bubbling for a moment before a large segmented body bursts from the ground before you, curling around the corridor, all while glowing a brilliant red hot like a sword freshly taken from the forge.
You can also cast one spell before combat starts. It's not even a big deal, Trevor.
Make
I
sound
was-
effect. Make a noise for this guy right now. Make a noise for him right now. What?
That's a good one.
I didn't need that. Can I cast one spell as everyone's like getting ready?
What is it?
Kind of. Good berry.
Sure.
Yeah. I'm just having some berries. Anyone want a berry?
I'm good.
I would love one.
Can I have
Just kidding.
everybody roll initiative
Yes,
for
you
me?
can, baby. Oh, that's a 2.
That was exactly what I got.
What? You
No,
guys
because I
are
only get +2.
You got a 0?
I got 4.
What? How did you get 2 if you have +2?
I
when you
rolled a
rolled?
2.
Oh, and you put. Oh, okay. I was like, what?
Ooh, a 22.
who has a bonus?
He just won.
Of
no,
you two.
she did.
What'd
No,
you
I
get?
mean
A
you each
22.
rolled a 2, right? So
Yeah.
He has the bonus. I lost. I have a 2.
I have a 4.
Yeah.
He has a 6 and she has an 8.
What?
Let's keep this trainer rolling.
Well, I rolled a nat 20, so
Doesn't matter. She
Doesn't
still
matter.
gets higher because she got 22.
22.
That
Yeah.
20 is instant success, right?
Not
No,
with this.
Not
with
with
initiative.
not with initiative.
What'd you get?
Initiative's just based off the number.
20 total.
You guys got to roll
Oh.
again.
Yeah. What's your dex?
You
He
got a
got
20?
20 as well.
I
You
think
got a
that-
6.
What?
No, I was
he-
kidding.
He was kidding.
Plus 1.
That's a bad
I have
joke.
+2.
Okay.
So roll again.
Worst joke
So
ever.
me and then
Oh, I thought you both had +2.
no.
So
It's
Nick.
whoever goes.
Yeah.
borrow this?
You are up first.
Awesome. Cool.
I really,
I
really.
mean, I just want to stab it.
Go ahead.
No.
Yeah.
Trevor, question: where's the ice actually? Where's the ice part that we loosened up?
I'd say, we can get something.
I said
like
I would
that.
stand like around under it. I was thinking it was like kind of behind him there.
I'd say, how about right there?
All right. Yeah.
What is that?
That's
That's
the
the
marker.
ice.
Can I stand over there? Because that's where I was standing.
Does a natural 20 hit your monster, Trevor?
Ha! Natural 20.
I would say so.
Down.
Got him.
Alright, let's do some big math.
Hey, Trevor. How
Oh,
far away am
fuck.
I?
I forgot.
Am I
Yeah, yeah.
him?
All right,
We're
it's
fine.
dead already.
Yes.
You're like 60
That's a
feet.
60 feet?
4 and a 5 on
That's the
2d8s.
perfect
That's
amount of
good.
feet.
Hey, can I just say one thing, Trevor?
Yeah.
You fucked.
Yeah, you fucked. It's Isabel, and she just got a
You
crit.
done lost it. Don't you have to run up first, Isabel?
I mean, yeah, I assume
Well,
that
yeah.
well, to stab, yeah. I need 2 of these, is that okay?
We got to grab him. Go for it. Look how good my dice are. Your dice suck. My dice are so
Ooh.
good. She got both of her dice had 1s on them. Mine had 4s. I'm
You are making a melee attack,
14,
Yes.
right?
Yes.
You take 12 points of fire damage
Hell yeah.
in the process, just by the way.
Tell him I soak that shit up.
This thing's ice. This thing's fire. This thing defies physics or whatever it is.
Thermodynamics.
So, how does
Thermodynamics.
Hey Trevor, how does this guy like the taste
It's
of
hot, man.
56 points of
Fuck,
damage?
he
Double?
doesn't.
Oh!
It
Yeah.
tastes rather
In your
bad.
face.
Yeah, so Nick, you charge forwards
That was
and
the
like
first hit.
just vault over this
Good
like
point.
stone in front of it,
How do you wanna
and just
do
like
this?
Yeah.
spinning your dagger in your hand, just and like just carve through its chitinous outer shell, just like letting this just burst of steam out from inside it as it hits the ice,
Oh,
I really
and
didn't
just
like
like
that 12
scalding
damage.
your arm as you kind of step back.
Can I also have this guy make a deception check?
Sure.
He's about to
What's
die.
deception again? Charisma?
Charisma.
Yes, it is.
Not great charisma. That's a nat 1 anyway.
That is
Oh.
delicious.
Wow.
That
I'll
means
have
double?
Those back,
Jesus
please.
Christ, man.
Yeah, this is all still doubled.
Oh, that's double too. Yeah.
Oh,
It's a crit.
really?
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's a
it's
crit.
It's not.
It's a crit.
So everything that
And I
has
got
to
a
do with
nat
that
1.
attack.
Yeah, and he
Yeah.
got a nat 1.
Double,
No,
double.
that doesn't make any.
I don't think it does anything.
It's another 28 points of damage.
That's over 80 damage in
In one fucking turn.
That's why
And
rogues
she didn't
are
spend a
OP.
spell slot.
Can we please just
You
just
didn't spend a spell
roll
slot.
just for the
so OP.
cinematic part,
It's
Trevor?
'cause they're
Could that
dead.
thing just be coming out of the ground and she just stabs her dagger and just goes as it comes out of the ground and it's
I
just
like
going
that, I
down
like
her side?
It's like fuck.
I made the wrong
God
decision.
fucking Damn it! Why do animals do this all the damn time?
All right.
Why do I always attack him?
Yeah, I really do
Antagonizing.
love that imagery of it's just coming out and you just stab it and then
And
plant
just
your
starts
feet
going up.
and just drag it as it comes out of the ice and then just whip around and just jam a dagger because sort of just like as you see it go by you see these like openings in its plate armor and you know to just jam your knife under there and just twist upward.
Kombat character.
Is that your turn?
She's a Soul
Nick?
Calibur character.
Let's go.
Uh-huh.
All right,
Attack.
Busto, it's your turn. Valia, you're on deck.
So glad I don't
And
have
I'm
to
last.
follow that.
I have okay. So I cast good berry. So I have berries in my hand. I'm gonna eat one. No, just a chill
This
berry.
is how you follow that?
Trevor.
Fucking 80 points of damage. I'm gonna eat a berry.
He's trying to feed it to it so it doesn't eat us.
He's gonna try to. Yeah, I know. Yeah.
I'm throwing 9 berries into its mouth.
Okay,
Right in.
make a ranged attack, I guess.
I said,
Roll something.
make his
What do you
stomach
think you need to
explode.
roll to nail 8 berries into the mouth of a centipede?
Wait, what is it? If
I
you,
was
It's a
ex-
very small mouth.
wait, if you're trying to aim a certain part
Make
with
us
the
like
bow,
do you have a sling or something
Yeah, I
you
do.
could use? Just make an attack with that.
make an attack with the sling.
Is it since it's a called attack? Would you have
Yes.
disadvantage
Yeah.
since you're trying to throw berries into its mouth?
Yeah, I suppose.
And it
that's
probably
that's the thing for called attack.
probably
Yeah.
doesn't want berries in its mouth,
Yeah.
right?
True.
Well, but it also is probably screaming in pain.
That's
18?
fair. With disadvantage?
No, that's the first
Oh.
one.
Whoa,
just didn't
that's
know.
good.
And 17.
What is it? It's meter beat with armor class,
Yep.
or is
Yep.
it?
Meter beat with
Okay,
AC.
then yeah, you whip and those berries just like careen into its mouth.
So, okay. The reason why I did this is because
Because it's
the description of
hungry.
Goodberry
It's
specifically
not hungry
states
anymore.
that
Yeah, it won't attack.
up to 10 berries appear in your hand are infused with magic for the duration. A creature can use its action to eat one berry. Eating a berry restores 1 HP, and the berry provides enough nourishment to sustain a creature for 1 day.
So it does get 9 HP back.
Yes.
1 HP.
9.
'Cause
I
she
shot
threw
9. I shot 9 berries into it.
You,
However-
you shot 9 with a sling?
However, here's my question, Trevor. It now has 9 days of nourishment in its belly.
So he's not hungry anymore?
I
However,
don't
Not
think
only
that's
is it
how it
not
works.
hungry, it's probably pretty full.
Probably.
Yeah, I'd figure.
the only thing
And that
I'm
doesn't
thinking-
matter. She just fucking
That's
ripped its
exactly what
side.
I'm saying. It's now angry.
Yeah.
That it just got its side.
I wanna play
I am gonna make a
more.
wisdom save to see if it is charmed by you.
Okay. Spell save DC 17.
Well, I mean that's a. God, what's a 10 in wisdom? What's the bonus for 10 in wisdom?
0.
0.
Nothing.
0?
Yeah.
Okay, so it got a 6.
Yeah.
Right?
It is definitely charmed by you. It seems to appreciate the berries,
Okay.
which just boil upon hitting its heated flesh.
Wait,
Can I make an animal handling check then?
Sure.
It's just one turn until I got to do something.
I mean, it's definitely not going to attack you.
No,
Yeah.
it's turn next.
no, he
Perfect.
says I'm on deck.
Yeah, after the month.
So, yeah, it's mine now, Trevor. I'm sorry. I rolled a.
That's not how animal handling
Well, I rolled a
works.
28.
It is with his new thing.
28?
Yeah, I rolled a 28 on animal handling.
Hmm.
I'm telling it to go back. To just leave.
Now, that is a really, really interesting proposal. And I'd say that is definitely your intent as you approach it and it kind of moves its head down to make eye contact with
Trevor
you.
was prepared.
What?
Another one.
Trevor was prepared.
Trevor was prepared.
Trevor was prepared.
Because as you look into its eyes, can I have you make a would it be intelligence saving throw?
Sure.
Or wait, hang
It
on.
makes
Sorry.
a busto
No,
handling check.
wisdom saving throw.
Wisdom. Oh, sure.
Busto handling. Everybody gets plus 20.
Oh
20
wait,
total.
wait! Before you tell me,
Oh.
you should know the DC, which I have to find, is 19.
He
I
beat
rolled
it.
20.
He got 20.
I rolled 11 plus
Nice.
9.
He did.
All right.
20 total. I'm sorry. I'm really sorry.
No, it's fine.
Trevor, you can always improvise. Put another one in there.
No, you are not frightened, but you do stagger back as a sort of dark shadow just flashes behind your eyes, and you really start to take in just how glazed over this thing's segmented eyes look.
Ooh,
Oh. That's good.
Awesome.
No, that's actually the opposite of good.
Yeah.
No shit.
Yeah, I'm still trying to tell it to leave. I assume it's not leaving.
Doesn't seem to be.
You've basically just been told no you.
Oof.
Okay. That's fair.
That's
Dude.
Unfortunately, it is not
He's
going
rubber, you're glue.
Am I allowed to, or I don't know, would you let me cast a spell then, or no? Because I did do an attack with my...
I think you did an action
Okay.
right now.
So then with my bonus, I would like to cast Healing Spirit.
Okay. Yeah, so Busto tosses these berries in, and then seems to like stagger back frightened and just like reflexively throws up his hands, and that golden spirit appears in the air above you. And the DM realizes he didn't roll initiative for very friendly Cameron.
Aw.
Oh.
Totally
Aw.
forgot.
Cameron.
Don't have great decks
Cameron.
though,
She still beats us.
so. He did roll better than you.
What?
He did not roll better.
Come
than
on!
you.
Oh, she's an NPC that
Okay,
all she
so
can do is pray. So.
it is the Remorhis' turn, and
Please make it go away.
what's your armor class, Nick?
Ooh, that would be a
12 plus
Something.
11. Is that gonna hit?
It
That is
falls
gonna
on her,
hit,
and she
sir.
goes into
Okay.
the crack she just made in the animal.
Yeah.
Stuck.
I'm gonna get my dice roller.
To be fair, it was worth a shot.
It was worth a shot.
Pretty bad shot.
I think it's a creative way to...
It was
deal.
a
No, it's
creative
good.
way.
But you fucking failed.
You can't miss unless you don't
I
shoot.
rolled really
you can't
well.
miss if
Oh,
you don't
thank
you.
shoot.
really well.
Yeah, it was good.
I didn't roll anything under a 17.
You can't miss if you don't shoot.
By the
You can't-
way,
But you can't hit it if you don't shoot.
a Nick. Gotcha. Next
What is
one.
that? Okay.
Haste.
Oh, hell yeah.
7.
Must they?
You take.
Why is Val over there?
Hiding.
She's
She
hiding,
hid.
I can
yeah.
be a dickhead.
You take
You are.
43
Ow.
plus
Yeah, you
7
can be.
points of piercing. Or
He's
you take 43
piercing.
points of piercing damage and 7 points of fire damage as it
Yeah.
darts forward
Are
to
you
you
down?
and clamps its jaw around your torso.
Well, first
Um,
off,
Can I have you. Yeah, sorry.
I need to use my uncanny dodge to have the damage.
You just do that on any damage?
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
a reaction to
Damn.
whoever attacks me.
Alright, if the
Alright,
next
yeah,
words out of
so-
your
That's
mouth are, can you please make a
25
deception
points of
check?
damage.
I swear to God, Trevor.
Yeah.
If the next words out of your mouth are, can you please make a deception check?
25 points of damage?
Yeah.
Did you already take damage?
Yeah, you took
Oh,
12
at the
points of
beginning.
damage. Yeah. So, and then what?
I need you. Sorry, I'm just looking something up. I need you to make. Damn, that is a good fucking ability.
That's
Uh-oh.
not good when he says that on
No,
that
no, I'm
side
just
of the
no. Oh
screen.
no, I was looking at your uncanny dodge.
Oh, thanks.
Oh.
It's really great, right?
I need you to make a DC 17. Sorry, save for grappling.
Which is.
Strength of Dex.
Well, I suppose you could do either.
You could do either Dex or Strength, I guess.
Hmm.
Right? If somebody's trying to grapple you,
No,
you could throw
I'm
them
pretty
off
sure
you
grapple
or
is always a
dodge.
strength contest.
Let me check.
Really?
I think it is.
Why can't you just jump out of the way?
It always is grapple. Grapple is.
Yeah.
Okay.
At least I think.
Yeah, I wish it
No,
would said
it
what.
is. The grappling, both have to make a strength. So
Yeah,
it's
I think it's athletics versus athletics, right?
Yeah.
We'll check out. We'll check.
Or it might
um,
be strength. I don't know.
Or no, because it's not a contest. It's the escape is 17.
Oh, so
Cool.
that's an act. That's an ability though. Like
Yeah.
like a
I
normal
don't know.
grapple.
It's kind of vague. I don't know if you just get grappled and then your escape later is 17, or if you are grappled.
I think you get grappled and they have a chance to get out
On
of it.
on their
Yeah,
turn.
so-
on each turn?
She would roll now to see if she's
Okay.
even grappled.
Yeah.
Right. And it's strength.
It's a strength.
Because
It's
it's an attack
athletics.
roll with a DC of 7.
That's not good for her.
yeah,
that was-
that is 11.
Okay.
So yeah, she's grappled.
Yeah, so it clamps down and then like lifts you up into the air off of the ground, stuck in its
It's
mouth.
gonna stick you
Luckily-
inside that you just opened up and you're gonna get stuck in there.
Luckily,
Dude,
it's only
that'd be
grappled.
dark.
That'd be cool.
It's not.
Um,
It's not anything major.
and as this is happening, and it starts to like you can see it like this guttural like roar is sort of building within it.
Holy shit.
Cameron,
Oh yeah. So I'm excited for my
She's
turn.
such a queen.
Just wait. Can you hold your action?
No,
I told you to hold your action.
I don't care.
Cameron is going to cast. I think Sacred Flame would be appropriate right now. So I need a dex save for the Remorhas. 17 plus 1, 18. Unfortunately, she throws out a hand, and you can see this like wreath of glowing holy light start to surround the Remorhas. But it sort of
The
like
red one.
twists to the side, and that like bolt of light just strikes the wall behind
Yeah.
it. Valia, you're up. Cal, you're on deck.
I'll hold my action.
You'll hold your action. You can ready an action. What is the scenario you use?
Alright,
the
actually, yeah, I'll ready an action. I'm gonna aim at him.
What? This
I
is
don't
not
know.
what we discussed.
I'm gonna
Okay.
wait for my turn, my moment to shoot him.
You
No,
should
not
you
yet.
with readying an action. You have to specify what that moment will be.
When I'm gonna hold my turn.
Okay, just to the end of the round.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So Cal, you're up.
Okay. So, can I have 2 actions, right?
It's on your sheet.
I do. So, can I use my half of my movement to get over here, like underneath the thingy-mabob? And
Put a mini out for your girl.
it's over there.
I didn't see it.
I beforehand I couldn't get a word in. I tied my hempen rope to the end of my trident.
Yep.
And can I take my trident and throw it into the big bad guy? Big guy.
Sure. Go ahead and make a
The only one.
roll to hit.
The only bad guy.
17 is the AC.
Natural 20.
Nice.
So
yeah.
it's gonna hit. Your trident does do fire damage,
This
though,
guy
as I
has no
understand.
It does do fire damage. It
So
does it,
it's
okay,
definitely
is
gonna
it
be
fire damage? Like, does it really matter? Like,
Does
if,
it say fire damage on your?
I thought because there's a spell that's called Black and Holy Fire, right? And it does either something or like radiant or necrotic, depending on what is worse for the creature. So for this one, would it do piercing because the fire damage doesn't really work?
Can you read me what it says on your trident for damage?
It says fire damage, but that's because you
What's
can't
the
put 2 damage
dice
types.
you roll? What is it?
A
Is
D6.
it? It's a D6.
Hold on.
I hesitate to change things if we've already established it's fire damage. I do struggle to see how throwing a trident into someone's back wouldn't hurt them though.
Yeah, that's what
Did you
that's what I
have
mean. Is it fire damage like to people where that fire damage hurts, like to people that are weak to fire damage, but just
I think it's
It-
just fire.
My-
It's like burning them or something.
My ruling would be to just run it as a normal trident, like a non-magical trident, for damage. But that's
just to things that don't take fire damage though. But to everything that takes fire damage, it would be fire damage. Do you know what I'm
yeah,
saying?
I suppose, but
That's the way that
I understand what
works.
Trevor's saying, because it's a finicky way to say that you have 2 different damage types and you can pick and choose which one, because that can kind of be seen as a balancing issue. But realistically speaking,
If I stab someone with a trident, it would
yeah, like for purposes of reality, I know Dungeons and Dragons, I think you would still count it as piercing.
I'd say just don't add whatever your attack bonus is to the damage.
I
So
don't
just
anyways.
roll
Your
straight
damage
D6.
bonus? Yeah, just roll a straight D6.
Oh, straight D6. Oh, okay. That's a 2 points of piercing damage.
So
Okay.
4 total.
Okay, and then
Yeah, 'cause it's DI and that's 20.
can I use my extra action to pull it?
Pull on the rope,
Yeah.
which is it?
It's
It's
in the,
anchored-
I rolled a nat 20. Actually, it would be 4 points of damage because it's a
Yeah,
crit.
we said that.
Yeah.
I know.
Um,
Are you trying to move it? It's
to-
still
to
in the
fucking
ice.
pull it. Oh, it is.
Somewhat. Yeah. I mean,
I-
well,
Well, the mini shows it, but
okay. I'd say yeah. I mean, you can start pulling. It is a huge creature. So
how long is it?
I
I just want to get its head under the fucking ice block.
you can make an athletics check for me.
Alright. Come on. That's 20.
Okay. Yeah. No, you pull the rope and you start just dragging it towards yourself, and you see it sort of. It's like pulling back, but you're starting to get a little bit of headway. I'll move it 5 feet. I think that'll be fine.
Is it under the block?
No, definitely not.
Can I
She is being held by it right now, right? But it's in front of him, right?
Yeah, that's all I'm gonna do.
Like she's being held like this. Like if I'm holding this thing, it's in front of me. So if somebody's behind me, they wouldn't even see that I'm holding it, right?
What?
I'm behind the creature.
Yeah.
So I can't even see that it's holding her, right?
You can probably tell.
But
that she's in its mouth.
If I was to shoot something at it, it probably wouldn't hit her.
Yeah, it probably
Well,
wouldn't hit her.
if it's magic missile, it couldn't hit her.
Yeah, it wouldn't hit
Yeah,
her.
but if the explosion...
You can aim. You're capable of aiming.
Yeah,
if it
this
causes
doesn't-
an
this doesn't-
explosion, it
yeah,
would
that's what
might
I'm
hit
saying.
her.
This doesn't miss, but the explosion would mostly be on its
There's-
back, so would it cover
There's
her?
no explosion for magic missile, unless you roll something that makes it cast fire.
It always exploded before.
No, it's like a little. It just hits it.
I'm gonna hit it with my.
It doesn't
little-
do any AOE damage.
I'm gonna hit my little magic missile one. My green stave.
All right. Yeah. That's.
It's cool. I figured it was a ways down.
It is.
Yeah.
That is 44 plus 4
Okay.
damage that you need to roll.
We're using. Oh, 4d4. I thought you said it's 44 plus
Yeah.
4. I was like, okay, I believe you.
4d4.
2, 3.
That's whenever anyone says something with D4, everyone thinks that.
13.
Damn, not bad.
Did I have to
Um,
roll anything for magic?
No,
for wild
the
magic?
green one's only. Have you used the green one before?
I think once or twice. I don't
Okay,
remember.
then it cracks slightly as these 4 bolts of magic missile fly out of the wand and collide with the hide of the creature, dealing 18. You said? How much?
No, I said 13.
13.
And I'm still trying to hide as best I can. I'm trying to shoot through any
I'll give you
cracks.
cover. I'd say you have cover.
But does he see me? Does he look behind him?
It might turn its head. It probably is aware that you shot at it now. You can. Is hide an action?
Hide
I
is
don't
an
know.
action,
Hide. Oh,
but it's an action, not
it's
a bonus.
an action, not a bonus action. Well, let's
Unless,
see what I got.
are you considered small?
No.
Then no.
I'll
Even
just.
then, I think
I
that
will
would
say.
work
I will roll. If I find my d20, I'll just roll perception.
Well, do you want me to roll sneak or something? No.
Because you can't hide.
That's fine.
I'm setting. I'll just set. I say the DC's probably 12. About. It knows you're there.
He doesn't know what I am though. My
and-
horn's sticking
And
up.
you can kind of duck back behind the ice. Is that your turn?
No.
Nick, you're on deck. by
I'm
the
gonna
way.
cast. It knows I'm there. Really?
Yeah.
How far away is that temple-looking thing? Yeah, from me. So I would be from cover from that thing.
50 feet.
50 feet?
Yeah.
Fantastic. I'm gonna cast Far Step.
To go where?
60. So I'm behind that thing because I can go up to 60 feet. So I'm behind that thing so it can't see me. I just teleported. Now he doesn't know I'm there.
Alright.
It's concentration. So as long as I can make my concentration rolls, I can keep doing that every turn as my bonus
so in
action.
my element, and then when something comes out, it's like ah!
And actually, if I can move now because that doesn't count as my movement. Is that a river right there?
Yeah.
You need to get out of that. It's melts.
Can I somehow
Yeah.
walk onto the first layer of that stone with still not letting him see me and get as close to the caravan as possible? I can move 30 feet. Okay, that's perfect. He still can't see me?
Yeah.
He has no idea I'm there.
I don't think it will release.
Roll stealth.
I
Okay.
mean, I don't know.
Cause you still make noise. Oh. I'll still let you roll stealth, but he does have tremor sense.
Nice. He's a cool monster.
I got okay.
What was it?
14.
No. He knows what you are.
He thinks he doesn't know what I am though.
Sure.
Because how would something just get from there to 90
he
feet?
might think that there's multiple things.
Yeah,
That's
now
fair.
he's confused.
Alright. Nick, you're
Give
up.
him confusion.
Okay.
No.
So.
You do have disadvantage on attacks, but you can make the
Oh, it's not
athletics
even
check
me.
right
I
now.
was like, no.
I think you make it. Is it end of your turn or start of your turn?
It can be if you choose at the start of your turn, right?
I have no
Because
idea.
if you want to break out before you attack,
I guess I'll do it. Yeah.
or maybe it uses your action. Yeah, it uses your action to try to break out.
Does it? That's.
Right?
I'm not gonna do that.
I think it does. Trying to break out of a grapple uses your action.
Check again.
Getting out of grapple uses your action?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, it does. Okay.
It's specifically.
Okay.
You taking
yeah.
damage yet?
So I am. What does your healing spirit do?
D6.
Oh, thank
Take
you.
a 3d6.
Busto, you're on deck.
Why do you get 2?
Because I have a regeneration factor.
Oh yeah.
It might actually be 2.
If
I feel like I ask that every time.
If I throw something towards a character or person on my next turn, can they use their reaction to try to catch it?
It is 6 seconds, so if it's 6 seconds in the air.
I think they can catch it if you throw it on your turn.
Hey, it's disadvantage to attack, right?
Yes. Because you are in its creepy ass jaws.
Oof.
Yeah.
That sucks.
I don't think that hits.
Not 20 and a 4.
Damn.
Wait. So yeah, 13 does not hit it.
Unfortunately, no.
Okay, I would still like it to make a deception check.
I mean, I don't think a 4 succeeds.
Arthur,
Nope.
have you animal handled
What?
it? Have you is it listening to you a little bit?
Not really, I don't think.
Okay, it still takes
Mostly probably because we're also beating the shit out of it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
17 points of damage.
Jesus. Even when you don't get to attack,
Yeah, I know.
How's it looking?
sucks.
not amazing.
Has
Not
it got
horrible.
Some, it's got some.
I mean, it's gotten a stab wound and a trident, and now with where you are pinned in its mouth, you
Yeah.
just like kick it in the top of the mouth, and you see it kind of reel back at that, and its jaws like open for a second, kind of letting you out, and then just punk, clamps down shut on you again. All right,
So,
Busto.
Busto is going to actually,
I have a plan.
Busto's gonna do a pretty simple turn. All things considered. Actually, first off, how damaged is our boy looking?
Hurt. It got a really has a
giant
really bad
fucking
gash
ice
down
cube's
one
gonna
side,
drop on its head,
and a trident stuck in its back.
But, so like, it's doing okay, but not great.
It's not. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, why the fuck not? Nope, never mind. Damn it. I didn't realize that takes 10 rounds. I'm not gonna do that. I'm gonna just really simple give you haste. Done.
Thanks. Is that for next turn?
It applies now, but yes. For your next turn.
Nice. Which
Plus
means
it.
I can just make 2 turns, right?
So haste
Two
allows
attacks.
you to choose a willing creature that you can see within range. The spell target speed is doubled. It gains a +2 to AC. It has advantage on dex saves, and it gains an additional action on each of its turns.
Nice.
Now you can.
For how many
Hit it
turns is
and
that,
drink out.
sir?
Okay.
So you get an extra, so 2 total,
Nice.
and +2 AC. Basically, and your speed's doubled. So you have 60 feet.
Nice.
Can't benefit from movement to speed right now, but
Yeah.
as soon as
Yeah.
she's out of that, she can. All right. Yeah. So from his space down on the ground, Busto extends a hand, and you feel this like invigorating energy suffuse your bones. Is that your turn, Busto?
Thanks,
Okay.
dude. I love you.
The Remores,
Oh.
on the other hand,
Okay.
It's fine. I might
Come
now.
on,
it's
come
fine.
towards me a little bit.
is going to try and attack you
Me?
again. Yes.
Yes.
Doesn't know where I am.
Does a 17 hit?
9. Does not.
9.
Does he give me a +2?
Yeah, +2 to AC, 18.
Nice.
Get ready.
Yeah. So it like opens its jaws slightly and starts like trying to lower you, but you like grab either side of its mouth and just like pin yourself there in place.
Nice.
Never mind.
I mean, you can drop the rope if it's really important.
It's not as important as what you're doing.
And I'm gonna burrow, actually.
You're
Hell
about to lose
yeah,
that
that's
rope.
I don't think-
cool.
Hey, he's
I'm
pulling you.
holding on to you.
I will
See.
make. I will say
Athletics
his range
contest?
is constrained to the rope, or I guess if it would pull on the ice.
Could you
I'll
do
make an
an
athletics. He is huge. He's like 60 feet long.
Does he?
Don't
Do
you
you?
know
Would
he
you get
can
advantage then, or would he get
strength?
I'm pretty
disadvantage?
sure his strength of
Strength
24
bonus.
kind of
Swole.
trumps yours.
No, fam.
Athletics.
Athletics check?
Yeah.
I rolled a 16 plus 7.
Athletics check?
Yes.
You have,
You'll
to,
get
you
that
have to
20.
get an at 20.
23 is your.
No,
So can he burrow with her under with him?
If you want to hold on to it, I will let you get dragged along with it.
That would probably hurt. Oh no, I meant her.
It does keep holding on to
Yeah,
her.
I'm definitely there.
I wouldn't do it.
How loose is the floor?
Not. You're in a glacier.
It's ice.
Okay, well, I was just wondering. I don't know
Super
because
ice.
well, he's been
Sheer
burrowing all through it. So
Well,
He
that's him.
melts
That's
it.
him. Yeah, that's him.
yeah, no, but I was just shut the fuck
You're
up.
not
You don't know
him.
what I'm gonna do. Trevor, I have a question. Can I cast spells to my trident when I'm not holding it? Okay, I'm looking.
Okay. I only have 20 feet of movement. So he is underground.
Come on, come towards
So
me.
is Nick.
I'm literally just going under this wall here.
Okay.
Fuck, you little bitch.
And then I have 30 feet.
We need to get him over here. I use my action.
Wait, I thought he could only
surge
move
for this
20.
What?
No, he has
He has
his
20 feet
burrowing
burrow,
and
30
then
feet movement.
yeah.
Oh, so
and
he
you
goes
see he
down
just
up.
ducks into the ice and reemerges behind one of these stone outcroppings, and then just like centipede slithers across the ground to the other side of the
Ew.
Bitch can't see me now. Still.
And it is Cameron's turn.
You can
Um,
throw the thing.
Cameron, heal me challenge.
No, because now
Yes.
it was something
Uh,
to heal Nick. but
that's
now she's
touch.
Gone. Doesn't need. No.
Touch. Can't heal you because needs to come into contact.
That's cool. I'm fine.
I could use the.
Within range. Okay, how many movement feet of speed do I have? 10, 10, 15, 20, Yep.
Roll on the wild magic.
30.
You were supposed to for the green.
No, it didn't break.
Oh, it didn't break.
I want the green one to break already.
Cameron's gonna cast Sanctuary on you, Nick. And you sort of see these little glowing like golden light, like the priests of the temple can cast, and they just like lock down around your wrists, and cover you with kind of this glowing outer shell. So until it ends, any creature who targets you with an attack or harmful spell must make a Wisdom saving throw or change targets.
Nice, I love it.
With that, it is your turn, Valia. Cal, you're on deck.
How many more uses do I have of the green one
Plus,
before
and
it breaks?
get us.
Hard to tell.
Run over here, stab it with something.
No, because I wouldn't be able to do as much as I could with this.
Oh, Trevor, I have an idea. For my damage, it says 1d6 plus 3. Is the plus 3 the fire and everything?
Probably.
The rest is the piercing. Okay.
That would make sense because a d6 is piercing, is the
Yeah.
standard trident piercing damage.
I'm gonna use
Cal, you're on deck.
Use Fire Step. Okay. Now it is a concentration spell, but because I'm using the spell's action to move, do I have to use a concentration check for that?
No.
Okay.
Are you gonna
I can move to any unoccupied space I see, right? That's what the says, right? On him, is that on the occupied space? On his back. Because technically, I could say
It's
that spot
occupied
60
by
feet up in
Yeah,
the sky
it's
is
occupied by him.
not the spot right above him. If there's a Valia-shaped spot in the air that I could literally just be like on him, that's unoccupied.
The rules specifically do say unoccupied space.
It says
I'll let you appear above him if you're willing to be about 10 to 15 feet above him, since he is moving. You can fall onto him if you'd like.
I want to get as close to her as possible.
Sure.
Thanks, dude.
You do this, you're taking 4 points of falling damage.
That's fine.
And
Okay.
you're going to need to make a dex check to get on it, to hold on to it.
I think I make it. Dex check?
Yeah, saving throw.
Oh,
I guess.
it's not what I thought it was. I thought I was reading con.
I guess you could do acrobatics if you want. Just do an acrobatics check.
It's all the same 14. It's close, but I think I could hold on. I took the 4.
I'll say you catch. I mean, you're gonna take fire damage because you. That's right, Nick. You should have taken 9 points of fire damage when you kicked it.
Okay.
What are you at?
Something.
And
40.
Valia,
Yeah.
falling on. I'll say you can catch a hold of one of those little spikes on its back and kind of hang from that.
How close am I to her? Am I within arm's length?
I mean, if you want to land on.
I want to be within arm's length of Nick.
If you want to land on its head, I'm gonna make it be a dex contest.
Oh, I was thinking like right here on its shoulders. If it doesn't have shoulders, but where its shoulders should
That'd
be
be
if it was
cool.
humanoid.
Okay, I don't know how to.
Like right there. We don't have to put the mini on there. We can just know if you can.
Nice.
I love you.
If the mini falls, you fall in the game.
Yeah. If the mini falls, you fall in the game.
I don't like that. Who came up with that rule?
Isabel.
Isabel.
I'm trying to help you here.
I was just.
You do take 13 points of fire damage.
It's fine. Okay, but I am within arm's reach of her.
No, you're too tall.
What if
Right?
I'm like sitting down?
What are you trying? Okay.
Hand or something.
A hand or something. You could probably like toss something over its head to her. You are hanging, so I'd say yeah, you can throw something from where you are.
Doesn't work. Can't throw it. I don't think.
Because there's stuff in it.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's the
Wait, what are we
chalice.
talking
It's the goblet.
about?
So if I throw it,
The healing.
Oh, yeah.
according to physics,
That's cute, I
the
like
liquid will probably come out.
I guess you can climb along it.
That's my
What is
movement.
what is your far step? You can use. You're
I already
definitely.
used my far step.
Yeah, is it bonus action or action?
It's bonus action.
All right, you can use your movement to make an
Yeah.
acrobatics check and climb along it.
Nice.
Don't
Thank
fuck up
you,
your
dude.
acro now.
I know. I thought I had +7, but it's actually only +2. 15.
15. All right.
Yeah.
It's not more than 30 feet, so I'd say you can like hand over hand make your way. Do you think this would incur another burn?
Yeah.
I'm not hitting it.
You're touching.
No, I
yeah,
guess
but
that's
you're still
true.
touching it.
That touches the remora or hits it with a melee
Or
well
hit-
within
or
5
hits it.
feet.
Yeah.
It said touch or.
Yeah.
Holy shit. This is a lot of work for you.
7 plus
Thanks,
5.
guys.
so
I
it's
break
eight,
out of
13 again.
How low are you?
8, 9, 10,
Um,
11, 12. No, 12. 12.
I believe.
What's the
How much
DC
you
I'm
have
getting?
left?
17?
How low is she?
That's
I
why.
don't know.
Because you have to roll a 19 or 20.
Yeah.
How low are you? Like how much?
I
you
have
left?
like 31 hit points.
Yeah.
I'm so glad I prepared this.
So
well.
I'm right next to her.
Yeah.
Here you go.
Thanks.
Wait, can she drink it right there?
You can pour it in her mouth.
All right, open up.
Hell yeah.
Oh.
You
We
take.
do say giving someone a potion is bonus action. You can use your action if you want.
I'll use my action.
What is it?
Bitch, I came this far.
Yeah, what is it?
Oh wait, I'm gonna tell you. I'm gonna tell
Yeah,
you right
yeah.
now. Where's my stuff? Okay, you get
Cal, you're on deck.
48
Yep.
plus. I believe it's my spellcasting modifier because it's attuned to me. It says 48 plus your spellcasting ability,
48, by the way.
plus your spellcasting ability modifier, but I would assume it's mine, not hers, because I'm attuned to it.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay, so you take 48 plus my spellcasting modifier is 5. So you
So
take
do
48.
I roll them?
I think
Or-
so. Yeah, because
Yeah.
you're taking it. So yeah.
Awesome.
48 plus 5.
What's
HP.
Are there any other loose things here?
What?
Are there any other loose pieces of ice?
Mate, I don't think there's ones that are actively loose. You
Plus
could break
5?
some of the icicles
Thank you so
off.
much.
How much you get?
24.
Nice. I have a question.
Yeah.
Since my action was a small action, can I also let go of him?
Since my
After I
action was
pour it
a
into her
small action.
mouth.
Sure.
Thanks.
You can use.
Your movement. Half
Yeah,
of
I'd
your
say movement, letting go. That's fine.
That's fine.
It is. It's heavy.
Oh,
Probably,
I will roll concentration check.
That's a good point. Oh, you should have done that against the damage.
I'll do
anyway,
it twice.
both times.
So 3
Um,
times in all.
Yeah,
How?
2.
What is it? Do I have to make?
5.
How much damage did you take?
And you take 8 damage from falling too. So it's a
Jesus fucking
it's a
Christ.
DC 13, a
4
DC
times.
12. It's 30 feet. Fell 30 feet.
So yeah, it's how many?
DC 13.
Eight?
DC 13, DC 12, DC 8. All
8.
3.
13, 12, 8.
Yeah, I've already taken the first 2. So I take 3
Eight.
concentration
Yes.
checks.
And the
Yeah.
DCs are 13, 12, and 8.
Yep. So first. Nope. Or what's your?
Failed.
It's a con, right?
Oh fuck! It's saving throw.
It's a constitution.
Oh, okay. So 17,
Alright. 12,
15.
8.
Natural 1.
Natural 1.
And it's still meter beat still technically passes, but it's
a nat 1.
Yeah,
we
so
play
you
crit, though.
you let go after pouring this chalice and just like tilt and land
Fine, next time I just won't
directly
save
on
my
your
character.
head.
Cool. No, I just won't.
In the ice, just fully losing track of your far step spell in the process.
level 5 spell.
All right, Cal, it is your turn.
I have only one
Um,
Depression.
When you only have cold magic, but it's useless.
Okay.
I'm going
You have to do
to.
whatever you can do to prove you're not useless.
True.
I'm gonna peek out from around
For the record, I could have just
the
masked
the,
one.
the big
One turn.
rock there, and look at it.
You gotta get the picture
Actually,
of
how far away do I need to be?
It's
That's
just
the
like
question.
inflict wounds. You have to touch it.
Nick, you're on deck.
60 feet. I need to be 60 feet. Am I 60 feet away from her?
No.
Yes. Okay.
More,
I'm gonna,
you're less than 60 feet.
I'm gonna cast command and say, approach.
All right. Does that
Make
just
a
mean it
wisdom
has...
saving throw.
Okay. It's a nat 1.
Ooh.
Perfect. So it has to come towards me.
So a lot of those.
So
going
the
around.
target moves towards you by the shortest and most direct route.
That's
ending
on
its
its
turn,
turn,
if
though,
it
right?
moves. Yeah, ending its turn if it moves within 5 feet of you. Can I back up too? I want to be as far back as I can.
Okay.
Like yeah, I want to be as far back.
So
as
that
I
would
can.
mean, I believe.
So it comes around that rock
10
there.
feet forward, so you have 5, 10, 15,
Not actually no, not that far back. Enough so I'm like 5 feet away from that. Invisible.
That's where you just were.
There.
You
No,
were
like
right there.
one back from that. There.
He's like,
So no,
"A
because I want it to come around the rock
Yeah.
and
So-
then be right there.
So he has to move 50 feet next time, right? Because as far as he can go, so he can move 20 burrowing and then 30 on land.
Is that it?
Do I have healing word still?
Where's the salamander?
He's chilling out. He's in the caravan.
Oh.
He's probably sleeping. It's pretty cold for him.
Yeah, that's it for me.
Okay.
Actually, nope. My trident.
All right.
It was stuck in him.
All right. Yeah. So Cal steps out from behind the rock and he points at it and just shouts, "Approach!" And then steps backwards as the Remores turns its head to look at you.
It's my turn,
Yes.
right? Okay. So my attacks on it will be with disadvantage, but I do have haste, so I have 2. Okay, so I got
Um,
I don't think that
hold
one
on.
hits.
Can you use haste to get out?
Yeah,
Good
it's
time
two.
to
She
get
has
up.
2 actions,
Okay.
so she can make 1 action to attack and then 1 action to get out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let me do some quick
And
math.
then get out
here.
first, and then you.
What do I have?
Quick maths.
Everyday matters on the clock.
Smoke juice.
What was
What's this guy's AC?
17.
17?
I think I'm fine because I have +9 to hit. Why do I have a? Oh, that's fine.
What'd you roll?
What
I rolled it was like a 9 plus
Plus
9.
9, that's 18.
Is yeah. Okay, I'm
You're
fine.
in.
I can't do math, but I'm fine. Okay.
Ooh, that
shitty.
sucked.
Is this
luckily-
your attack on it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You do have disadvantage. Don't forget.
Yeah, that's I rolled I had a 17 and a 9.
Well,
And then Val's 19, so I'm gonna take
Hot down here.
It's first. It's nice.
Oh, nice.
I love it. I would much rather be this warm than being freezing cold.
I would love to be colder.
So then I'm gonna make my other attack on it.
how much did? All right.
Can I just do it all at yeah?
By the way, does anyone
Get up.
remember what Cameron got for initiative?
She was in front of me, behind the
Yeah.
monster.
Do you know if it was more than a
also
12?
hits
I don't.
With
No.
disadvantage,
You never
that's
told
You never
another
told us.
9.
It's just I had a 4, so it's
Reroll
only
it.
4.
If you don't know it, reroll.
That's
Well, I rolled a nat 1.
I don't think
At the
that. No,
bottom.
I would just say I don't think it was more than a 12.
It was above a 4 and
You
less
said only
than
like
one.
I remember. I feel like I remember you saying it was.
I feel like something's gonna happen
hell
that's
yeah.
bad to the people that have
Is
less
this
than
That
four
that one's for
initiative.
reference
What
for me.
is this? Is this a
Oh.
6?
Yes.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, that's something.
Who's new?
Nobody.
Uh-huh.
No one's new. Actually.
No one. Or nobody.
No thing.
And may
Something,
I ask it?
though.
Somebody.
May I ask it to make one of those
Once
sick deception rolls?
I rolled a 16, but I get a -3 to charisma,
No.
so
Cool.
13.
I have a
wrong.
16.
Nope, we're gonna do our own song. Hold
You
that
ain't
the
sharpest
ball
ball.
in
Let me
Ow.
do some math real quick.
closet though. Mazel tov.
Muzzle top.
Sorry, we're
And
doing
so,
storybooks over here.
so Nick just
That
killed
is
it while we weren't paying attention.
73 points of damage.
Fucking Jesus.
Is he dead?
Do I take damage though because he's hot when I hit him?
Yep.
Oh wait, no,
you did
Trevor,
2 attacks.
Trevor.
What?
How hot is he?
Oh, I got it.
Very, very. I mean,
Over
red hot.
9,000.
That's yours.
Oh,
1,
thanks.
6,
I got it.
5, so 6, 12,
think you
and
got
is,
that.
I think it's 2 attacks, right?
Yep.
So
You, the viewer, found that
Hey
funny.
guys,
Yeah.
Yeah,
he's
over
a
9,000.
25.
I heard it. He's
on
a
the hotness
25.
scale. He's a
so
25.
He's a
12 and
25.
9. 12 and 9.
He's hot AF.
He's almost as hot as Valia.
He's almost as
21.
hot as the Fury.
21 points of fire.
He's more hot than you.
No.
Yeah, I got 29.
Yeah, you
and
rolled
got
you had
24.
73 points of damage.
Yeah, with 2 turns of
I'm the
haste.
hottest one in the call.
Jesus.
Did you not break out?
Nope.
You remember them?
Yeah, so you I'd say you pulled out these daggers and just like twin dagger just eye and eye outside of it, just stabbing like right into the rough like covering around the shell of its eye, and then just like pulling inward, and just gouging this huge gash along the front of its face.
I have fun.
Which is, I gotta do the math here.
Please tell me it dies.
It's not dead. It looks fucking awful.
Hell yes.
This is the perfect
Hell
time to
yes.
shoot it with the red one.
That would be an interesting thing to do.
That would be awesome.
That might be a bad idea.
Natural
It would be a
20 on what?
waste, but I mean, it would just be cool.
Save it for a tough action.
No.
I'm done with my turn.
For concentration for what?
Haste.
Okay.
Okay.
Because it's my turn. You make a concert. You make a contract. I'm done.
I just want to do my cool thing that I set up.
Busto, it is your turn.
Yeah, I just made a con save. That's it.
That's awesome.
Okay.
Please
Yeah, I'm
do.
done.
I will.
And Busto just keeps
But
his
at the end
hands
of the turn, we do it.
focusing this haste on Nick. And I have to move.
Wait,
my
so
thing.
do I get it again?
Yep.
If I
Yeah, you get
within
it every
5
turn.
minutes- If I get within 5 feet of you, that's it for my
Thank
turn.
you so
Yes.
much. That's gonna be
So-
so bad.
If I end within 5 feet, I can't do anything. To
You gotta burrow and
Yeah.
move, right?
Yeah, so 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40.
He gets there.
So it'd be right within you. It would be 5 feet, so it'd be like.
Is that under the glacier?
The
Like
problem
under
with
the
these ice.
big. Okay, it's like I thought it was like an area, you know.
Yeah, I mean,
I
that's
got
just the
you.
mini I had to hit it. It's
Yeah.
gonna hit if it will hit the remorse, it's gonna hit you too.
Buddy,
I know.
I gotta use the red one.
You don't have to use the.
I don't know if this will make it
There
work.
are so many other spells.
I don't know.
There are projectiles.
You have a crossbow.
It's a
Okay,
light bow, it doesn't do
It
shit.
doesn't matter.
Is that
Use
that's
that.
its
It
turn,
could
right?
do the most of
All right.
10 damage.
Whose turn is it now?
Okay.
It does nothing.
That new person you just
I
added
don't like
for.
these.
It's for
I
ref
like
wit.
these spells.
Well, I mean,
You
it's
all
always
of them
it's
are
been in
ice.
effect since the beginning,
I don't have to
as
hurt
Busto
him, I'm
saw.
hitting the ice.
And I'm going to use my turn to take
What?
total and precise control of the remores.
What?
Fuck.
What's been in effect?
Fuck.
Well, the dominate monster, of course.
What?
Oh, I figured it out. I think.
Did you?
Yeah.
Okay, so what are you gonna do?
I am going to compel it to attempt to swallow Nick.
Oh my god.
Wait.
I mean, it is your turn. It is your,
That would be really
it is your
funny.
turn. You do
It's not
have.
my turn.
Yes, it is. No, it's your turn.
Or no, yeah, no, because it's
No,
Lex's turn.
I'm imposing disadvantage
Can I-
on that roll because it's within 5 feet of me.
And can I
Hold
yell
up.
like really loud?
Wait 1 second. Wait, let me
You're
read
just
it. Let me
like,
read it.
"Hey."
I mean, it likes me. Maybe I distract it a little.
Someone just
Maybe
Okay.
I give him
brain
advantage. I don't know.
controlled it.
Oh, 28
It's
on
been
that
brain
line,
controlled. I just have been issuing commands.
Oh, it's Ben?
What is it?
Oh,
So you
that's-
didn't just cast the spell?
No,
Never
that's,
mind.
that was the glazed eyes. I figured that. But I didn't want to say because no one else thought of it.
Is
So,
Glazed
I
eyes.
thought it was just like a.
hey, is our
Dominate
so I will
monster
just have a
always has
regular
glazed
roll
eyes.
since I would get
Unless it's
advantage
specifically,
against Nick,
Mhm.
like
since
racial,
she's
or
grappled.
the animal itself.
So I'll just have a
But most animals
regular
have
attack
people's-
roll. I wish I could have taken that when I just dropped it because I just got a nat 20.
Yeah,
But
but you can't because you dropped it. Alright?
yeah.
What the fuck is that?
All right. Bite attack plus
You
11.
suck.
13 plus 11.
Damn it.
Yeah.
So, but that's
That
why
hits.
I made
That
that
hits.
shit earlier.
Fuck.
I can do it in battle.
Fuck. Shit.
That's
You're gonna crush
Better
it.
safe than sorry, right?
I suppose, but
That's the only thing I can use for my.
the real question is,
31
would Valia be
plus-
suspicious like that?
Yeah,
5,
yeah, totally.
6, 7, 8,
Yeah.
9, 10.
She's
41 points, or 31 points of
I'm suspicious.
piercing,
so.
10 points of fire damage.
I will use my uncanny whatever
Oh.
to half it.
The 31. You have to have the 31, right? You have to have a certain type of
Yeah.
damage.
You know what I mean?
So-
I don't have any
So
outside game knowledge
15
or
plus
something, and I feel
10,
something. I
so-
just assume.
16%.
And it swallows you. It cocks back its head and chomps down, and then you are pulled down its throat.
That's what you can think of during this?
into its stomach.
All you can.
This is so dark.
your
So the
favorite
grapple
character
does
just got swallowed and
end,
you
but
keep
you
getting
are
caught.
blinded and
No, it's
restrained
fine.
while you are inside of it.
So I can't do anything.
No, you can attack.
Oh,
And
that
if
is
you
sick.
if you deal 30 or more damage on a single turn from a creature inside of it, it will.
What
it
if we
has to
deal-
make a con save and regurgitate you
If we deal damage to it,
Awesome.
does she
from
take
inside of it. If you
No.
can shoot things down
No,
its throat,
if we
that would
deal
count.
damage to it, does it hurt? If
Depends
I
on
drop,
what you
she is
do.
protected by
if
it.
I drop a giant ice block on it, will it hurt her?
How
It
far?
might be
It's pretty
crushed
tough.
to
She
death.
might take a bit of damage.
She probably won't die.
Yeah, but-
Could we hit it in a spot so far that it
Yeah, we have to
regurgitates her
someone
from the
rip it
force
apart,
of the
yeah.
impact? That would be
I'm-
cool.
well,
So
I'm aiming
dropping
for
a
it to land
rock on her might not be a great
You
idea.
take a snake, right? The mouse is here on the snake, and then you drop something here.
Yeah, that's
it's
what I'm
gonna
saying.
force
Okay,
it
fair enough.
to
I could
push
see
out.
that. I'd say it could get the DC to keep her swallowed. It is Cameron's turn.
I got it. I'll drop it.
I got it.
I got it.
I got it.
I got it.
I got
Nobody's
it. I got it.
hurt,
I definitely
right?
got
No,
it.
I got it.
So I'm just gonna use Guiding Bolt.
It's a good thing my turn's first.
Well,
I'm gonna use
hold
this thing.
on.
Don't fucking use it.
He's hurt. She's
I have
hurt.
something that
He's
replenishes.
hurt.
I'm
I can't.
hurt.
I can't affect her because I can't.
I'm hurt.
I'm
Where
not
are
hurt.
you?
I'm
I'm
not
way-
hurt at all.
You're right next to her.
I'm not scratched.
You're
not-
right next to her.
I'm only at
Okay.
47.
No, I never get touched.
Never mind,
I'm right.
not
You're
gonna
right
use
next to me
mass
though,
cure
so I
wounds
can.
then.
I can just heal you for
It would have
10 points of 10 points of healing.
Fuck, thanks.
As Cameron sort of like eyeing this thing, I guess she's like looking over at Nick. She just like reaches over and puts a hand on your shoulder, and
It's like-
you feel yourself rejuvenated.
Whoa.
You know what I'm annoyed about now?
What?
What?
Sorry, I can't use disintegrate now.
Oh,
I
sorry.
can't just delete the fucker. I
Yeah.
have to actually deal with this like a normal human being.
And
Look what you've done.
Just
Joey.
wait. Just wait. It'll be
It-
fine.
it-
Hey,
it
don't
is
not use
your
that.
turn,
Don't
Valia.
use that.
Cal, you're on deck.
Bitch, I'm gonna do whatever
Dude,
I
I have
want.
something that replenishes. Why would you use that? That's such a
Okay,
waste.
first of all, for my bonus action, can I make an insight check on Cameron
Yes.
to see if she could be the one controlling our very own monster?
Remoras?
Yeah.
Sure.
I don't think she is, but it's better safe than sorry.
Sure.
That's a good point.
I did not get that. In fact, I don't know who she is.
What'd you get?
A nat 1.
Nat
it
1.
was hovering on 19. But
Valia,
it did not
you are
land there.
beyond certain that Cameron is behind this attack.
You-
to the point where you believe she is the enemy.
Oh no.
That's true.
Uh-oh.
And that one's bad.
Oh god.
How awesome would that be?
Pretty
would not be awesome.
crazy.
It would not,
Fucking
it would not be
hilarious.
awesome.
Do you
I'd kill
have one more of the red ones?
Yeah.
Okay.
Remember how we didn't
Oh
use
my
it
God.
when we did the Dioram thing?
Oh my god.
All right.
Oh my god.
I'll do it. Don't fucking do it.
To be fair, his character would do it.
I don't.
I mean, yeah.
My character, if she really thinks so,
Okay.
I don't know which one she
Yeah,
used.
if
Maybe,
you
yeah,
just
maybe. Yeah.
convinced yourself.
Well,
that,
yeah, no,
Like
I
imagine
agree
you
with that.
saw Cameron tell.
She's so powerful
Imagine
that
you
she's
saw
dom-
Cameron go swallow Nick.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the
she's
thing.
so powerful. She's dominating this beast, and can also heal me at the same time. And without...
Healing isn't concentration.
All right, I'm gonna leave this up to you. Right or left?
Oh,
Uh-oh.
right arm.
My right arm.
This one, the one
This
I
is my
point-
left arm.
All right.
Does it break?
Nice.
I've
That's a
used
good point.
it,
Yeah,
I think,
44 plus 4 damage.
Okay.
I
still want to roll on the wild magic
Yeah,
table.
no, that would be it. As it
Yes!
snaps in half, it doesn't explode. It just cracks down the middle, and does
14.
Where are they? Where? Oh, they're all the way over there. Don't
I do
see
14 damage to Cameron, that bitch.
I don't see
And
it.
it breaks. What do I roll for magic? Wild magic.
1d100.
Yay!
Oh my god.
If it kills me, it'll be so worth it.
them. No, it won't.
88.
Nice doubles.
Still high.
Do I get to roll again?
Oh Jesus! This is gonna be.
Oh,
bad.
he's not laughing. It's not good when he doesn't laugh on the wild magic table.
He's laughing. He's
No, he's
smiling.
laughing at what I just said.
casts fireball on himself instantly.
I'd be fine with that. It's fine. We can heal.
Oh my god.
It's 8d6
Yeah.
plus.
That's fine.
Yeah, okay, he is laughing.
No, I was trying to figure out how it worked. I was trying to figure out if you got a saving throw,
Oh, God.
because Valia, you point this wand at her, and it cracks, and it sends this bolt of light, sending Cameron just flying sideways,
Bitch.
and just collapsing limply against this
Oh, God.
thing of rock. And another object going in the other direction as a empty wooden chest just bounces across the floor, sliding across the ice.
I'm
into
gonna
the
run
front
to
of
it.
You cannot run to it because it is.
I'm a chest.
That is
Oh
iconic.
my god, that is fucking amazing.
I turned into a mimic.
You are petrified for 1 minute, so you're
Okay.
out for the. I can just probably.
That's
take-
fun.
Cal, it is your turn. Nick, you're on
You can
deck.
do literally nothing.
So she's under the thing, right?
She's in its stomach.
Well, no, but the Remors is under the. I'm gonna like fucking somersault backwards to try to get back out of the way of the big ice block. Is that an opportunity attack?
Good point, yeah. How much of your movement are you using for that?
Like 10 feet. So I'm not in its radius.
Yep, but it does get an opportunity.
Yep.
That's a good point. One bite attack.
I'm a fucking mimic.
Does a 21 hit?
Yes.
$39 points of piercing damage. And 10 points of fire damage.
Hey, Trevor.
10 full or before half?
Before half. 5
Okay.
points.
Okay.
So I have this cool feat.
Yeah.
It's called Sentinel, and when a creature within 5 feet of me attacks a target other than me, I can make an attack.
With an
on it.
opportunity attack.
Yeah. Well, it actually doesn't have to be an opportunity attack for this. It's just any attack, and then for me, it's an opportunity attack. So yeah, I will attack it because I'm inside.
All right. Yeah, you are at disadvantage because
Disadvantage?
you are restrained.
I
I don't think so.
I'm inside.
It says.
It says when you hit a creature
While
with
swallowed, the creature is blinded and restrained creatures' attack rolls have disadvantage.
Okay.
Oh.
Because your arms are just kind of.
Oh, I thought you
Oh.
meant about her.
That
getting
checks
us.
out.
Yeah.
Cool. That does not hit it, I think, unless its armor class is lower on the inside.
I don't know. I mean, it does
It's
have an
squishy.
exoskeleton.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
If
If
I'm gonna say
you don't wanna do it.
home rule.
if
I don't
it
know.
was a 15 to hit, would it hit it on the inside?
I feel like we did. Look,
My suggestion is going to be whatever the AC is halved, because
Well-
AC is also because the Severs have plate armor that naturally grows on their
Yeah.
skin, which is what gives them the AC inherently. It's not their dexterity. Being inside the animal,
this is natural armor.
It has both no dexterity and no armor.
But it's the
but
inside.
I like the thing is that it's used
I
to
know, that's what I'm
eating
saying.
people. It is used to eating people. Like this is a commonish occurrence. It would have created a digestive system that can at least somewhat manage fighting, somewhat manage strangling, and like tussling.
Alright.
So I'm saying
Fucking
like
box.
halve the
I
AC
will-
or reduce it at least. That's my
fucking
guess.
awesome.
But
I'm a fucking box.
Roll a d20 or a d10. If it is above half, we'll say that the AC is lowered. If it is, we're flipping a coin because I don't know. I'm willing to home rule that it's weaker on the inside because that is
Okay.
that's 10.
It's
19,
above
sir.
19.
all right. Fair enough. I'll say its AC on the inside is probably, I don't know,
10.
17 normally, so like -3, I guess.
Okay, that hit.
Fuck it up.
Yes.
Or wait, what's its deck? Or yeah,
I feel
sure.
like Drax from Guardians too.
Well, but the point of that was it's not weaker on the inside in Guardians of the Galaxy.
Yeah, it was.
No, that was the point. They said it's not weaker on the inside. That's
Oh
stupid.
yeah, no, yeah.
You do get one attack. You're just making a single attack. So
My
it's not
sneak attack is one attack. It adds onto one attack.
She gets haste though.
No, not.
Haste
This
doesn't
is one
Yeah,
attack.
that's just.
Haste does not apply.
Oh yeah, this is Sentinel in my apologies.
Jesus Christ, man! Sneak attack is fucking ridiculous. Do you have advantage though for sneak attack?
16. I think as long as someone else is within 5 feet of the creature, is no one else within 5 feet? Okay, then it's 16 points of damage.
16.
Yeah.
How do you want to do this?
God
Yay!
damn it! Are you
Oh.
fucking
Yes!
serious? That's
I
so
cool!
annoying.
That's so awesome.
Nick is really stealing your kills
I
in these
just
the fights.
wanna.
I'm a
It's
fucking
because I can do
box.
damage. I just want to be able to.
I'm still gonna shoot the fireball
I
off
want
and
to
have
be
it
able
crush her.
to climb out of the.
I mean, I guess you can just rip open a hole in its stomach.
Yeah.
To
Wait,
emerge
can
from.
you use? Does a stealth work on an opportunity attack? Stealth attack?
She didn't get sneak attack.
Sneak
that was
attack,
without
sorry.
sneak attack.
Yeah, that
So
was
what was
without
that?
Sneak attack.
Other damage.
No, it was my dagger's 2d8.
She
Yeah,
is
what was
good.
all the d6s?
She
I
didn't
didn't
roll them.
roll
She
them.
took them away.
It was
Oh.
only 16 points of damage.
Oh.
If it had been with sneak attack, it probably would have been like 30.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
It does enough.
Yay! I come out.
I mean, it was sitting on what 8 points of damage. I think it had
She
8.
crawls out of the
I'm still gonna
first
shoot the
cut she
fireball.
made and stabs it in the head.
I do just want to say, if I didn't give him a good berry, he would have died on your turn. You're welcome.
I would have died?
No,
The guy would've.
the animal would have died,
Because Busto healed it for 9 points.
and it had 8 HP left.
Oh.
Oh my god,
My
that would have
box.
been cool.
Oh yeah, you're a box for a minute.
It's better than a sheep.
Alright, well, that fucking thing's fallen.
Yahoo Answers didn't have it, which is
Yeah.
better.
That's gonna
Oh,
crush
sure.
you. I'm sorry. I was planning on doing that. I don't think Cal would have stopped because it's an opportunity attack, so it's happening at the same
Yeah.
time.
All right.
Oh.
I would say yeah. Make a dexterity saving throw.
Cool.
Probably at disadvantage because Well,
Advantage,
no.
then?
just regular.
Yeah, because haste gives her advantage.
I like the tiny die.
I know, it's so cute, right? 24.
Okay. So
Yeah, it's so cute. 24.
Cal, you back
They're
up
really
and
cute,
and
look how weird.
Oh, that is cute.
and you send
I have
this
some of
this
those.
blast of fire into the ceiling, which shatters this huge cracks across the top of the
29 damage to the ceiling.
ice cave, and the huge chunk drops and just pins its head down to the ground, and you see it just writhing like a dying centipede, just like flailing around its body.
Ew.
In game,
Yeah.
everyone thinks I was the one that actually killed it.
I mean,
I
it's
didn't see
flailing
it.
around.
I don't give a
until,
damn.
The only
you
person
see
out
these-
is him.
These
is
2
true.
points of metal just stick out of its torso and then just like cross either way, and Nick like catches when it flicks and just comes like flying out of its stomach with some important bit like clutched in one hand as she just bounces and tumbles across the cave floor.
Guys, oh my gosh. That was so cool and so gross. I never want to do that again. But I looked so cool, right?
This is why I hate bugs.
Buster's. So the rock's just completely on his head.
Yeah.
Here's
There's no way of getting it off or anything.
You could move them.
You're buff.
I want to inspect his eye, the creature's eyes.
That's what I was just thinking. Here's the thing. There's still something around here. Can I don't know this actually, do I? No, I don't.
No. No
Okay.
what?
That it's being controlled.
Unless Busto told you, probably not.
Not yet, at least. That's why I'm trying to look at his eyes.
Would it still be evident if the creature is dead?
It could.
Oh shit! I crushed its head.
Yeah. Well, that's why I'm trying to look at its eyes. If there's
You're not gonna
something,
find its eyes.
would I or no?
Probably not.
Okay, fair enough.
I'm so weak.
It's okay. I'm gonna walk over to that chest. I'm gonna open the chest.
That's the sound it makes when it opens.
It makes it instead of a creak, it's a. Go away.
It just comes.
What's inside, Trevor?
It's an empty
empty.
wooden chest.
Does it
If
talk?
I put stuff in it, and when she turns back into Valia, does she have stuff inside of her?
It's a great question. Do you want to test it?
Yes.
What do you put in the wooden
gonna-
box?
I put my giant wooden staff.
Oh my god, that was going somewhere very
I'm gonna
different
put
than I
a.
thought it
I'm
would
gonna
be
put a
execution.
silver piece.
Okay.
Yay!
I'm gonna put a
I'm not-
rock.
Why?
Yeah, I'm also-
I'm
gonna
just
put
a
a piece-
social experience. None of you have noticed there's a dead person that we've
So
been
you're gonna
traveling
get-
with for
she's
over
not
2.
dead.
She is. She
She's
said
just hurt.
She's
limbless, lifeless body.
No,
No,
it
it's
said
a-
that-
I'm
Limb.
not actually putting my staff, and I'm putting a piece of snow in them.
Piece of snow.
Yep.
A piece of snow.
I'm putting in the rock.
yeah.
And a silver piece.
Yep.
And yeah, you guys sort of lay these items out, and then a second later, the chest kind of like, poof, and Valia reappears and just.
I got kidney stones.
You don't know why this happened because you don't have vision as a chest.
I got a lot of splinters.
You didn't know you were a chest.
I just have a lot of splinters.
Okay.
16. Medicine check.
Can you perform surgery?
Not only on
Get
him.
the
but
rock out of your stomach. It's a bit late for that now.
Do you want me to do another medicine check on her?
She's not unconscious. She just got thrown.
Oh.
Um,
Okay.
She does is kind of sitting there in shock, having propped up on one elbow, and just this rivulet of blood just running down her.
I'm gonna
head.
run over to her.
Yeah.
And this big
No,
burn
she's bad. Ow.
I'm gonna walk over and cast Cure Wounds at 3rd level.
mark. Okay.
On her?
And then I'd like to cast Cure Wounds on him, or her, I guess. At
I'm gonna
4th
cast Cure Wounds on you.
Aw, thanks.
I don't think Cure Wounds is gonna help too much with this thing.
Take 4d8 plus 5, I think.
7.
Yep.
That's cost
Is it
7,
2d8?
8,
I only cast it.
9, 10, 11.
Cameron
Well.
takes 3d8 plus 4, or plus 5, sorry.
9 plus 4.
Plus what?
So that's
Okay.
Plus 5.
13.
And Nick,
Yeah?
take 4d8 plus 5.
Fuck you.
Wow.
Why is everyone one upping me? Fuck all of you. I hate you guys. You're my least favorite people.
You're a terrible healer, Cal.
Fuck you.
I would say after a few
Plus
moments,
what,
Cameron
Arthur?
kind of sits up and
Plus
looks over at you, Valiant, and just goes, "Why did you do that?"
You're controlling that. Ow, ow, you're controlling that monster. Thing.
Wait, did you know that it was being controlled?
delusional?
I don't
Became
know.
chest.
All I did was an insight check. So even if I didn't, I now do.
Became chest. Doesn't know what talking about.
Became a chest. Who the monster became a chest?
You became chest.
I became. Wait, why is my stomach hurt?
I put snow in your stomach.
You put it hurts more than snow.
I put
No,
snow
you're not gonna
in.
fess up. Okay, that's cool.
I don't know why. Does eating snow maybe have some dragon effect or something?
Yeah, maybe that's kind of strange.
That's a 7. That's a 7.
11.
11 on insight.
Maybe snow does have a weird dragon
I'm
effect.
fucking.
To be fair, it's a big chunk of snow that you didn't chew up.
Yeah.
How
I mean,
much?
it's
How
probably
big of a
gonna
rock
melt
did you
really
put in
fast.
your stomach?
Oh, just a little.
Silver.
That'll fuck up his
Yeah, it's
entire
not gonna feel
intestine.
good.
Kidney stones, usually this is a big one.
It's
I mean,
not
it's in your
kidney,
stomach.
So be
Yeah, you're
grateful.
shitting it out. You're not cleaning it up.
Enjoy.
I doubt. I doubt it.
You're shitting out a rock and a coin.
Okay, you guys let me put
You're gonna think-
let me put a stone in a
Valley is
silver
gonna
piece
think she's
in all
so
your guys'
weird for, like, a
stomachs,
week.
and you tell me that it's a walk in the park.
It's not a
I never
walk in the
said
park.
that.
No, it's not. You can't walk at all. One of you guys go get that monster's bone.
What?
Go get his bone.
What bone?
He has bones, right?
Probably.
Somebody go get one of the bones.
I took out some piece of his stomach. I think.
Give me a bone. I need a whole bone.
God.
Be
Okay,
safe.
I'll go over and pull out a bone.
Okay, yeah, you put a rock in my stomach. You owe me something.
You
Buster
don't know that.
grabbing
I think it's
plate
something Nick
off
would
the
do.
shelf.
Yeah, here you go, bone.
Okay. Here you go. I'm the only one that's smart. I'm gonna wait until you figure out why I got that.
I know why you got it.
I know you do.
I don't know.
No.
What do you do?
Buster, how many fingers do you have?
10.
How many do you have that are completely fingers?
9.
Did one get bit off?
I did get that.
What did he say that we needed to get?
Here's the problem.
Bones of an enemy?
Here's the problem with that statement. We don't have dirt to put it in.
Well,
Put it
we
in the
have a
ground.
bone to keep.
You can?
Just gotta be in the ground.
Oh.
Also,
Yeah.
the thing we talked about.
Okay, what is it? It's
We've
blood
done
of a
this.
friend.
Yeah.
It's so fucking
Blood of
hard to
your
remember.
own.
Heart
Flesh of an innocent.
and
Bones
heart
of an enemy.
and
Heart of a friend.
Also, Trevor, I'm gonna go pick up my necklace because I read petrified. It doesn't go with me. So I went, picked up my necklace, grabbed it, and thought of a request that directly goes to my dragon. You know what that's about.
I know what it is.
Okay.
Wait, you trying to use the wish spell for your own benefit?
It's not a wish spell. We
Oh.
don't even have it yet. All I did was pick up my
So what do you do?
I'm gonna shove it in the ground. Yeah.
Glad one of us is.
Does
Make
Valley
it-
even know about this?
We've
I
talked
think
about it.
yeah.
No,
I
she
think
was
I
there.
I don't know if it was me. I think it was me.
Yeah, because we were going
Cameron
back.
wouldn't know about this.
No.
Cameron-
I think no. What it
Neither-
was
neither were Nick.
it was us three, and she wasn't there, and we told her. Cameron definitely doesn't know.
Yeah.
I'm gonna wish for a rock to be out of my stomach.
I'm
It's
gonna.
not enough for a wish.
I know.
Oh,
but
not
we're
even a
half-
wish. Not even a wish can take that rock out of your stomach.
Oh no, that wasn't what I meant.
I'm gonna shove the tooth,
I need a
the
bell.
center tooth into the ground. And
Yeah, and as you push it, the ice really doesn't have a lot of give, and it kind of slips and cuts the tip of your finger just a bit. And then you see that the ice sort of starts restructuring itself, and then those skeletal hands, now with this slight wrapping of almost an earthen muscle, pulls itself out of the ground, and those two glimmering, multicolored, iridescent, almost like oil pool gems set into its skull turn to face you, and you see this sort of hackneyed smile just come over its face as it regards you.
if anything, I just want to steal his eyes. But
You do see this time, last time it came out to the waist, this time it's pulled itself all the way out, so it actually has it has its legs above the ground now, and it is just sort of sitting like
What is it?
I grab
skeleton.
I grab the
It's
bone.
McRibs. His
I hand
name's
it to him.
We
McRibs.
call him McRib.
Yeah, we do call him McRib.
Hey, McRib.
He's a skeleton?
Yeah.
Hello.
That's cool.
He's trying to get.
he's got musculature now.
Every time we give
but-
him something, he's gonna get more and more human-like.
I feel like you maybe have just maybe made Sableye.
I
Or
did
just
say
his
that
skeleton.
I did say that the idea for the eyes came from Sableye.
Right.
Because they were like, oh, is it a demi-lich? I was like, no, it's
It's
Pokemon.
Sableye. Yeah.
Hey, McRibs.
It's McRib.
It's
you-
McRibs.
It's not
Have you
McRib.
brought me another treat?
I got it for you.
Hand him the bone.
He takes it and he kind of turns it and he goes, it's an interesting one. And he snaps it in half and he puts one in his mouth and you can hear him just suck the marrow out. And then he takes the other and he pulls from there and then just starts like grinding the bone beneath his teeth until he snaps off a piece and then he tosses the remains to the ground, and you see him kind of curls his head and you see this musculature kind of, it becomes redder, less decayed, and it starts to grow these like little patches of skin in like hodgepodge places around his body, and he turns and you can see him just crack his knuckles and his shoulders,
It's not good for you, you know.
and he looks at you and he says, I hope you'll consider bringing me some more treats soon.
Maybe soon.
If she had died, we could have given him a heart of a friend.
True. I'll
Yeah,
think
we're
about
not
Beat her.
doing that. No.
I'll think about that.
He
next
gives you
time.
kind of, and then he gives you a kind of a like loose,
Die.
slack wrist salute, and then leans backward and just collapses into the ice and disappears,
Is there a door somewhere around
Pick
here?
up that bone.
leaving the teeth lying on
Is
the
there a
ground.
door
I pick
around
up
here
the teeth.
that
Probably
I could
not.
stick a? No.
A door in the middle of the
In the middle of a glacier.
the glacier.
Well, we've gone from tunnels to mushrooms to glaciers. I'm hoping we go to a kingdom of doors next.
All right. Well, I'm gonna hop
It's
in the
IKEA.
caravan.
Yeah, same.
IKEA.
I'm gonna get on milkshake and just. This
Make
thing in my
milkshake.
stomach is a serious problem. Like this isn't just. This
Valley is
isn't
gonna
funny.
think she did something really fucked up that she doesn't remember for the next week when she shits
No.
out a gold coin. Not silver coin.
It doesn't just happen. Your
It was
stomach
originally
acids.
gold.
Okay, wait. I'm gonna look this shit up.
Yeah. I'm gonna. Keep on moving.
Can we rest here?
It's a little chilly.
Yeah. I think we should keep moving. You can rest in the back, Busto, and we'll take turns.
Well, I wanted to see something. I wanted to.
Out of game. Commune with nature.
What nature?
Oh, okay, yeah, you don't know what that is. Basically,
You cause him.
actually, it's only 11 minutes of casting time. Never mind, I'm dumb.
Is that the thing where you can see the there.
Instantly gain knowledge of up to 3 facts.
Can't
of
see.
your
He just
choice.
knows it's there.
Yeah.
Yeah, just gain knowledge of up to three things. Terrain and bodies of water, prevalent plants, minerals, animals, or peoples, powerful celestials, fae, fiends, elementals, or undead, influence from other planes of existence, and buildings.
That's awesome.
So I'd like
So,
to cast that.
what are you trying to find out?
I'm going to find
Ooh, I know what you're doing.
what?
I think I know what you're doing.
Powerful celestials, fae, fiends, elementals, or undead, influence from other planes of existence,
Yeah.
and let's go prevalent plants, minerals, animals, or peoples. I'm thinking of buildings, but we're in a glacier. I don't think there will be.
I thought it was gonna do something else. Never mind.
So what are you looking for?
I thought it was gonna do influence.
You get-
See if, like,
Sorry?
You're looking for the wind
he's
elemental.
being dominated from something.
Right.
No, he's not.
Are
The
you-
wind elemental, but also specifically what was dominating the Savor.
I guess he is.
What does it detect? Celestials.
Celestials, fae, fiends, elementals, or undead, and plants, animals, or people.
What were your other questions? It was that, minerals.
And influence from other planes of existence.
Also, I'm gonna cast the invisibility.
Okay.
I'm gonna drive.
Influence from other planes of existence. Well, there is none, really. Minerals in the area, I'd say would probably be a bit lacking because of the whole
Maybe a little salt.
Glacier part.
ice thing, the glacier.
Maybe a little salt or something. Though.
Probably a little bit of salt, that kind of thing.
A little salt.
A little bit of Nate.
The wind elemental is close, but it seems to have moved away to escape the battle. You know it's somewhere down. It's past the doors, somewhere down the corridor behind you.
Stop rubbing your fucking belly.
I feel like I have a rock in my stomach.
Valia's see invisibility and Busto's.
Yep.
Yeah, continue.
What?
Nothing. That's fine. That's fine.
Valia's see invisibility and Busto's commune with nature. They actually reveal the same thing.
Yep. Is it?
What the fuck?
Is this some?
Why that happened?
Is this some caca?
What?
Ravens.
Ravens.
In a sense, yes. You sort of
I did figure it.
you sort of you cast see invisibility and that sort of veil of true sight. I don't know what to call it. That sort of it's almost like putting in contacts so that you can suddenly see.
That illusion goes away.
The illusion goes away.
Curtain. It's
You do see actually. You would see the elemental since it has approached a bit now, and it's not really trying to hide from him quite as much.
Can I tell it's interested in him?
You can just sort of see this shifting form at the other end of the room from him. But there is another figure, and your commune with nature and your see invisibility both reveal the presence of undead. A figure standing at the far end of the cavern from you,
Oh, my dick.
sort of almost casually in nature, with like an arm resting on the side, and just sort of like turning a finger in the ice, just sort of softly. Stag antlers almost brushing against the ceiling
I'm
above.
looking at it right in the eyes.
And that's where we'll pick up next time.
God damn it.
So he can't see it. He can only detect it, right?
He knows it's there.
But
you can't see
I
it,
can
but you can
see it, and it can see me.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
And I can see each other. You can see both of you.
Hey,
looking at
guys.
each other.
No mark, no mark, no mark, mark.
Yeah.
Thank you guys so much for watching. And I hope you have a good night.
Night, everyone.
Bye.